that they're in.
There are a few things to mention. Obviously, in a grand finals and in the best of 5, you know, side and pick priority.
Hi, Sahab.
Second pick has been king so far.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
This tournament,
Enjoy करो. Dota 2 का grand finals है. Enjoy करो. मजा आएगा. काफी अच्छा मैच होने वाला है. Subscriber only क्यों चल रहा है यार? मैंने तो हटा दिया था subscriber only. क्यों चल रहा है subscriber only? Anyone. Enjoy Dota 2 grand finals, guys.
So they're keeping it open and they're looking to really try to counterpick Secret as much as they can in the second phase.
I think they're looking to, you know, match the task with the
ये गेम जो मुझे इतना पसंद है उसको देखो. अब यूट्यूबर्स इसके बारे में बात करते हैं. मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ. Let's enjoy this hero. बहुत मजा आएगा. It's a fun.
We haven't seen this one too much, but it's a Saksa specialty, right?
That has to be a Saksa hero. So yeah, I mean everything is pretty still flex for Tundra, minus the hoodwink.
Quite like the concept at least versus Lesh, because the biggest problem about this hero is just knocking him down, right? Not letting him use that Bloodstone to effect to just heal up. Hoodwink with the shard and everything too, you amplify damage that everyone else is doing. You have the high burst from Sharpshooter. It's an interesting concept that could.
And they also have a very long range high nuke. Oh, there we go. Secret go for the Enigma. I'm actually very happy to see that.
Good afternoon, Apu Shobham. B18 plays.
I've seen Poppy play that Enigma himself. I mean, he's been very famous for his Enigma over the years.
बहुत अच्छे लोग मतलब I mean ये grand finals है guys, you know, Dota का. तो इसके अंदर बहुत मजा भी आने वाला है because बहुत कुछ देखने को मिलेगा. To be honest, बहुत कुछ देखने को मिलेगा.
As well too for Secret, so maybe now they're starting to switch their dynamic a little bit to match Tundra.
Definitely, and yeah, I think this is one of the few drafts where 33 has been really set up for success. Usually they kind of throw him under the bus.
समझ रहे हो guys? तो मजा तो आएगा इसमें. देखना अभी क्या सीन चल रहा है. सभी लोग हेलो जरूर बोलना. Right? Be amazing to see.
Either 18 pick like after this sequence from Secret, or actually the ultimate last pick maybe for Tundra. So you know we're looking to see 33.
इस पर मोनेटाइजेशन ऑफ है, सब कुछ ऑफ है, राइट? पता है गाइस कितने लोग देख रहे हैं एक्चुअली इसको मेन चैनल पे? इसके मेन चैनल पे देख रहे हैं 1,30,000 लोग डोडा को. 1,30,000 लोग देख रहे हैं.
He's played a lot of Tide also with a lot of success. It could be a hero he looks at. We'll see. I mean,
ये तो ग्रैंड फाइनल्स है तो मजा आने वाला है.
haven't seen him do yet.
आप लोग भी कुछ स्नैक्स ले लो और एंजॉय करो. Welcome. Enjoy करो guys. Enjoy the stream. Basically अभी हीरो सिलेक्शंस हो रहा है. 2 टीम्स हैं, सीक्रेट और टुंड्रा. 5 हीरो एक साइड पिक होने हैं, 5 हीरो अलग साइड. बैन्स भी होते हैं कि आप हीरो नहीं ले सकते. जैसे कि एक काउंटर पिक भी हो सके, है ना? Let's see how this actually goes.
I think this is one of the stronger strats that I've seen come out of Tundra and also in the meta. They get the classic Naga Mirana, but it's also this very long range.
मजा आएगा इस.
Hard to get heroes together, so
मजा आएगा. अरे नागा साइरन फिर से आ गया भाई.
To be an Enigma or to even be a Leshrac.
भाई इसको.
And it seems to be Tundra's style that you guys were mentioning also too, is opening up the map, right? That's what this hero always allows you. It lets you pick and choose your battles when you want to. When you're playing versus something like high cooldown like Enigma, can tend to thrive.
If you want to visualize how this game might play out, you know, for
Husker है क्या? Husker आ सकते हैं.
First of all, is one of the teams that utilizes nighttime the best, I think. You know, they respect very much the 2 sequences in Dota that is daytime and the reduced nighttime vision. So they usually go on the offensive on nighttime, which is actually a key factor on how they dominate their games.
कास्टर्स बात कर रहे हैं और इन लोग अपना टीम पिक्स हो रही है अभी फिलहाल.
Then you have this Tusk Hoodwink, bottom kind of high bursty heroes that can just pop a Leshrac, pop an Enigma right away. That's the kind of pressure, in and out pressure that Tundra really excels at in team fights, and Naga fits that style perfectly. All their heroes are really designed to do so.
Yeah, so we see a lot of
Grand
interesting
finals
things going on. They banned
Grand
Nyx
finals हो रहा
themselves.
है.
Last time Secret played against Naga, they actually ended up having the Nyx. Nyx now, I mean, every life steal works in illusion, and I think that's a big reason.
The open wounds with the Leshrac.
With the Leshrac,
And now they banned the Morphling to protect the Naga pick. They were already planning it, and now they're also banning Bloodseeker, which is something that they also played previously. I want to say, I'm not sure, but there was a Morphling game here. Bloodseeker, the same thing. You can also end up becoming this lifesteal bot where the illusion poke stops mattering, but yeah, I wonder what Corsair is going to go for. I don't think it's an easy choice for him.
No, they've targeted him a lot, right? We've seen throughout all DPC, people that kind of made the jokes for him, especially him himself. He's like, yeah, I have my 3 big heroes, right? A lot
but
of them
he proved all the haters wrong, like
Absolutely.
honestly, that's why he's here.
I think they really have to think about and try to guess what 33 is going to be looking at also, and try to kind of.
I mean, they don't even care the visage. Look at that. I think that's a big statement also coming into game number one. You know, you have a chance to make him maybe feel uncomfortable, but instead you're going for what you think is the right pick for them.
Not sure how much I would like visage.
Stalker ban kiya.
Tundra anyways as the last
I mean,
pick.
probably not the strat with Naga, I would say. I don't think at all that's what he would, should go for.
Let's see how this actually goes,
You
guys.
have to respect the tide, and that most likely will try to pre-pick for the tide hunter. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Tide is also what he would be looking at. I also think Batrider is a really strong hero with this kind of strategy. I don't know if it works. I mean, it has some value, you know, with the heroes that you have, but even against the Lesh and the Lich, you can get like some high magical damage scaling meta hero, but I don't think he's played a single Batrider game.
Maybe not this tournament, but it's definitely one of his very strong heroes, so it would not be a surprise.
Seen a couple teams even try like the Brewmaster versus the Lash, right, where you just lift him, ignore him. A lot of situations too. Is left in the pool. It is.
You also get a dispel. You get a dispel for
There's a draw ban.
Yep.
Okay.
It could be a great brew pick, by the way, and it's a very big 33 heroes.
Yeah.
33 hero, by the way. I think it's a great suggestion.
When I see like the Drow as well too, we saw, even though the game was kind of back and forth, you saw that long duration silence and a lot of fights just devastate him too, so.
I do think it's a little anti-synergy with the Naga. Quite often, it doesn't really mesh super well. But of course, I mean, I respect, I'm the biggest Brew fan on this panel. I don't care what you guys say, Brew for life. Wow. I would pick Brew every day.
It's a great
every
hero.
game.
Same. But not really, because I can't play it. But if I could play it, then
Let's see, I mean, they have very little time to work with.
What's
and
left
a
for
lot
Crystallis?
of heroes have been banned for Crystallis, yeah. I mean, he's played some Ursa and
Ursa this game.
No, probably not, right? But out of the heroes that he's been looking at, I mean...
Yeah. I'm just... It's hard. It's hard for him to choose, I
He's
think.
played Ursa and Dawnbreaker that I can think of this tournament.
Dawn is still in?
That aren't banned.
the Dawn was nice when they played it.
Oh,
That is an illusion. That's an illusion killer too.
Nice. Yeah, the Flesh Sheep now also working against small instances of damage.
It's a good matchup. I mean, I think it scales pretty nicely into a Naga.
It's also the hook versus the sleep. It has a lot of value. I mean, even now you can even hook through sleep.
Yeah, you can.
They changed that, so you can hook your allies out, you can hook the enemy. Yeah, and this Naga cannot sleep TP with the early levels of sleep. You need, I think it's level 3 sleep to get full max range.
And this Pudge with Frost Shield,
Exactly.
he's going to be really hard to take down.
It's a nice frontliner, nice like distraction as well for the Lesh Shrek to kind of do his own thing. The Pudge can kind of force spells onto him and then protect the Lesh. That's.
Do you think this is Crystallis calling, or do you think this is like the team and he, you know, providing also good suggestions? Because I didn't even think of, you know, this Pudge coming in here. I had forgotten.
I think a lot of people might. It has kind of started getting forgotten in a way, right? But because Lifestealer was so prominent, people have started to learn how to like play versus it. But
And he goes
They will go for
But
it.
hey, isn't this Lich Pudge against the Tidehunter?
But I think he looks at a lot of the Tide bottom, chain stun, you know, with
Of
the
course,
It's like they're going for their...
Hello guys, welcome.
Obviously, I do feel like Secret
Enjoy the game. Dota 2 का grand finals हो रहा है guys.
And that's the first game.
ये
So it's
first
very
match है.
Who would you rather be?
Best of मतलब 3 मैच अगर कोई एक टीम जीत गई,
Their strategy is very strong, you know.
They
I
win,
Secret on the back foot,
right?
even though I really like what they went for.
right?
I believe that this is just too good of a Lesh game. I think Lesh
So,
is going to pace on them, and I think
बहुत
they're
मजा
gonna
आने
force
वाला
them
है.
into these early fights. And with the early game that I see Secret having, I would have to go with Secret draft to draft. even
अन्वेष,
though
बहुत
I'm
अच्छा
also a
सवाल है
big
आपका.
Naga lover on this panel. Like,
I love that
think
question.
Naga
I
is
love that question.
An incredible hero. I think if it goes past
मैं
this point, I think
actually-
Naga is going to start being too much of an issue. But I think Secret's going to
देखो,
roll on them.
सीक्रेट के अंदर में प्लेयर्स हैं, अच्छे हैं, काफी दिन से आ रहे हैं, पपी बहुत टेन्योर्ड है, ब्ला 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 ब्ला, रेजोल्यूशन, राइट? मेरा मतलब दिल कहता है कि मैं सिगरेट की तरफ जाऊं, लेकिन दिमाग बोलता है टंड्रा को दो, बिकॉज यू नो AUI इतना यू नो दिन से है, प्लस मोर ओवर इन लोगों ने बहुत अच्छा डोटा खेला है टंड्रा अन्वेष. तो वैसा बताता हूँ, मैं बता रहा हूँ बेसिकली गाइज. जब तक ये आ रहा है, एक बात मैं आप लोगों को बताना चाह रहा हूँ कि मेन चैनल पे 1,44,550 लोग देख रहे हैं गाइज. 1,44,550 ग्लोबल लोग देख रहे हैं पूरा अभी तक इतना. ये सिर्फ यूट्यूब है, ये सिर्फ यूट्यूब है. आई थिंक मुझे ट्विच पे दिखाना चाहिए. मैं ट्विच करता हूँ, ओके, मैं ट्विच करता हूँ, तो ट्विच करता हूँ, ट्विच वाला बढ़िया दिखेगा. राइट। ट्विच पे क्वालिटी एकदम बूमबार्ड आती है, मालूम है। 1080p सोर्स 291 के गाइस, 2,90,000 लोग देख रहे हैं। ओ भाई, हेलो, मैं नमस्कार लियोगे के भाई, आई एम गुड, आप कैसे हो? आइए, आप ही का इंतजार था, स्वागत।
Pudge, I hear these are pretty good heroes. You guys let these ones through, no bans. Are you prepared for this? Have you, spent your time getting ready?
Yeah, I mean, I think for the finals today, we decided we want to. It's a best of 5. We want to play versus the last track. See how it goes.
हेलो सैम बोरा जी, आप सभी लोगों का थोड़ा सपोर्ट चाहिए इस पर्टिकुलर गेम के ब्रॉडकास्ट पे, जो मतलब आ रहा है, आप देख पा रहे हैं, इसको देखिए।
We're in the finals, the patch, come on, give me some real info here.
I think he'll buy good aura items and give us some team fight versus them. I think Neta's Tidehunter is like by far one of his best heroes. He wins like every pub on the hero, so we're really confident on it.
Okay. Sir, how far do you see this series going? You think we're going to game 5?
Yes.
It'd be fun.
It would be fun for you.
पॉज हुआ, मैं आप लोगों से बोलना चाह रहा हूँ, ये गेम है Dota 2 का, फाइनल्स हो रहा है गाइज। तो 3 मैचेस अगर कोई जीतता है तो वो जाकर जीतता है। ये रही ट्रॉफी सामने, आप जो देख सकते हो, 2 स्टेज बने हुए हैं, मतलब 2 स्टेजेस है, लेफ्ट राइट राइट। जो हीरो खेल रहे हैं, 5 टीम इधर है, 5 बंदे इधर राइट में बंदे हैं। जो हीरोज खेले उनके फोटोज आते हैं सामने दिखाने के लिए। ये सुनो क्या बोलता है।
Honestly, like this is what we play for, guys. We are playing for this moment. Let's enjoy every second of it. We're not gonna get many of these. Maybe 6 more. I mean 5 more. That's what I want. But still,
Wow.
There we go. Some fantastic words there from Rezo. Smiles all around as well. Very much ready for the game. We'll see how ready he is though, because Tundra, they're going to find him here for this first bit of action. Trapped out by the shots, or maybe not. No, we can't quite get around. Doesn't matter. He's going to get hooked underneath the tower. Christmas gets the angle, but Saxa was the first to get that first kill. Gets first blood for
Wow.
But in return, Nisha will be able to pick up the kill onto 9 there off the back of that excellent hook for Chrysalis.
अभी तक गेम चालू भी नहीं हुआ, 17 सेकंड में स्टार्ट होगा और 1 किल हो गया, 1-1। तो बेसिकली मुझे बताने दीजिए आप लोग, अभी बेसिकली क्या हो रहा है मुझे हिसाब से बताने दीजिए आप लोग। छोटे ये लेफ्ट, मेरे माउस देखिए, स्क्रीन पे माउस जो है, तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे छोटे से मैप दिख रहा है आपको। ये जो ये बड़े मैप का छोटा वर्जन है, मतलब जो पूरा मैप दिखता है ना, जैसे GTA 5 में लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में एक छोटा सा मैप दिखता है, GPS दिखता है, राइट। ये बड़े मैप का पूरा छोटा वर्जन किया हुआ है कि सब कहां पे हैं अभी, ठीक है। यस लवर, वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम। मोबाइल गेम है क्या ये? नहीं, ये पीसी गेम है। मोबाइल में आपका जैसे लीग ऑफ सॉरी, मोबाइल गेम में आपका आ जाएगा मोबाइल लेजेंड्स, राइट, उसके तरह है थोड़ा बहुत आप बोल सकते हो, लेकिन एक्चुअली डोटा पहले था, बाद में ये सब गेम्स आए। तो मोबाइल लेजेंड्स आप इसे कंपेयर कर सकते हो, पोकेमॉन यूनाइट आप इसे कंपेयर कर सकते हो, वेन ग्लोरी आप इसे कंपेयर कर सकते हो थोड़ा बहुत। ये माउस कंट्रोल्ड वाला गेम है, तो इसमें क्या होता है कि माउस कंट्रोल में बहुत ज्यादा, अभी देख रहे हो क्या विजिबिलिटी है, 3 कैमरास दिखा रहे हैं, टॉप लेन, मिड लेन, बॉटम लेन, ठीक है। ये टॉप लेन लेफ्ट साइड, मिड लेन बीच वाला और बॉटम लेन राइट हैंड साइड पे है, 3 स्क्रीन्स दिख रहा है। और ये मैं टॉप लेन इसको बोल रहा हूँ, ये जो है ये एरिया पूरा, ये देख रहे हैं आप, ये लेफ्ट साइड में, मिड लेन ये बीच वाला है और ये बॉटम लेन नीचे वाला है। तो 3 कैमरा एंगल दिखाया एक साथ। बेसिकली क्या करना है कि ग्रीन वालों को, ये जो पूरे ग्रीन एरिया है, इनके टावर्स हैं छोटे छोटे, ये देखिए एक टावर दिख रहा है नीचे में, ये रहा, ये जो टावर्स हैं, ठीक है। तो वो टावर्स जो है, लाल वाले उसको तोड़ना चाहते हैं, ग्रीन वाले लाल वालों के टावर तोड़ना चाहते हैं, सिंपल सी बात है, ओके। लेकिन मैं इतना बोलना चाहूंगा, एक से रुकिएगा, फाइट होने वाली है, ये बच गया, इसका हेल्थ कम था। ये जो ग्रीन बार है वो हेल्थ बार है, याद रखिएगा, हेल्थ बार है। रेड का भी वही, रेड वाला जो है हेल्थ बार है, ओके। अभी बेसिकली क्या हो रहा है उस बात को समझना आप लोग गाइस। ये मिनियंस जो हैं, ये छोटे छोटे जो लाल रंग के आ रहे हैं, उधर ग्रीन वाले आ रहे हैं, ये लेन में लाल के आते रहेंगे और ग्रीन वालों के भी उस तरफ पुश होते रहते हैं उनके टावर की तरफ। इनको ऐसे ही प्रोग्राम किया हुआ है बाय डिफॉल्ट, गेम का मैकेनिक्स है कि आप जाके टावर को तोड़ो, बस उस मिनियंस को बोला गया है, इन छोटे छोटे मिनियंस को, ग्रीन वाले जो है इनको जाकर के इन छोटे छोटे लाल वाले क्रीप्स को मारना है। जैसे इन लोग खत्म हो जाते हैं वाले क्रीप्स, फिर और आगे जाकर के टावर को तोड़ना है। और ये स्पॉन होते रहते हैं, क्रीप्स आते रहते हैं, और ये गेम चलता रहता है जब तक ये टावर्स ना खत्म हो जाए, ठीक है ना। ये एक बार खाली नहीं मारना है, ये क्रीप्स आते रहेंगे। उसके बाद फिर क्या होता है, देखिए फाइट हो रही है, सब स्किल बेस्ड गेम है, मैजिकल पावर्स हिन तेन है। ये देखिए टॉन्टिंग चल रही है, सामने वाले प्लेयर को सुना रहे हैं, मतलब एक टॉन्ट है ये बेसिकली। हाँ भाई नहीं हो रहा क्या ऐसे, मतलब समझ रहे हो। तो ये अब देखिए एक वार्ड दिखाया कि अगर कोई इनविजिबल है तो वो भी दिखे। वो देखो कंटेस्टिंग हो रही है बेसिकली, वो उसको एरो से मार रही है, और ये मिली हीरो है तो ये सामने से मारता है एकदम सट के, राइट, ठीक है ना। हाँ मुझे मालूम है हुसैन बोरा जी, मैंने सुन लिया आपका वो मैसेज, देखा मैंने, थैंक यू बताने के लिए, अप्रिशिएट दैट। 1,75,000 का है, काश हम भी कभी कर पाए। इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे तो वो भी आएगा, ऐसी बात नहीं है, बट क्या करें, 10,000 चीजें हैं लाइफ में, वो भी मैनेज करना पड़ता है। तो 1,75,000 तो मैं अभी नहीं खर्चा कर पाऊंगा टॉप कार्ड पे। उतना इनकम होता चैनल से तो कर देता, कोई इशू नहीं है। हाँ एनीवेज, तो लेट्स प्रोसीड फॉरवर्ड विद द गेम। ये देखो ये फोटोग्राफ खाली दिखा रहा है, मतलब कि ऐसे प्लेयर का, मतलब कौन क्या प्लेयर खेल रहा है, क्या कर रहा है, वो सारी स्टैट्स और कुछ भी नहीं। जंप होगा नहीं हुआ, इसके पास माना कम है तो उठा नहीं पाएगा उसको, अपने स्किल को नहीं मार सकता क्योंकि उसका माना कम था, इसीलिए, ठीक है ना। तो बेसिकली क्या हो रहा है कि लेन पुशिंग होती है, इस लाल वाले टावर को तोड़ना है ग्रीन वालों को, और उनका भी अपना टावर है यहाँ पे। देखिए ये मेरे माउस को देखिए, लेफ्ट साइड में आ रहा हूँ, ये ओ भाई क्या हुक मारा उसको यार, वाह। एनीवेज, तो टॉप लेन, मिड लेन, बॉटम लेन में फाइट्स चल रही है, एंड रात को बबड़ी। तो अब ऑफ कोर्स यार, अब आप डोटा 2 देख रहे हो तो डोटा बबड़ी आकर के अभी डोटा 2 के बारे में बात करो ना यार, GTA 5 RP के बारे में क्यों बात करते हो। तो अभी फिलहाल क्या हो रहा है, बेसिकली एक किल वहां पे हुआ, आपने देखा, राइट। अभी ये फाइटिंग हो रही है, ये देखो ये टावर उसको मार रहा है रेड वालों को, राइट, क्योंकि ये एक एग्रो बेस्ड है कि अरे भाई ये एनिमी है, इसको पहले मारो, राइट। वो ये जो मिनियंस जा रहे हैं लाल वाले, इनके अंदर ऐसा प्रोग्रामिंग किया हुआ है, भैया आपको टावर तोड़ना है, अगर सामने वाला एनिमी का हीरो दिख गया तो उसके तरफ भागो, ये होता है, राइट। ये देखो अब लड़ाई होती रहेगी, लगातार होती रहेगी छोटे छोटे। अब गेम ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है कि जो हमारे ग्रीन वाले तरफ की हीरो है, या अगर हम लोग रेड की तरफ से खेल रहे हैं, जो भी है, हमारा काम है कि इनका लास्ट हिट लेना। ओ भाई ऊपर में सीक्रेट फंस रहा है, बच गया। और इतना आराम से दिखता नहीं है ये, जो आप गेम खेलते हो इतनी सारी चीजें आपको एक साथ कंट्रोल करनी पड़ती है। तो ये सीधा गेम नहीं है कि आप किसी को शूट कर रहे हो या किसी को मार रहे हो, एक बार में हो गया, राइट। आपको बहुत कुछ मैनेज करना है कि इसका अब एक स्किल आ जाएगा तो ये जंप करके मार देगा। ये देखो आई थिंक ये मरा नहीं, बच गया। नाइन ने आके और उसको सपोर्ट मिला तो उसके उन लोगों ने मार दिया उसको, राइट। ये बफर हो रहा है बिकॉज बहुत सारे लोग देख रहे हैं ना, 3 लाख लोग देख रहे हैं गाइस, 3,09,000 लोग। थैंक यू जेसन ब्रॉडी। तो अभी बेसिकली क्या हो रहा है कि हम लोग नीचे वाले लोग, अभी ग्रीन लोग देख रहे हैं जो लाल को मारने जा रहे हैं, लाल वाले लोग ग्रीन को मारने जा रहे हैं, और ये लैग हो रहा है मेरे पास। वो बचने की कोशिश कर रहा है, नहीं बच पाया भाई, अपने लास्ट थर्ड स्किल से एक्चुअली मार दिया टाइड हंटर ने। ये टाइड हंटर है और किल लेके गया पच का। मिड लेन में अभी एक्चुअली फाइट हो रही है, लोग क्रीप्स को क्लियर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं जिससे कि हम लोग आगे जाकर के इस लाल वाले टावर को एक्चुअली ब्रेक कर पाए, राइट। हम लोग आगे बढ़ाते हैं आवाज को थोड़ा बहुत। अभी यहाँ पे देखो उन लोगों को दिखता नहीं है, फॉग होता है, हम ऐसे ही अंधेरा रहता है, दिखता नहीं है कि हाँ भाई एक हीरो दूसरी तरफ आ रहा है। ये देखो रेजोल्यूशन फंस गया भाई, फंस गया वो। ओ मरा भाई साहब, इसने मेलोडियन से मार दिया। वो उसका एक एबिलिटीज है, जैसे इसका ये पत्थर वो करता है, समझ रहे हो आप? मैं प्ले करके दिखा देता हूँ क्या करता है। देखो जैसे इसको मारा, राइट? इसकी फर्स्ट स्किल क्या है देखो, मैं बता रहा हूँ। इस हीरो की फर्स्ट स्किल क्या है वो मैं बताता हूँ। ये देखो क्या करता है, ये देख रहे हो? 10 का ये फर्स्ट स्किल है। ये इंफॉर्मेशन देता है कि क्या करता है वो, राइट? हम लोग आ गए। हेलो वीवो, क्या हाल चाल है? अभी बेसिकली क्या हो रहा है कि ये ओ माय गॉड फाइट हो रही है। ग्रीन वाले लोग क्या उनको प्रेस कर पाएंगे? आई थिंक ये मरने वाला है। यस यस यस, ये डाउन है, डाउन है, डाउन है, डाउन। भाई 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 भाई, जीता भाई, जीता जीता। क्या बात है, क्या बात है भाई, क्या बात है। वाह, अभी मैं आपको बताता हूं कि इसका अभी क्या सीन है, राइट? ऊपर में फाइट हो रहा है गाइस, रेजोल्यूशन नहीं जाने वाला। ओ माय गॉड, ये दोनों मरेंगे, दोनों मरेंगे, दोनों मरेंगे, दोनों मरेंगे। ये गया, ये भी बनने वाला है, ये आधे भाई। ओ भाई बच गया। घुसेगा वो, घुसेगा पक्का। ये पकड़ा 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 भाई साहब। गाइस आप लोगों को बताना चाहूंगा कि डोटा 2 इंटरनेशनल जो आप अभी देख रहे हो, उसका टोटल प्राइस पूल अभी है $18 मिलियन। $18 मिलियन का ये टूर्नामेंट हो रहा है गाइस, जो आप देख रहे हो। इट्स नॉट अ स्मॉल थिंग। $18 मिलियन, राइट? $18 मिलियन। 18 मिलियन डॉलर्स का प्राइस पूल का एक टूर्नामेंट हो रहा है गाइस। ये $18 मिलियन। $18 मिलियन टूर्नामेंट। इन्हें अपडेट कर दिया गाइस। 18 खेलेंगे जेसन ब्रोडी। $18 मिलियन टूर्नामेंट गाइस, ग्रैंड फाइनल्स। ओ माय गॉड, ओ माय गॉड, ओ माय गॉन। इसको भी पकड़ लिया भाई। अरे टावर के पास आना चाहिए इसको। अरे ये यहाँ पे आ रहा है, इन लोग सब वो कर रहे हैं। टीपी कर जाएगा। चलो भाई सही है, इन लोग रोटेट किया। ये टीपी करके आते हैं। एक टाउन पोर्टल रहता है, ये छोटा सा जो है वो एक रेसिपी खरीदना पड़ता है जिससे कि आप टीपी कर सकते हो। एक जगह से मैप के दूसरे जगह मैप पे आ सकते हो, ठीक है? वो रिस्पॉन होते हैं तभी तो, जैसे ही डाई होते हैं उनके पास एक टाइमर चला जाता है, वो रिस्पॉन होते हैं। वो चलता रहेगा जब तक फाइनल थ्रोन नहीं टूटेगा, तब तक चलता रहेगा। फाइनल थ्रोन यहाँ मेरे माउस को देखो, ये कास्टर के माउस को नहीं, मेरे माउस को देखो, छोटा वाला। ये देखो यहाँ पे रेड वाला एक है, ये अपना थ्रोन है उन लोग का, रेड वाले का। इधर ग्रीन वाले का थ्रोन है। तो अगर रेड वाले ग्रीन वाले के थ्रोन को पहले तोड़ दिए तो रेड वाले जीतेंगे, अगर ग्रीन वाले रेड वाले को तोड़ दिए तो ग्रीन वाले जीतेंगे। ऐसा $18 मिलियन टूर्नामेंट मैन, ग्रैंड फाइनल्स। ओके ये मरा 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 मरा, नहीं रुक सकता। 3 लोग गैंग कर रहे हैं उसको, कहां से बचेगा बेचारा। कम ऑन गाइस, सभी लोग थोड़ा सपोर्ट दिखाओ इस गेम के लिए, थोड़ा कमेंट करते रहो, थोड़ा क्वेश्चंस पूछते रहो। आई विल आंसर दैट, राइट? मुझे भी लगेगा कि हाँ भाई जनता इंटरेस्टेड है कुछ नया सीखने में। आरपी तो आप लोग हर दिन देखते हो, हर एक चीजें दिखाता हूं मैं, राइट? इस पे भी सवाल पूछो। जैसे पबजी आप लोगों को नहीं मालूम था, बाद में आप लोगों ने समझा स्कोप क्या है, ये क्या है, वो क्या है, वर्टिकल ग्रिप क्या है, वो क्या है, राइट? चीक पैड क्या है, वैसे ये भी पूछो, इसके बारे में पूछो, आंसर दूंगा मैं, तभी जाके सीखोगे भाई। जनता बनाने से बनती है, उनको समझाना पड़ता है, सिखाना पड़ता है। मैं सिखा रहा हूं। आस्क द क्वेश्चन, डोंट बी अ डम ऑडियंस, डोंट बी अ डम ऑडियंस। क्वेश्चन पूछो, आई विल आंसर दैट। मतलब जो टीम जीतेगी 18 मिलियन मिलेंगे, डिवाइड होगा 18 मिलियन पूरा, उसमें फर्स्ट, सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ वो है। फर्स्ट प्राइस कितना है मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूं चेक करने के लिए, एक मिनट। अभी बता रहा हूं आपको। ओके, अभी फाइट होने वाला है। ये सबके ऊपर इन लोग अभी मालूम है गायब हैं। गायब क्या है मतलब इनविजिबल है, क्योंकि एक हीरो की एक एबिलिटी है, उसकी अल्टीमेट एबिलिटी है। जैसे कि वैलोरेंट में एक एबिलिटी होती है कि टोमन टीपी करके कहीं और चला जाता है, राइट? उसको कैसे आप लोग समझे थे, है ना? वैसे एक हीरो की एबिलिटी है कि वो सारे प्लेयर्स को गायब कर देता है कुछ सेकंड के लिए, 30 सेकंड, 15 सेकंड, 20 सेकंड के लिए। वो किस लिए गायब करता है? जैसे किसी के पास ग्रीन वाले के जंगल में गैंग कर रहे हैं हम लोग, तो वहां पे जाके उनके हीरोज को अचानक से मार सके, क्योंकि आप अचानक से सामने आ जाओगे ना, पता नहीं लगेगा, राइट? फॉर दैट रीजन क्या होता है कि you use an ability to go ahead and get your kills, और kills करोगे। ये देखो गोल्ड मिल रहा है, इसको गोल्ड मिल रहा है यहाँ पे, देखो राइट, ये गोल्ड बढ़ रहा है, देखो ये अभी एबिलिटी यूज किया अपने इल्यूजन्स को मल्टीप्लाई किया। वो लोग और सारे कैंप्स होते हैं ना छोटे छोटे जगहों पे, जहां पे ऐसे क्रीप्स बने हैं, देखो ये देखो, ये ऐसे क्रीप्स होते हैं, राइट? तो अपने इल्यूजन्स को वहां भेज करके वहां भी लास्ट हिट लेकर के गोल्ड बढ़ाता है और अपने आइटम्स को बाई करता है। आइटम बाई करने से क्या होता है, आपके पास एडिशनल मारने की क्षमता आती है। जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल लाइक वैलोरेंट में आपने एक एबिलिटी बाई की कि भैया उसमें स्मोक फेंकना था, राइट? या आप गोस्ट बाई कर रहे हो, कुछ भी एक बाई कर रहे हो, नॉर्मल आप पिस्टल पे नहीं हो, तो आप एबिलिटी बाई करते हो उस गोल्ड से। तो दैट इज वाई ये देखो, ये आगे बढ़ रहा है उसको मारने के लिए। एक्चुअली क्या पकड़ पाएगा उसको? फर्स्ट किल मारा इसको। ओ भाई मिस कर दिया यार। क्राउड का रिएक्शन सुनना बैकग्राउंड में, और जो बंदा कमेंट्री कर रहा है ना इंग्लिश में, उसकी कमेंट्री इतनी खूबसूरत है गाइस कि आप लोगों को समझना चाहिए कि कितना ऑसम है वो। वो एरो मारा, उसको एरो मतलब पकड़ लेते, राइट? कि एरो अगर लगता तो स्टन होकर के वहीं रुक जाता। रेड वालों ने एक एबिलिटी है, फर्स्ट वाली जो हीरो है मिराना, उसकी एक एबिलिटी है, उस एबिलिटी है ये सेकंड स्किल सेक्रेट एरो। अगर ये फेंकता है और किसी हीरो पे जाके लगता है ग्रीन वाले को, तो वो स्टन हो जाएगा और डैमेज भी देता है वो। खत्म यार, एबिलिटी यूज किया उसने। देखो ये टॉन्ट कर रहे हैं, क्या हुआ भाई? खत्म, डिलीटेड, राइट? आगे बढ़ा। ये इल्यूजन है, इल्यूजन से अपने आप को भ्रमित करते हैं कि शायद ये मेन हीरो है और ये इल्यूजन है, उन लोग इल्यूजन को मारेंगे। जैसे कि योरी यूज होता है वैलोरेंट में, आप अपने इल्यूजन को भेजते हो, सामने वाला उस इल्यूजन को मारता है और वो फ्लैश होता है। यहाँ पर क्या है कि आप इल्यूजन भेजते हो तो उसकी इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाती है कि वो बंदा एग्जैक्टली कहाँ खड़ा है। तो रेड वाले लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, वहां पे फिर कॉर्नर करके उसको गैंग कर सकते हैं, राइट? अभी देखो ग्रीन वालों का टावर एक्चुअली मतलब बहुत डैमेज हो गया, ऑलमोस्ट जाने वाला है बीच वाला टावर। ये देखो ये टावर जा रहा है, बीच वाला टावर जा रहा है, ये देखो ग्रीन वाला टावर, ये ऑलमोस्ट इसकी हेल्थ बहुत कम हो गई है, राइट? So let's see. अरे कोई बात नहीं मैडी, कोई बात नहीं यार, अंग्रेजी कौन सी बड़ी बात है। आगे बढ़ रहे हैं इन लोग, ये अपने एबिलिटी लेकर के बढ़ रहे हैं। लेट्स सी, देखते हैं क्या होता है। आई होप कि ये मैच बहुत अच्छा जाए। गाइस मैं आपको इसका हाईएस्ट प्राइस पूल बताता हूं। डोटा 2 का सबसे हाईएस्ट प्राइस पूल है $40 मिलियन। इस बार डोटा ने उतना पैसा नहीं कमाया बैटल पास में, उतने सपोर्टर्स नहीं आए बिकॉज ऑफ वेरियस रीजंस, राइट? क्योंकि बैटल पास अच्छा नहीं था, लोगों को पसंद नहीं आया। लेकिन टोटल प्राइस पूल डोटा 2 इंटरनेशनल 2021 का था $40 मिलियन, 2019 का था $34 मिलियन। इस बार ही सिर्फ $18 मिलियन रह गया। और देखो उसको लग गया, वो एरो लग गया, उसको एरो लग गया, एरो लग गया तो ऐसे हो गया। अभी देखते हैं ये लोग, लाल वाले लोग एक्चुअली ग्रीन के जंगल में घूम रहे हैं, फाइंड करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि भैया ये ग्रीन वाले लोग कहाँ पे हैं जिनको मारे उसको, राइट। ये देखो ये क्रीप्स हमेशा आते रहेंगे, राइट। इसको मारो, लास्ट हिट उसको मारते हैं, जैसे देखो ये तो गोल्ड बढ़ेगा, गोल्ड बढ़ जाता है उसका, और हम लोग फिर आइटम परचेस करते हैं शॉप से, ठीक है। आइटम कुछ परचेस करके अपग्रेड्स परचेस करते हैं, आर्मर के लिए ये सब परचेस करते हैं, ठीक है। आर्टिफैक्ट्स ये सब है, वेपन्स के लिए ये सब यूज होता है, ठीक है। ऐसे अपने आप को उन लोग अपग्रेड करते हैं सामने वाले हीरो का। ये लोग देखो ना, जैसे वैनगार्ड लिया, वैनगार्ड किस श्रेणी में आता है? ओ इसका आर्मर बढ़िया है, आर्मर तो 6 7 8 9 आर्मर है 45 का। हाँ तो आर्मर में देखो आता है वैनगार्ड, वैनगार्ड इज एन आर्मर। तो पज ने क्या किया है, पज ने एक्चुअली आर्मर लिया हुआ है वैनगार्ड के साथ में, ठीक है। क्लोक क्या करता है, क्लोक इज बेसिकली ऐसा आइटम है जिससे कि आपको मैजिकल रेजिस्टेंस मिलता है। ये देखो क्रिस्टालिस यहाँ पर है, एक्चुअली इसको फाइट करने की कोशिश कर रहा है, सेकेंडली इसको सपोर्ट मिल रहा है बाय नागा साइरन। ये एक टैंक हीरो है साइड हंटर। ये देखो थर्ड स्किल यहाँ पे देखो, स्मोक करके जा रहा है, ये देखो स्मोक करके जा रहा है बंदा, स्मोक का एक आइकॉन है उसके ऊपर, आगे बढ़ रहे हैं इन लोग। ये देखो उसको एम्बुश करने की कोशिश कर रहा है कि भैया क्या इसको चुपके से जाके मार सकते हैं। देखिए ये मिला नहीं उसको, मिला नहीं, पीछे आ रहा है। कल लास्ट गेम मैंने इस हीरो से खेला था, मिराना से, इस हीरो से लास्ट गेम। कल मैं स्ट्रीम कर रहा था रात को, तो इस गेम से खेला था मैंने। बहुत खूबसूरत एरोज लगे कल मेरे, बहुत खूबसूरत। अभी देखो क्रिस्टालिस यहाँ पे है, लेकिन उसको सपोर्ट करने के लिए देखो पीछे से बंदा आ रहा है। ये देखो पीछे देखो, ये देखो पीछे खड़ा हुआ है, इसको नहीं पता कि वो यहाँ खड़ा है। देखो एरो आया, लग गया। देखो अभी भी स्टन है, ये गया, ये खत्म। तो इन लोगों ने एक हीरो को खोया, सामने वालों ने एक हीरो को खोया। अभी फाइट हो रहा है, देखो गाइस ग्रीन वाले लोग फंस रहे। ओ माय गॉड, अरे यार इसने अपना अल्टीमेट यूज कर दिया। निशा क्या कर रहा है, रेजोल्यूशन पीछे आ जा। रेजोल्यूशन मारपीट करने के बजाय पता नहीं क्या खेल रहा है ये चीज फर्स्ट गेम में। कम ऑन गाइस, और सवाल पूछो, और पूछो, और बता दो। देखो इसका भी, ये देखो ये नीचे का जो टावर है उसका भी हेल्थ कम है, राइट। इन लोगों के टावर का हेल्थ पता नहीं क्या है, इन लोग शायद पुश ही नहीं किए। एक ही टावर गया है यहाँ पे, एक टावर ये गया है। देखो 2 टावर चले गए हैं लाल वालों के, एक टावर है देखो नीचे का बचा हुआ है लाल वाले का, राइट। फिर ये
plan is being executed perfectly by them. And for Secret approaching into any of these fights, like Zayat, he still doesn't even have his blink dagger yet, so him being able to jump in, get.
Can you beat that? लाल वाले लोग ग्रीन वाले जंगल गए खाली मतलब फार्मिंग करना है, तो उनका फार्म खत्म हो जाएगा ना, फार्म ही नहीं कर पाएंगे। फार्मिंग मतलब कैंप्स में जो क्रीप्स होते हैं छोटे, जिसको क्रीप बोलते हैं, उनको मार के गोल्ड मिलता है। अगर उनके क्रीप्स को लाल वाले लोग ले रहे हैं आकर के, तो ग्रीन वाले लोगों को तो कुछ मिलेगा ही नहीं, राइट। उन लोग आइटम्स नहीं परचेस कर पाएंगे, सामने वाले लोग स्केल अप हो जाएंगे आइटम परचेस करके, और फिर मैच पलट सकता है, वैसा है। अभी टोंड्रा ने 14 किल्स, हीरो किल्स किए हैं, और सीक्रेट ने 9, ठीक है।
Each minute, Tundra is getting further and further ahead. Very much feeling
देख रहा हूँ guys,
on the game this early on as well. 22 minutes in, 8k lead.
Yep.
Oh my god.
9. Oh, we got the Orchid coming out.
We'll be lucky to find an illusion room.
He'll be all right. And yeah, they also have 9 who's going to be going for his.
आप लोगों को बताना चाहूंगा जो 2021 का मतलब प्राइस पूल था, राइट, वो $40 मिलियन का था, जैसे कि मैंने कहा. It was big. ओ भाई एरो मिस हुआ उसका.
With their sort of counter initiations in terms of the black holes and such.
I mean, it's 22 minutes and there's only 2 flash heap stacks. Never a position you want to be on.
Wow, man.
Chrysalis, he's got Ags done. Let's see what he's going to be able to do.
ये गेम इतना पॉपुलर है तो इंडिया में क्यों नहीं खेलते? लर्निंग कर्व बहुत ज्यादा है, बहुत बड़ा है. ओह रेजोल्यूशन का अल्ट लगा, वो ब्लैक होल है, ब्लैक होल रेजोल्यूशन का. तो बेसिकली ब्लैक होल मतलब वो एक एबिलिटी है, इसमें एक सर्कुलर फॉर्म में एक एबिलिटी बनती है ब्लैक होल की तरीके से, राइट, और वो आपको उस पोजीशन पे खींचती है और आपको डैमेज पड़ता है. ये एनिग्मा का अल्टीमेट है, मतलब ये एनिग्मा जो है उसकी अल्टीमेट है ब्लैक होल. ये देखो यहाँ पे फाइट हो रहा है. ओ माय गॉड, गया टायर, फाइन नहीं गया, मतलब इन लोग फाइंड कर ले रहे हैं उसको, पता है. 8K का गोल्ड डिफरेंस है. देखो यार, इन लोग नहीं हैंडल कर पा रहे टुंड्रा को. इन लोग नागा को बैन क्यों नहीं करते, मुझे समझ में नहीं आता. साइरन को बैन करना चाहिए. नागा साइरन इतना इरिटेटिंग हीरो है ना, हर टीआई मैचेस में नागा साइरन घुसता है, हर टीआई मैचेस में. पुल नाइस, नाम गया. ये देखो अब पीछे ब्लिंक 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 ब्रो, ब्लिंक नहीं है उसके पास. ये टाइड हंटर है, ये एक टैंक टाइप हीरो है. असल में मैडी ये गेम जो है ना, राइट, मैं बताना चाहूंगा, ये गेम जो इसका लर्निंग कर्व बहुत ज्यादा है भाई, ठीक है. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि बड़े यूट्यूबर्स इसको खेलना चाहते हैं, अपनी स्ट्रीम को नहीं दिखाते बिकॉज ऑफ वेरियस रीजन. वन कि यूट्यूब अगर आप जैसे कि किसी और गेम को दिखाओगे, राइट, तो आपको रिकमेंडेशन में नहीं डालेगा, है ना, तो आपकी वॉचिंग कम आती है. तो उस डर से वो चीज नहीं करते. अगर आप 1-2 मिलियन, 3 मिलियन, 4 मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर वाले हो, आपको हर एक गेम दिखाना चाहिए जो कि पोटेंशियल है, जिसके अंदर ई स्पोर्ट्स होता है, जिसके अंदर कुछ बड़ा हो सकता है. ये देखो कैसे इसको, देखो, ओ माय गॉड, ओ माय गॉड, पीछे से आकर के, ओ माय गॉड, क्रिस्टालिस गया. ये भी फंसा हुआ है, निशा भी फंसा हुआ है. बचेगा, मरेगा ये. ओ रैवेज लग गया यार, इसका अल्टीमेट है वो. अरे टाइटन नहीं मरा, आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. सीक्रेट तो कोशिश कर रहा है, लेकिन क्या करे, इसका रेजोल्यूशन का. अब मैं इसका आपको अल्टीमेट दिखाता हूँ कैसे काम करता है. रेजोल्यूशन का जो अल्टीमेट है, ठीक है ना, रेजोल्यूशन का जो अल्टीमेट है, ये अल्टीमेट देखो, 3,27,000 लोग देख रहे हैं अभी, ठीक है. रेजोल्यूशन का अल्टीमेट जो है वो ब्लैक होल है, राइट. वो कैसे काम करता है उसको थोड़ा आप लोग ये देखो कैसे काम करता है. ये देखो, देख रहे हो आप, ये देख रहे हो, ऐसे काम करता है उसका अल्टीमेट. ये देखो ऐसे. वो लेकिन उसका कूल डाउन पीरियड देखो, 200, 180 सेकंड, 160 सेकंड का कूल डाउन पीरियड है. तो मैडी बात ऐसी है कि इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स गेम, राइट, जिसके अंदर इतनी सारी चीजें एक साथ देखनी पड़ती हैं, राइट. ओह मिस हो गया सॉन्ग ऑफ द सायरन. मरा. नाइस निशा. निशा एक्चुअली इसका ब्लडस्टोन ऑलमोस्ट हो गया. अच्छा ब्लडस्टोन तो हो ही गया है. निशा एक्चुअली अपना अल्टीमेट ये क्या बोलते हैं, कोशिश कर रहा है इन लोग फाइट करने का. सीक्रेट इज ट्राइंग टू फाइट. 12-19 किल्स है ना, दे आर ट्राइंग टू फाइट. और रिफ्रेशर की तरफ जाएगा, रिफ्रेशर बनाना पड़ेगा उसको. तो बीके भी जा रहा है क्या? हाँ पहले बीके भी जाएगा फिर रोशन वो करेगा। देखो ये लोग रोशन लेने आ गए। अबे रोशन क्या चीज है? रोशन बेसिकली क्या है कि ये देखो एक कैमरा है जो दिखा रहा है वहां पे क्या फाइट हो रहा है। रोशन क्या करता है, इससे एक आइटम ड्रॉप करता है, उसको बोलते हैं एजीज ऑफ द इमॉर्टल, ठीक है ना? देखो 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 रुको 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 रुको। Oh my god! इसने 9 ले लिया। खत्म। क्या फाइट हो रही है।
Able to blink out just in time. It's a good fortune that he has that item there.
I mean, it's wild how much damage is reduced there. In most situations, if there's not a pipe, if there's not a raise
so clumped up and they just still didn't die.
देख रहे हो आप?
I'm saying only because when we've seen these pudges with on these lashes,
डैमेज देख रहे हो?
3 heroes inside that, you would probably see some 10,000 worth of damage or something. But look at this, the damage mitigation.
हमारे स्ट्रीमर्स को तो ट्रेंडिंग वाले इजी गेम्स ही खेलते हैं। वेल मैं तो कब से अपील कर रहा हूँ भाई बड़े स्ट्रीमर्स को कि भाई आप डोटा खेलो, डोटा खेलो। क्यों नहीं खेलते हो डोटा? खेलो डोटा, खेल के दिखाओ, खेलो, तभी तो मजा आएगा।
Unstoppable here so far in this game. 118k lead.
And it's also, you know, Ravage, it wasn't up until that exact moment as well too.
देखना पड़ेगा, मैंने अभी तक नहीं देखा लव बर्ड। ओ भाई फिर जा रही है इतनी बार ना। मेगा किल 9 डोटा इज बेस्ट डोटा मैन। क्या मारपीट हो रहा है भाई। चैट देखो पागल हो गई होगी है। देखो जी 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 इनिशिएटिंग देखो 5 अपी। बट डोंट यू थिंक कि ये कुछ ज्यादा ही मतलब वियर्ड हीरोज इन लोग ले रहे हैं? कैन यू टेल मी समथिंग? व्हाई आर दे नॉट एक्चुअली बैनिंग नागा साइरन स्टार्टिंग में ही? अगर उसको मालूम है कि इतने इल्यूजन कंट्रोल्स वाले हीरो खेलेंगे, नागा और ब्रूड मर्डर को तो बैन कर सकते हैं ना। तो प्रॉब्लम क्या है? क्या नहीं हो सकता? क्या मतलब उन लोग इल्यूजन बेस्ड ही हीरो खेलते हैं? इस हिसाब से अगर देखा जाए तो इल्यूजन बेस्ड ही हो रहा है। और अगर ऐसा है कि हाँ भाई उन लोग एक ही बैन कर सकते हैं, दूसरा बैन नहीं कर पाएंगे, उन लोग पिक करेंगे ही करेंगे एक तो ब्रूड मर्डर फिर भी ओके है। नागा साइरन के पास में राइट क्लिक का बहुत एडवांटेज रहता है। इसको देख रहे हो 149 प्लस 70 का डैमेज है प्लस राइट क्लिक में, और प्लस शी इज गोइंग टू गो फॉर ऑर्किड। और फिर अगर वो चली जाए क्या बोलते हैं, अरे उस आइटम को क्या बोलते हैं यार, ये इवेशन के लिए, ये बटरफ्लाई चला गया फिर और इवेशन। अल्टीमेट लगा तो लेकिन फायदा नहीं है, खत्म। जीजी है यार। 18 मिलियन डॉलर्स में चला जाएगा। कौन सा चला जाएगा यार? खत्म कर देंगे इन लोग। बेकार ही लो लिए इन लोग। क्राउड तो देख रहे हैं भाई।
attempt to get something going, but really with
अभी तो दिखा नहीं रहा है ना crowd को.
they get it off beforehand, then there's absolutely no chance of Secret killing these cores.
जो लोग भी chat में हैं guys, एक बार Dota 2 OP लिख दो भाई. It helps.
This is just, it's not a position
मजाक नहीं है ये
where
game.
we've really seen any teams be able to turn things around when they've been against Tundra in particular. Tundra get this sort of lead against you, it very much is over, unless something incredible happens.
Especially when they have this Naga Siren, really. They look to be amazing. These illusion carries in particular for Skeeter, right? His CK, his Naga has been a pleasure to watch. In Secret, they tried to set that pace early game, but almost never in this game did they actually have a lead. The gold was always actually pretty much in favor of Tundra.
वाह.
Tundra.
देखो फिर से स्मोक करके आया. ओ भाई भाई भाई. अरे यार.
Blinking in. All right, walk it down mid.
क्या कर रहा है ये बंदा पपी? फोर स्टाफ है इसके पास. पपी ने फोर स्टाफ तक नहीं बनाया. लिंक प्रायोरिटाइज किया. हुआ ही नहीं उतना.
From Saxon, nearly finishing him off. They'll go with the snowball over towards Crystallis. Chainfrost comes out from Puppy. Crystallis commits it with the BKB onto 33, but 33 is just so
There's no damage.
He barely cares at all that this Pudge is on top of him. Another hook from Crystallis will catch on, but 33...
Oopsie.
Here's the song of the siren.
Combo, but at this point, Tundra, they don't even need to hit these combos. They'll just back off and reset. Not the Ravage into Song that, you know, a sort of blow away secret, but they can afford to mess that up sometime.
यार ये नागा साइरन का खाली साइरन का मैं लिटरली बोल रहा हूँ. पता नहीं क्यों इस साइरन होने से ना वो डोटा देखने को नहीं मिलता. पपी एक्स लाइक पपी. हाँ बस भाई ये पता नहीं क्या पागलों की तरह. हरी देखो.
He's fighting. Bushwhack, Crystallis, he's getting low. 9 tries to chase him out. Crystallis gets taken down. 9 caught by the fear. You see at the side though, they're focusing down Nisha. Nisha goes down. 4 star to the side. 9 caught by the avalanche. Will go down. Secret able to find some sort of semblance of a trade there. They'll take out 9 immediately.
भाई 34,000 का गोल्ड स्विंग हो गया है ठंडा का. 34,000. 34,000 man.
Never walk up. He just walks in, gets fully focused from everyone.
पागल है इन लोग क्या?
Coming up for Skeeter in a moment.
Oh my goodness.
More heal prevention, more damage reduction, etc. Scotty's going to be coming out also for this Naga.
क्या पागलपन है भाई?
Level 20. Yeah. And Illusion Rune Founders on top of that also. I expect us to continue to just see all 3 lanes push right up to the base of Secret.
लवबर्ड मैं एक सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ, ठीक है? कि नागा साइरन को बैन क्यों नहीं किए? मैं ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ. What was the reason not banning Naga Siren? ये मैं जानने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. Can you tell me something about that from your perspective? भाई नागा साइरन को बैन क्यों नहीं किया गया? बोल रहा देखो क्या बोलते हैं.
Nice. They don't know what to do, bro. Come on, relax, bro.
Okay, keep moving, guys.
I got Vicky. Oh.
Well, there we go, very much. Because he's Secret, I think they know that this is a spot game one that's tough, but there's a long series ahead of them, so making sure to keep things light, keep things positive, and very much still continuing it to give it their all. Smokes up here.
इसका अल्टीमेट अवेलेबल है. रेजोल्यूशन का अल्टीमेट अवेलेबल है. देख रहे अल्टीमेट अवेलेबल है इसलिए वो चुचा से खड़ा हुआ है. आया.
Close by to Tundra.
Everyone on Tundra is just so farmed at this point. Pretty much every single hero with core.
So hard to get any grab, any toss back.
अरे यार फिर से वही सेम वही चीज. देखो यहाँ पे देखो नीचे लाल वाले क्रीप्स पहुंच गए उसके टावर तक. टावर 3 तक पहुंच गए. 37,000 का गोल्ड स्विंग मैन. क्या पागलपन है भाई. देखो आया एरो आया. ए बिंक मारेगा. ब्लिंक मारेगा, मारा, अरे मारा क्यों नहीं ब्रो? अच्छा इन लोग पीछे थे इसीलिए। अच्छा ब्लिंक ही नहीं है उसके पास।
This build really from 33 is working perfectly. I mean,
it's unkillable.
The pipe wraith pack we've seen so many times, but just throwing in this mage slayer because he sees that both cores at this
Siren is about weak players.
6-1 and 21, exactly what you hope to see.
Siren is for weak players.
115 on Skeeter.
Should be another one here for Tundra. Again, these
Actually Siren पता नहीं क्यों मुझे I don't know man. आप फाइट के बीच में वो कर दिए, क्या बोलती है, ये मार दिए, उसको अटका दिए और चले गए। क्या है ये? मतलब मैं बोलता हूँ कि सायरन इतना लंबा कर दोगे तो भाई फिर एक बात सुनना, हाँ आचार्य को फिर फाइट होने वाला है। देखो फिर उन लोगों ने स्मोक लिया है, कार्ड स्मोक।
So many of these heroes just get immediately burst down, especially Puppy.
With that Aegis, Tundra know that they can look to get into the
look at the secret. 33's taking the tower by himself. He's just anchor smashing it. Yeah, he's got the talent.
Chrysalis trying for some sort of a hook.
They can't stop him.
I mean, what's his Zayat? He's looking for a toss back.
Resolution क्या कर रहा है यार?
Pop the BKB, he's got to use it to step back, get some sort of distance between him and the rest of the team. He's going to try and stand his ground on 33 on 9. Jumps in with the Warriors punch into the snowball. Overall, Nisha Rezo, he's going to go for the black hole. The song is there.
It's healing him.
I mean, the black hole and damage alone, not enough to take him out through the BKB. Rezo
क्या फायदा है भाई?
does have a buyback, but even if he opts to do so, won't have a black hole to use. Tundra, they'll continue this push up towards the top lane. Taking down this set of barracks. A secret. We'll see if they go for one last move. Maybe hope that Tundra gets a bit close to the fountain, but Tundra, they don't mess around. They're not making any mistakes. 33 pops the Ravage, catches out Nisha and Chrysalis. Chrysalis getting low. He might just be able to reset this time as he is over towards the fountain, actually able to lift Nisha. Also able to keep himself alive for now with the Lotus. Reflects the net, but 33 is getting in on top of him. No one else able to get Nisha away from Tundra as he's out for 100 seconds. The tier 4s have gone, they're on to the ancient GG. And Tundra, they take this game one, and my goodness, they take this game one. This
first game Tundra जीता.
Tundra in full, complete control. I mean, it felt like
बहुत सारे इंडियंस भी वहाँ पे गए हैं देखने के लिए, पता है? मुझे ऐसा क्यों लगता है, देखो टीम सीक्रेट तो भाई पता नहीं क्या पागलों की तरह, मतलब आई मीन क्या खेला पता नहीं भाई। मुझे समझ में नहीं आया टीम सीक्रेट क्या खेला, क्या खेला भाई?
And I think what's going to feel really good for them is indeed it paid off. You know, as Aoi said, they wanted to try this game one.
Space देख रहे हो guys? हाँ?
They dealt with it.
Space देख रहे हो?
Phenomenally. There's no question about
Dota
it.
2 का
It was
stage.
never going to be any sort of issue.
ये तो बहुत minute stage है.
Look terrifyingly good here.
इतने लोग देखते हैं Dota 2.
Grand finals. Back over to you guys on the panel.
Thank you very much, Odie, Pixel and Fox. Yes. Tundra
Wow.
executing psychological warfare here in game one. They let the Lesh through and they destroy it, and you saw Secret just walking off. That felt a little bit heads low. This is probably one of the most devastating first matches we've had at the Grand Finals at International.
And it looked really good at the start. In some ways,
I mean, they had 5 heroes.
Like, they did have 5 heroes. I mean, one of the plays that I was most excited for that game was when they came mid and ganked, and they managed to kill 9 on his Tusk. And in anticipation of his respawn, they thought he's going to move somewhere. So they smoked Zayat and Nisha to top lane, where they then do a counter gank on 9's respawn TP. And that was like, I was like, that's so cool. Like, they're really shutting down 9's Tusk this game. Like, Nisha's just following him around the map.
I don't know, I feel like, James, you're completely on point. This game is just devastating.
Bro, come on.
You're picking... like, you
Trust me, I've been in games like this, not at the international, but this is a lot of what my MMR matches look like, and yeah, but you know, I still play more.
Cheap, Tiga. They've been given.
भाई GG हो गया भाई, लिटरली मैं बता रहा हूँ यार, इतना देखो टंडर तो मेरा दिमाग में है कि हाँ भाई टंडर इज प्लेइंग अ वेरी गुड गेम, राइट? एंड पपी पता नहीं क्या खेला, तो अभी फिलहाल नहीं। स्वॉर्ड गेमिंग मालूम है आपने मुझे क्या लिखा था? HDRP के स्टाफ में से हो कि नहीं मुझे मालूम आपने क्या लिखा था। अभी फिलहाल नहीं, लास्ट ईयर था। अभी फिलहाल नहीं हो, तो देखते हैं, अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी तो बात करेंगे इस बारे में।
But when you lose your early game, and Tundra is the best team in the world at just choking out, playing aggressive, not allowing you to cross the river, make any plays, and on top of that, 33, I know we kind of touched on it lightly, his itemization, he's identified the fact that if he gets a pipe...
वैसे भी आपको उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? आप अपना वाइट टेस्टिंग के बारे में बात कर रहे हो तो रशियन पोटैटो से जाके पूछो। He is the lead crew and will be able to answer most of the questions that you have.
You're going to get an Argo song. Like, it was just exceptional gameplay from them. But yeah,
जब ये लाइव आते हैं उनसे एक बार पूछ लेना अगर वाइट टेस्टिंग का क्या सीन है, क्या नहीं है, अगर कुछ फॉर्म पेंडिंग में नहीं है वो बता देंगे आपको।
Because will we see it again?
Oh, I mean,
tell us more.
Oh, tell us more. Well, of course. So Team Secret coming into this tournament, or at least into the playoffs, they'd beaten PSG twice in a row with the Leshrac. They had beaten Thunder Awaken twice in a row with the Leshrac. They were one of the best Leshrac teams in the tournament. But this game here is the first loss for Nisha on Leshrac, going now 4-1. Don't forget Tundra, they've not played any Leshrac at TI so far. They've not even touched it. They played it 6 months ago. So for Tundra to come into this grand finals, to give Secret one of their best heroes, beat them with it, potentially Tundra, it could slip into their hero pool throughout this grand finals.
Isn't there another team at TI?
It's quite a few.
That didn't play Lesh?
Yeah,
back in the day.
Back in the day, CDEC, they did not play Leshrac, and it cost them a TI win. It was pretty devastating, but looks like it's going to be the complete opposite story here.
It was also a very broken hero back in the day.
Yeah.
And it still is quite a broken hero. And luckily, Nine has played some Leshrac this week. He played 3 pub games on it. So this strategy from Tundra gives Secret Leshrac. Beat them with the Leshrac. Never play it at all. It could set up for some mind games going into game 2, maybe game 3. That Tundra surprises Secret with a, haha, we actually do play it type strategy. But maybe I'm kind of getting carried away there.
Well, it didn't work out in game 1. But do you think, we talked about their map control.
Yeah, it's fun, bro.
They had really good vision. They strangle at the map. But one of the other things is this a counter to Leshrac as well. The fact that every single person you want to kill is just so hard, and they have backup because you don't want to be chasing a Mirana. Hoodwink, you know, gets into the tree line. You don't want to open up on the tide. So it seems like they're not only masters of the map, they're really masters of control. And Leshrac needs to go deep into the fights. And so what do you do? Get a blink?
Yeah, like Lich. Lich got himself a blink. Why not Lesh as well? Like blink on Leshrac is actually not that bad. It can happen later on in the game. They had different problems though. Like the initiation needed to happen after Ravage, post Ravage. That puts a lot of pressure on Rezo. Like you could see so many black holes that are targeted well. He catches a couple of heroes, but those heroes already pop the BKBs because he cannot wait. He knows that if he waits, the Ravage is there. His teammates are already dying. Leshrac, so many times he goes in, and he's the sole hero that's hitting the raid pact.
Tough. But of course, Team Secret will take a moment backstage. They're going to have a little bit of time to kind of regroup and pick up their heads. But we did hear from Team Secret earlier as Avo sat down with them before the grand finals.
Welcome, Team Secret, to the round table. Are you guys ready for the grand final?
I'm ready. Nisha was the first one that answered. It's good, you know. Like, why everybody looking at me for?
Let's get started with the actual questions. A lot of teams, they talk about how losing makes them stronger because they get to learn about their weaknesses, you know, when a team figures them out. Are you guys worried that they can just figure you out at the right moment and then it'll be too late to learn from it?
Yeah, Nish.
Yes.
I'm worried. I'm actually worried. I mean, in Secret, if
No,
you
next
lose with
kill,
one hero, you're not picking it again. That's the law, so.
Wow, bhai.
Removed from the pool.
Do you feel like the underdog to a degree?
We are underdogs.
Okay.
There's no like question about it.
Okay. Let's talk about the addition of Bcso to the team.
Yes, Onyx,
You
what's
guys have
up?
been playing together as a duo for a while, haven't you?
नहीं हूँ मैम सब बढ़िया चल रहा है मैम. How are you doing?
We were together in Hellraisers, now here.
Raise some hell.
How are you going? Good.
Is it true that you guys were like marketing yourself as a duo when you guys?
How was your
While you were looking to lane together?
Yeah, I literally made that tweet that the best duo offline was looking
education thing going on?
And it worked.
बताओ
Not a single
what's what?
request was from that tweet. Nobody reached out. They're like, yeah, whatever. What are you guys? I mean, I think it's both the view on the game that we are sharing and outside of
सर
the
आते
game,
नहीं
like,
आजकल
we
आप क्या
share
बात
a lot
बोलते
of
हो?
life
आप लोग नहीं आ रहे हो?
some certain things, and it's like very easy to talk
ठीक आते
to.
हैं.
So it just kind of like was a very obvious way for us to go from that point on.
Is it
Roll
true that
logs
you
में
guys,
check करो,
speak
next
Russian
मिल
to each
जाएगा.
other in the lane during the game?
It is true.
So the half the team speaks English to each other and the other half speaks Russian.
Yeah, it's just the laning. Yeah.
Oh, just the laning.
But
अच्छा, nice, nice, very nice, very nice.
Some laning with the Clement and like
मालूम
kind of break the rules, you know.
अभी पॉइंट क्या हो रहा है ना नेक्स्ट चलो आप पूछ ही रहे हो तो मैं बता रहा हूँ बेसिकली क्या हो रहा है कि अभी सब लोग सिर्फ उसी चक्कर में मैंने कॉल करने की कोशिश किया था बाद में फिर बाद में ऑनलाइन नहीं थे ना इसीलिए बात ऐसा हो रहा है कि बात करेंगे आपसे आप बात करना ऑफ स्ट्रीम बात करूंगा मैं कि क्या हो रहा है जैसे कि कोई मालूम पड़े क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है so that शायद आप कुछ बोल पाओ एज ए स्टाफ टू द एडमिन्स बात और कुछ क्लियर भी कर लूंगा आपसे रिगार्डिंग द सर्वर पर्सपेक्टिव तो बोल देना मुझे और क्या कुछ हुआ नहीं है मैं ऐसे ही बता रहा हूँ सर क्या जनरली
Okay, not that kind of wild stallion. He's his own person, Puppy. You talked about that.
Okay,
yes. Sorry, maybe I went a little bit too poetic.
At Riyadh or?
Yeah, it was a Riyadh.
Yes, of course. आप
Relationship evolved going towards the.
बोलना बस यही मैं अभी.
It's still the same. I don't think much has changed at all. It's still a bit of goofing. We click. They just kind of works. I'm usually a bit more of a.
देखते हैं क्या क्या सीन चल रहा है इधर का.
Well, you know, whatever.
I mean, I could tell you a billion Remco stories.
वही तो है. Nothing special. I mean, चल ही रहा है. देखते क्या होता है अभी तो लाइक यू नो एक मैच खत्म हुआ है डोडा का अभी मतलब ये स्ट्रीमिंग कर रहा था अभी है ऑलमोस्ट अगर ये बेस्ट ऑफ 3 है लाइक कोई भी अगर टीम अगर 3 मैच जीत जाती है तो फाइनल जीत जाएगी एंड दैट विल बी डन बस वही स्ट्रीम कर रहा था देख रहा था क्या सीन है क्या नहीं एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा अब क्या चल रहा है हाउ आर थिंग्स डूइंग एट योर एंड एडिशन
that you're playing for how many 20 years 10
My
years,
God.
whatever, but just play the game and do your best and be in the moment, be in the present moment, just give it your best.
Are you excited to play in front of a crowd? Does it add to the experience to you?
When they start chanting like some names of the team, usually the enemy team, it's fun. It gets better, you know?
The enemy team.
It gives me energy, you know, to prove them wrong, kind of.
Okay.
But it's fun, I guess. Yeah.
Crowds are awesome, and especially if they do some awesome things in there, like
हाँ सही कह रहे हैं आप
like that
भरत भाई
doing the black hole that was
उनका मतलब एक यू नो ड्रेसिंग सेंस है स्टाइल है वो सब
second TI. I think the crowd brings a lot of good energy.
You always feel it, like, you know, even if you're completely zoned in the game.
A personal sense है like
still
you know
feel the
personal choice है
sounds, they even like vibrations on the ground and stuff. You know, all of that
क्योंकि
people are watching, and not only on stream, like, you know.
कॉमन जो है वो एक रेसिस्ट है ना इसीलिए भरत भाई इसलिए मैं सपोर्ट नहीं करता उस चीज को
I like to enjoy crowd because I like to scream at enemies when I'm killing them. Because after the scream I can cool down. It's much easier. That's why I like crowd because they're screaming. I'm like, oh, hello, and we go next.
Thank you, Team Secret, for talking to me. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, it was a pleasure. Let's go.
That's the way to go.
Welcome back to the panel. Yes, I was a bit concerned for Secret coming off of game 1, of course, and how they kind of looked, but actually kind of seeing that video, feel really wholesome. I think like this is a team that actually get on so well and could definitely come back. And the talks of the crowd being amazing and how Zayat wants him, and Singapore has been amazing in this tournament. But any takeaways from the
first game gaya?
More words from Nisha.
तो ये समझ नहीं आ रहा कि like you know first game ऐसे down हुआ like फिर भी
So I think that was the best content piece that I've watched from Secret.
क्या करेंगे उन लोग
Doing my
देखते हैं.
research for TI, I was just like, Nisha. There's nothing. Moving on.
What was his comment? It was in Secret, if we lose with a hero, we don't pick it again.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
track piece that we did earlier, you can just ignore this kind of left.
That's also very interesting because that's not usually how Secret was, how Puppy is. Like if you remember back in the day, he was known as that stubborn captain. If he picks a hero, he's gonna stick with it no matter what. If he thinks that it's
I remember actually talking to Dendi, and he was like, I play what Puppy tells me to, you know, even if I don't think, you know, it's okay, Puppy says I have to do. But let's check in as we wait for the second game to get ready. Let's check into the arena with Slacks.
Oh.
Yes, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We are still here in the crowd for Grand Finals Day. We still awake, crowd? Oh, fantastic. Now, I do have a very rare opportunity. These were the first things that sold out at the Secret Shop. These are the trap... Oh, my God, don't show that. Valve promos, man. Very rare. Away in a little trivia contest. Now, people get a little nervous in front of the camera, so we're going to do what I like to call crowd trivia. It's basically trivia for Dumbos. Now, I'm not going to say that, but...
And Dumbos.
Easy trivia. Anybody in here a large? A large? Anybody a large? All right. Hello, sir. What is your name?
Tom.
Tom. What's your gamer tag?
My gamer tag?
Yeah.
It's on the show. Here we go.
That's Papa Virgin.
Call me Papa.
All right, well, that ain't changing anytime soon. Trivia question for you, my friend. All right. This is very hard. What team is Heen associated with?
Oh, God. That's a tough one.
Don't you? What?
Secret.
Secret! That's not Team Secret! There you go. One loud shirt. There you go. We got a medium. Now, this man helped me corral some fans earlier, so get your butt over here. Practice content. All right, this is tough. How do you spell Leshrac?
Leshrac.
Oh भाई साहब इंडियन जीता भाई एक
Hello, sir. You look trustworthy. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good.
Fantastic. All right, sir. I haven't really thought of a question. Okay. Who's your favorite caster, OD or Fog? Now, there is a correct answer. They're right there next to us. OD or Fog?
There's only one, sir. Fog.
Wow, that's great. Unfortunately, incorrect, though. So we'll have to go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And everybody here, by the way, these are the primo seats, right behind the casters, right when everybody walks out. These were the guys that came in first. So give it up. And yes, we're still quite awake over here, so we'll pass.
OD pixel left hand side पे.
Doing your panel thing, all right?
Hello, who's in finals? Secret versus Tundra.
The crowd to cause more.
Secret lost first match
of
grand finals.
The best things,
First match.
those are the primo seats, as Slacks called it. But he is so animated, and Fog just kind of stands there.
It's all the hand movements. It's really feeling and like part of the game.
It's really good that they're standing behind OD. If it was Cap, someone might get wet as well, you know.
Yes.
This could happen. Yes, so we're going to be getting the players out for game number 2, Secret versus Tundra. And still, the storyline is Tundra dominating game 1.
Wait, she's the kind of
talk about, you know, really how they put down the opponents, put down a lot on the map. What were they doing, Tundra?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I really liked how they utilized their fat tide.
Oh, no tail, bhai sahab.
Around 14 minutes when he finished his Wraith Pact and used his
no tail tha, no tail.
And this opened up the mid tower for them. And they were able to get a deep
so, as I was saying, guys, just watch this one, okay? Meanwhile, you know, the teams are actually coming up to sit. Just watch this one कि कैसे capitalist ने अपने ऊपर पानी वानी गिरा दिया था, okay? Just see this one. Alright, 1 second. 1 second. Watch this.
Assassinate and kill people without even the help of their cores. So they're just constantly applying pressure and kill threat to Secret all the time.
That pressure is constantly enabled by the Naga as well. Those pesky illusions like Rezo, that wasn't a game for him. Why? Because there's always one pesky illusion following him around, breaking his blink dagger, hitting him. Like, by the time he gets rid of the illusion...
जब तक आप लोग वो चीज़ देख रहे हो, ये चीज़ देखना कैसे हाउ कैपिटलिस्ट मतलब फन किया था देखना, ठीक है?
Crazy. Can't even imagine what the players are going through. I actually want to take a look at Cap during that match.
ये पुराना TI का है, अभी का नहीं है, लेकिन एक बार आप लोग देखो कैसे कास्टर्स लोगों ने क्या हंसी मजाक किया था. एक मिनट गाइस, ये देखो. अभी आप लोग देखना गाइस, हाँ ये चीज देखना. ये कास्टर है राइट, इसने कैसे मस्ती किया वो देखना, ठीक है? क्या हुआ ये देखो, मजा आएगा. नो.
I want to take a look at Cap during that matchup. Will's just like, dog. Oh man, you know, a lot of Dota fans. There's a little saying we have in Dota, and that's Cap.
पर एक्चुअली वो हुआ कैसे था ये वाला देखना, हाँ ठीक है, इसमें वो दिखाएगा. इधर देखना, इधर देखना, ये देखो. हाइपर कास्टर जिसको बोलते हैं गाइस, मतलब जो कास्टिंग था भाई, जो कास्टिंग था मजा आ जाता है भाई, सीरियसली बोल रहा हूँ.
Despite, I feel, a lot of fan favorites. Oh, sorry, people, you know, I would say pros favorites actually. I would say maybe Secret could be fan favorites, but Tundra could be the pros favorites because we heard from Seb and Noto earlier, and they kind of picked Tundra to go forward. But they're actually saying in the interview that.
So that was basically a hypercaster, okay? That is capitalist, like you know, water. आप ठीक से इस चीज को देखो. मीनवाइल अभी तो सिलेक्शंस हो रहे, होने दो. आप हाई कास्ट है ना, ये चीज को देखना, ठीक है? मतलब क्या होता है, इधर सुनो तो दिखा. ये नहीं यार, मुझे वो कैपिटलिस्ट का ही वो चीज दिखाना था. हाँ ये देखो, ये चीज देखो खाली, मतलब वो कास्टिंग करते करते कैसे कर रहा है. यहाँ आएगा वो कैपिटलिस्ट एंड ब्लिट्स. आप खाली कास्टर का कितना तेजी से बोल रहा हो उस चीज को देखो, राइट? जब आप लोग पबजी खेलते हो तो उसमें कास्टिंग होती है, राइट? थोड़ा ही कास्टिंग खाली सुनो.
They know they are at a disadvantage, but again, the poor stats always coming. He's got the two warriors onto the two.
मार्सी आया ठंडा की तरफ से.
Nakes with rage in a good life seeder game. And then the three other heroes are very fast-paced heroes. You know, the Miranas, the
फिर से last track pick किया. Secret.
Are going to strike kind of left and right on the map depending on the enemy's movement, and that's how they kind of win the economy game, hit timings, and then close the game.
भाई फिर से last track क्यों भाई?
Either you know hurt their system or you know find a way to counter it. I hope that Secret will adapt and really try to counter what Tundra does on the map a little bit more that game, so that they get an even footing, because they're great players too. and they can
very
definitely
cute.
beat them if on fair ground.
Oh, very cute.
Off to a start and no surprise so far.
I mean, I think it's a lot about the second phase bans. They do choose.
It's too much money, man. Yeah, it's too much money, bro.
The Brood or the Doom. I also agree with Seb that you could.
Dota का the price pool Dota 2021 का था $40 million भाई, 18 million तो कुछ नहीं है. 18 million तो winning amount था. TI 2011 का जो TI 10 2021 का जो price pool था, वो था $40 million. उसकी winning amount थी 18 million जो last team लेके गई थी. समझ रहे हैं? Last team लेके गई थी $18 million 2021 में. अभी तो खाली 2022 में जो प्राइस पूल है वो $18 million हुआ है. इस बार कम हुआ है.
Sidekick birds even later on. The lane is also ridiculous, and they have a lot of different combos. I've seen Tundra do stuff like this where you're now forced to maybe ban some heroes you don't want to. I've seen them do like this Luna Visage even at times that can sometimes just you have to waste a ban because you just don't want to.
Corsair देख रहे हो? कितने लोगों का वो मिलता है? फ्रेंचाइज मिलता है? 150 करोड़. हाँ सोच लो.
Because they're so good at using it on lanes. I feel like Secret has one tool that
150 करोड़ का टूर्नामेंट है ना? 18 million.
They're very strong in the lanes. They execute. I mean, Neta
देख लो भाई.
in the interview where he said that they respect a lot their lanes.
ये
and how
सब
much they're willing to push these lanes. And Marcy is one of the best heroes for that.
इंडियन गेमिंग कम्युनिटी के अंदर में Dota 2 को विजिबिलिटी नहीं मिलती है.
I feel it's almost a shame. Like we saw the Monkey versus the Brood Mother in one of the games. Like they completely.
GTA 5 RP, GTA 5 RP, बस.
I think it was all three lanes are.
GTA 5 RP, बस.
I want to say they could have done the same, you know, like don't waste a ban on the Brood.
Skill based game है भाई.
Stay within your comfort, like get the
Skill based game है ये.
Monkey's ban, so might have something to do with it.
So we're back to the Tundra system, you know. You're
1:1. पता नहीं 1:1 क्या होता है. अच्छा 1-1 बोल रहे हो क्या? Secret जीतेगा ये. अच्छा. Okay. Oh Naga van, Naga van. Zen Snake, hello. डोडा को सपोर्ट मिलना चाहिए गाइस. डोडा को सपोर्ट नहीं मिल रहा. तो कब से अपील करते करते थक गया कि भाई लोगों को देखना चाहिए, खेलना चाहिए. नागा बैन कर दिया भाई. नागा साइरन बैन कर दिया भाई. 18 मिलियन का इसका प्राइस पूल है. लास्ट ईयर $40 million था. सोचो $40 million. खाली 18 मिलियन तो लास्ट ईयर जो टीम जीत के गई थी उसको मिला था. सोचो भाई साहब, इन लोग सब अमीर है ब्रो. सब अमीर है. हर एक प्लेयर अमीर है. ये लोग ऐसे ही कमा लेते हैं. $18 million मैन. इसलिए इंडिया के बाहर में ना सच में बहुत सपोर्ट मिलता है. सपोर्ट मिलता है. वो गेम का पूरा बहुत मजा आता है.
And now we see like even like the Beastmaster ban, right? A similar thing they were talking about. It's controlling the map, trying to
Dota को सपोर्ट ही नहीं मिलता यार.
Bans coming out from Tundra.
बड़े प्लेयर्स लोग को बोलो कि भाई Dota 2 खेलो, नहीं खेलते हैं. फ्रेंचाइज का वेट करते हैं. फ्रेंचाइज लोग बोलेंगे हाँ भाई ये खेलो तो वही खेलते हैं. अरे Dota 2 इतना पैसा आपको ला सकता है ना. आपने सपने में सोचा भी नहीं होगा. खेल के देखो इस गेम को. PUBG के एक मैच में देख लो आप लोग, जब नहीं क्या फाइनल्स होते हैं दुनिया भर का, ये वो फलाना टिमकाना एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. इसमें देखो लोग डिस्कशंस देखो. पीसी गेमर्स का यही बहुत बड़ी बात है. पीसी गेम्स में भाई भयंकर चीजें. इंडिया में कुछ ही लोग, मोइन एजाज, नो चांस, पाशोल, राइट, स्विफ्टी, ब्लिजर्ड, नेगी, ये सब लोग खेलते थे. देखो वहाँ का अभी ऑडियंस.
How strong the second pick is going to be for them. I think the flex pick again from the Dawn, or finding a hero that can, you know, add this global presence, break this map, but still remain, like have some things remain flex, like the Leshrac Resolution can play it, and they can keep this till the end. But yeah, I think the second phase bans this time around much better from Secret.
Yeah, I like the Luna. That was when I was.
yeah, exactly. Like,
भाई मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, इंडिया के अंदर में क्यों नहीं है. लोगों को बोला आप Dota 2 खेलो, बहुत हो गया आपका ये PUBG दिखाना आप लोग का. Dota 2 दिखाओ. Dota 2 खेल के दिखाओ. गेमर हो, खेल के दिखाओ. थैंक यू चेतन, थैंक यू. थैंक यू मैन.
a little bit like
Ketan, thank you, bhai. Thank you.
constantly sending them mental illusions, shoving the waves, sending them also to scout.
लोग को बोलो भाई डोटा 2 खेल के दिखाओ. बहुत दिन हो गया आपका ये ऊपर आ रहा है स्क्वाड हाउस, बूम हाउस, ये हाउस बोलना बंद कर दो. डोटा 2 देखो, डोटा 2 खेल के दिखाओ. खेलो डोटा 2. देखते हैं तुम्हारा पूरा गेमिंग हाउसेस का सब निकल जाएगा आधा.
Sometimes even just suiciding illusions, just literally to get any type of information.
तभी जाके मजा आएगा क्योंकि उनके पास एक बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है बूस्ट करने के लिए इस गेम को इंडिया के अंदर में. इतना बड़ा टूर्नामेंट्स है, उन लोग जाते ही नहीं है इस गेम के अंदर में बैठ करके. पता नहीं क्यों भाई. It's a sham, bro.
I think I only saw them play it once, if even that. I don't even know if I saw them play it here.
Dota 2 का ग्रैंड फाइनल्स हो रहा है, राइट? कितने यूट्यूबर्स इस दिखाएंगे इसको, मैं देखता हूँ आज. कितने लोग दिखाते हैं इसको, अभी देख लो. यूट्यूब पे देख लो कौन दिखा रहा है. और चेकर नहीं फिनिक्स आया. ओके, चेन पपी खेलेगा. सोचो, मैं क्लिक करके देख सकता हूँ कि ये हीरो क्या क्या कर सकता है. देख रहे हो, ये ट्विच का है. आई एम करंटली ऑन ट्विच गाइस. ठीक है, और ये देखो मैं क्लिक कर रहा हूँ और इसी हीरो का मतलब इंफॉर्मेशन मिल रहा है. YouTube में मिलता ही नहीं है हमको.
If you force this Visage and the CK to fight before they get the shard on Visage and the BKB on CK, they might just run into, a Lashrak can easily solo kill them.
डायनामो खेलता है डोटा ना. मैंने उस दिन भी उनको बोला कि आप खेलो. मैंने उस दिन भी बोला उनको कि आप खेलो. उनको रिस्क लेना चाहिए. पता है, he is one person who takes a lot of risk that I have seen. He should take risk. रिस्क लेना चाहिए उनको पब्लिक का सपोर्ट बाय डिफॉल्ट मिलेगा भाई. कि आप लिटरली बता रहा हूँ, एक रोल मॉडल बन के आते हो भाई. 10 मिलियन हिट करने वाले एक बहुत बड़े यूट्यूबर. आप छोटे मोटे आदमी नहीं हो. ठीक है, आपने बहुत ग्राइंडिंग किया है. आज से नहीं कर रहे हो, 10-15 साल के ऊपर से आप कर रहे हो अपना यूट्यूब. गेम को बढ़ाएंगे तो और फायदा मिलेगा गाइस. आप समझ रहे हो, which is missing at the moment, right? They should do this. They should. Which is missing at the moment. समझ रहे हो? देखो मैंने अभी सर्च किया Dota 2 लाइव. ठीक है, नॉर्विन गेमिंग का हिंदी कास्टिंग चल रहा है, राइट? ठीक है, इंडिया में कोई कर ही नहीं रहा है ऐसा लग रहा है.
He needs to enable his side laners this game. And do you pick against the Lash?
2 साल पहले यू मुंबा ई स्पोर्ट्स ने किया था. 2 साल पहले. पाशोल खेलता है.
It's very tricky actually. Tundra's tended to not really prioritize counteracting like that matchup though, right? Like we've seen Liquid's approach to the Lash, they pick like the
ठीक है,
a lot of times 9
पाशोल प्लेस. उससे 3000 सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं.
When he saw secret pick Pangolier, he went for
ही नहीं.
I forget the name. Primal Beast. And I think
है ही नहीं.
his opportunity to counterpick when he can. Like he really wants, when he saw the Lash before they picked the Tusk, knowing that most likely I can get this matchup, and that's the one he likes, So now he has to pick blind, and I think Nisha might have an opening to really punish if he chooses.
Let's see what he's going to look at. I mean, we are getting a Puppy Chan in TI finals, which I think is very exciting, by the way. Like, I love it when
क्या बोले भाई?
their bread and butter, because this is where you're going to get kind of the...
इन रीजन में सर्च कर रहा हूँ. मीनवाइल आप लोग तो देख रहे हो, लेकिन मैं रीजन में सर्च कर रहा हूँ. यही मेन प्रॉब्लम है इंडिया में. आप ही कर रहे हैं इंडिया में वॉच पार्टी. वाह भाई, अच्छा वो दिया वॉच पार्टी.
10 years later, back at it. And what do they go for? Arc Warden. Okay, that is
very interesting.
That's quite the pick.
Yeah.
Quite different.
But look, I think
Bhai?
he's going to find something, don't you? I don't think he's going to accept
Arc Warden? फिर इल्यूजन. अरे कितना इल्यूजन भाई, ये इतना इल्यूजन करे खत्म कर दिया भाई. खाली इल्यूजन खेलता है.
They were already setting up for it. Is this Nine's first arc?
Arc Warden is very nice with the Tundra's heroes. It's very nice with their playstyle. It plays a lot like a Naga. It's a hero that's
Seb बोल रहा है, Seb.
Open area, safely get information. It's an amazing pick for Tundra's lineup. It's good against Lash, but I feel like Secret's lineup is one of the lineup that can make an arc very scary, right? Like very scared. I mean,
But this is not a typical 9 hero.
आप ही कर रहे हैं इंडिया में watch party. सोचो यार, सोचो love bird. सोचो.
Every 9 hero likes to rotate. Like there's Zeus and there's some other ones. Okay, Morphling. Yeah, here we go.
यार इस गेम के लिए इतना प्यार है, कम से कम लोगों को करना चाहिए.
Good matchup. There it is, and it's going to be a Rez Leshrac, and they're just kind of sacking this Leshrac a little bit. And because it's a rough matchup. Leshrac mid against Arc is not fun by any means.
But last time he played it, he ended up with Blink, Bloodstone, Hex very early on in the game, and I think if he gets the same type of snowball or
मुझे ऐसा लगता है मालूम है क्या कि टूर्नामेंट ऑर्गेनाइज करवाना चाहिए और पता नहीं यार गेम के प्यार के लिए लाइक यू नो ऐसे छोटा छोटा टूर्नामेंट ऑर्गेनाइज करवाना चाहिए. हो पाया शायद, आई डोंट नो, कुछ हो पाए तो कर सके तो अच्छा रहेगा. It'll be fun. इंडियन प्लेयर्स को मिलना चाहिए वो चीज.
This is probably the first game where I feel the most
Stunning.
they can be very challenged. And they can be crippled.
What do you sort of reckon, Fogs? You know, Nisha Morph, it's popped off before. Is this a game where we can expect to see Nisha get to a level where he's going to be having the potential to 1v5 in these team fights?
He's got good scaling. They got good ways to force team.
देख रहे हो guys? तेज.
I mean, I've said it before also in last game. I think they do want to keep the ball rolling, Secret, and if they don't,
टूर्नामेंट होना बहुत जरूरी है. इतना बड़े लेवल पे टूर्नामेंट होना बहुत जरूरी है. AUI 2000 उसका नाम है guys, जो मास्क पहन रहा था लड़का. वो कोच है एक्चुअली. सुन रखा.
Incredible. Like he's one of the best morphs out there. He hasn't gotten to play it as much lately, but I think everybody that ever got to face his morphs.
नहीं वो AUI था ना? नहीं AUI नहीं था वो. ये और था.
He can make wonders in this game.
मॉर्फ ले लिया उसने. Oh, resolution वो खेल रहा है क्या?
Tempo. Play their heroes to their strength. You know, it's a bristleback.
Resolution खेल रहा है.
Thank you very much, Seb. Over to Slacks now.
Hello, thank you so much.
Secret.
I am here with Heen.
दूसरा था हाँ.
Rough game one, as we saw, but what's the strategy here? Just give it to me straight. You know, when in doubt, shed it out, or what do you guys?
When in doubt, shed it out.
We want to be able to force objectives, because it's been very hard to force fights or like catch them. So
prediction करने के लिए बोल रहा है. Play with highest network fight 10 minutes.
And we won't get as frustrated trying to catch them or anything.
How long the game will be? Around about
Remember what Arc Warden does? It's been a while. Do you feel
37 minutes.
counters to that, and you're going to be okay with that last pick Morphling?
Plays with highest total magic or pure damage.
Scrims and maybe even matches. But so, yeah, it was not a complete surprise pick. Hopefully you're ready. I mean, game one.
Resolution. Which team will win?
All right. Well, you know what? We are ready to see this thing go all the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, can you please give it up for this man? Give us some energy. And please give it up to our wonderful casters who will bring us in to game number 2.
अरे logged in होना चाहिए.
Thank you very much, Slacks. Yes, we're ready to go here with game 2. Secret versus Tundra. Let's see if Secret are able to fare a little bit better, because that game 1, it was a rough one. Tundra coming out all guns blazing and being able to take that first map against Secret.
Indian community needs to throw their flashlight on all the potential esport games like this and not on the games that public like.
Exactly what you need, right?
True, man. रोना आता है, लिटरली बता रहा हूँ मैं, मजाक नहीं कर रहा. सेंसेक गेमिंग हाउसेस खाली बस वही दिखाते हैं. हाँ वैलोरेंट, हाँ पिक किया हेडशॉट, पिक किया, हाँ बस वो पिक किया, हाँ ये देख रहा है भाई, वन शॉट किल देखा, हाँ वो हेडशॉट देखा, बस वही, हाँ डैश किया, स्मोक मारा, यही खाली दिन भर यही चल रहा है. खाली FPS गेम्स खेलते हैं दिन भर, खाली FPS, फर्स्ट पर्सन, थर्ड पर्सन, यही खाली शूटिंग गेम्स दिन भर.
See how well Secret can deal with some of the more different heroes that Tundra are bringing into the fray this time. Eyes are going to be on 9, see how much he can do.
Oh, that is annoying.
He's going to be able to get now he's down to Chrysalis as he tries to get towards his lane.
He knows he has no risk. He's playing versus Chen in the lane, so you can easily go for these type of pressure plays. Give 33 that first few creeps advantage.
I mean, so this mid matchup as well.
3 cameras guys, left, mid, bottom, top, mid, bottom. 3 कैमरा एक साथ दिखा रहा है अभी फिलहाल. ये हट जाएगा, मिड कैमरा दिखेगा. ये एक तरीका है दिखाने का ऑब्स में.
One of these heroes had to be more careful than the other in this match.
Wow.
Probably a trading farm, maybe 9 slightly ahead if anything, but no, I'd say mostly just a
Mid
trade
lane.
for Nisha and just
9
in general. with the new skill build that you can go, you only have to put 2 points in attribute shift. You're able to prioritize having more points in adaptive and waveform. You're able to secure CS constantly, so I'd imagine Nisha does do just fine. Looking at top.
मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आया कि रेजोल्यूशन मॉर्फ क्यों नहीं खेला, वो क्यों नहीं खेलता.
It's enough to burst through Crystallis and take him out. She's going to even give a bit of a chase down onto Puppy.
He might go down too.
Finish him off as well. Saxo will be ready to dive in under the tower.
Where?
Delane starting off with a double kill for 33. That's not something you want to see if you're Secret.
This is just the Tundra.
True, Chetan, लेकिन the point is that trend तो सब यही लोगों ने बनाया ना भाई. ट्रेंड तो खुद से नहीं किया, किसी गेमिंग हाउस ने खुद से तो टूर्नामेंट डाला नहीं. पहले टूर्नामेंट आया, उसको किया गया. अपने पास इतने स्किल्ड प्लेयर्स भी नहीं है अब, ऐसा लगता है Dota 2 के, ऐसा लग रहा है. मालूम है, अगर अपने इंडियन गेमिंग कम्युनिटी में टूर्नामेंट हुआ ना तो बांग्लादेशी प्लेयर्स लोग आएंगे, उन लोग जीत के चले जाएंगे. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कुछ ही लोग हैं जो जीत सकते हैं, कुछ ही लोग हैं जो इंडिया में पोटेंशियल है. मैं नो चांस को कभी भी ना नहीं बोलूंगा. ही इज लाइक वन ऑफ द बेस्ट कैप्टन्स दैट आई हैव सीन. 50 Blizzard, Negi, Blizzard, no chance. Crowley तो भाई, just think about it यार.
See what creeps he's able to get to kind of dissuade this damage that's going to be coming out. He gets a pretty good one. It's a good one to at least harass them back.
इतना बुरा लगता है ना कि ये गेम इतना खूबसूरत है, ना उसको सपोर्ट मिलता है, ना वॉचिंग मिलती है, ना कोई कुछ मिलता है. कैन बी बहुत सारे लोग हैं. अरे भाई मैं लिटरली बता रहा हूँ, ऐसे प्लेयर्स हैं ना मैं देखा हूँ इन कम्युनिटी के अंदर में. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि पता है क्या, खुद से ही मतलब आई मीन ऑर्गेनाइज करके एक बहुत बड़ा टूर्नामेंट करवाना चाहिए. 5-10 हज़ार रुपए का, 10 हज़ार रुपए का भी अंदर टूर्नामेंट हो सकता है, 10,000 का भी टूर्नामेंट हो सकता है. 10,000 रुपीज का हो और वो क्या बोलते हैं, उस टूर्नामेंट में उन लोगों को वो चीज मिले और अच्छा टूर्नामेंट हो, है ना, तब मजा आता है. राइट. जैसा लगता है कि गोल की तरफ हमको कुछ करना चाहिए, जैसे कि लोग टूर्नामेंट के लिए वो करें और फिर मैं उस टूर्नामेंट को ऑर्गेनाइज करवाऊं. मुझे पता होना चाहिए कहाँ से करना है, कैसे करना है. अभी मैं किसी बड़ी गेमिंग हाउस के पास जाऊंगा, भैया आप टूर्नामेंट ऑर्गेनाइज करवाओ, वो 10,000 चीजें मेरे सामने इतना रख देगा कि मैं पगला जाऊंगा, भैया मैं कराऊं कैसे. राइट. मेरा उसमें क्या फायदा है, इसमें क्या है, वॉचिंग नहीं आएगी, फलाना टीम का ना X, Y and Z. भाई यू गोना सी, ओह माय गॉड, सीक्रेट इज गोइंग टू गेट इट. क्या मारेगा? नहीं, ये लास्ट हिट क्या बोले भाई. पापी मालूम है कैसे खेलते हैं गाइस. जन स्नेक, लव बर्ड, चेतन धीरे धीरे खाली खाली सपोर्ट हीरो. ओह, मारपीट वाला गेम खेलता ही नहीं है वो, आज तक नहीं खेल रहा है. तू इंडिया के मैच का वॉच पार्टी ऑन ट्विच. नहीं, फायदा क्या है ये कर्मा, देख कौन रहा है वहां पे, वॉचिंग ही नहीं आएगी ना. लोग देखेंगे मैंने, यूट्यूब इंस्टॉल्ड है ना, ट्विच करने में इंस्टॉलेशन में टाइम लगता है लोगों को. ट्विच बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट है, डायरेक्ट थ्रो ना कर दे. बस वही तो बात है यार. देखो मैं एक बात बता रहा हूँ लव बर्ड, मैं चाहता हूँ कि ये मैच सीक्रेट जीते, ये वाला, वरना बेकार हो जाएगा, कुछ अच्छा डोटा देखने को मिलेगा नहीं. ये एक मैच की तरह है, जो नेल बाइटिंग सिचुएशंस होती है ना, वो तरह है. लोगों को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, जब समझने चालू करेंगे ना बोलेंगे भाई इतना तगड़ा मैच. यस इंस्नेक, आपने कुछ लिखा था, बोलो बोलो. अन्वेश वेलकम. देखो मैं अन्वेश, आपने बात तो बोला है कि इट्स पीसी गेम, द रीच इज लेस अमंग ऑडियंस बिकॉज दे कांट प्ले इट. इफ इट कम्स ऑन मोबाइल देन वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट द बूम इन इंडिया मे बी. पोकेमॉन यूनाइट कितने लोग खेल रहे हैं अन्वेश? पोकेमॉन यूनाइट इंडिया में, इंडिया में पोकेमॉन यूनाइट कितना लोग खेल रहे हैं? ओ पापी गया, ये भी जाएगा, साक्षात जाएगा. एक और yeah.
Honestly, maybe that's the way you have to do it. Just Puppy has to sacrifice himself. He has to be the one to just soak those soul assumptions for Bristleback to just get this type of trade. definitely seeing a bit of promise. But Crystallis, once he has Vanguard, he'll be able to at least stay down here.
कितने लोग खेल रहे हैं?
And he's getting pretty close to it.
As we can see, despite sort of
मैड डॉग 7 की वॉचिंग, मिकॉप यूनाइट 1 वॉचिंग, एसके वॉर गेमिंग 1, 4 ड्रिफ्टिंग सीए मैक्स गेम प्ले, पता नहीं कोडी बस ये, और पता है इसमें इंडियंस कितने हैं वो तो मालूम ही नहीं है, मैं तो इंडिया लिख रहा हूँ, राइट, इंडिया। तो मैं सर्च कर रहा हूँ, एक मिनट, फाइट हो रही है, रुको गाइस। ओ निकल गया। नहीं है, है ही नहीं लास्ट तक, यस मालूम नहीं है, पॉइंट है आपका। अरे है ही नहीं, पोकेमॉन यूनाइट अन्वेश, ऐसा ही गेम है वो भी, बंदे लोगों को गोली चलाना है अन्वेश, दैट इज द आंसर। आई एम नॉट, मैं किसी गेम के अगेंस्ट नहीं हूं, ये यार ये क्या कर रहा है?
Him for having level 1 attribute shift, right? Maxing away from having 2 points in the adaptive, you do see that they're actually able to get that damage come out, and all that is because 33 hits the 6 so fast down.
फिर देखो टंड्रा, फिर वही हो रहा है। हाँ तो मैं ये कह रहा था कि अन्वेश की कर्मा, जो लोग भी देख रहे हो सभी लोग एक बार Dota 2 OP जरूर लिखना, ओके? तो OD पिक्सल कास्ट कर रहा है।
He's going to start shooting far ahead of anyone else in this game with regards to the farm he'll get.
It feels like it could get to these points where maybe the CK pick is kind of this distraction, you know.
Exactly, one of the oldest games, Zen Snake. Oldest game. Dota game release date. Nice, Nisha. 9 जुलाई 2013 को Dota 2 रिलीज हुआ था। Dota रिलीज हुआ था 2003 में गाइस, डिफेंस ऑफ द एंशिएंट्स, राइट? 2003 में निकला है गेम, ठीक है? आइस फ्रॉग और स्टीव फेक ने बनाया था इसको, राइट? उसका फोटो ही नहीं आया, ठीक है? डिफेंस ऑफ द एंशिएंट का, राइट? Dota 2 जो है रिबॉर्न वो 2013 में आया, 10 साल बने, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट फिर नया वर्जन आया उसका। आज 2022 है, 10 साल 19 साल ऑलमोस्ट हो चुके हैं इस गेम को। 19 years old game, man. 19 years old game. Defense of the ancient.
Giving Soxon now some levels too. So distributing that wealth, top 2 net worth, and the CK Skeeter. He's hero. He jungles just fine. He's going to be able to keep his pace up and probably look to do what he was doing.
Oh, bhai, Chaos Knight.
Connect top, use Phantasm just to farm, kind of acting as this pseudo Naga Siren.
आगे बढ़ रहे हैं इन लोग।
Very much saw that Secret. They never really found that chance to sort of get Crystallis involved. Top play snaking.
Oh my god, इसको लेके गया फिनिक्स को। भाई ऐसे से किल करके थोड़ा बहुत अगर ये लिंकन आ जाए ना तो मजा आ जाएगा। लो देख रहे हो, देखा ये आप देख रहे हो? हाँ ये देख रहे हो, ये जो हुआ अभी, राइट? आया यहाँ पे है।
With the skill build that he has so much burst potential. He actually has the gap closing potential as well too versus most.
Taunt कर रहा है उसको।
Be a bit annoying to get on top of. So far looking to continue to play aggressive around this Morphling.
Definitely seems sort of a bit of a heavier focus around playing around this jungle of Tundra. Just trying to make sure that Skeeter doesn't get nearly as much space as he did last game. Obviously the difference.
Come on Team Secret, yes यार, पता नहीं क्या सीन है। 6x6 हुआ यार। Guys थोड़ा सपोर्ट थोड़ा सपोर्ट होना चाहिए. कम ऑन गाइस, थोड़ा सपोर्ट होना चाहिए. आप सब लोग बातें करो, ऐसे साइलेंट मत रहो. गेम के बारे में पूछो, क्वेश्चंस पूछो. आई विल आंसर दैट, राइट? आस्क मी अ क्वेश्चन, आस्क मी द गॉड डैम क्वेश्चन एंड आई विल आंसर इट. Oh! फंस गया, थोड़ा फंसा है. आगे जा, निकल जाएगा वो. बोल दे, मैं निकल जाएगा.
But with that slight moment of like space at all, we see Puppey rotate toward mid. This is how they want to be playing. They want to be the ones who are dictating that pace, dictating this tower aggression. We'll be able to claim this one early. Nisha, he's almost got his Dragon Lance also finished up, so very farmed so far on Secret. And they're also, in the meantime, I saw they're starting to stack Ancients a little bit too, so making sure they do have that condition for the Bristleback to continue getting that increased farm.
Interesting.
So far, Secret though, infinitely
Ten Snake, Anvesh, Chetan Devar, Lovebird, सभी लोग guys, एक बार सब लोग लिख दो Dota 2 OP.
This is sort of expected, right? This time around, Secret, they get themselves a bit of a better shot of having this sort of earlier hold, earlier pressure that they're able to apply, and at the same time, the change with 9 playing an arc warden instead
playing
of
like a carry.
He's going to react to sort of these moves a little less. So I don't think Tundra, they're not going to feel too under pressure despite losing some of these early towers. They've gone for a bit of a different approach this time round, and at the moment, under a 1k gold difference between the
Thoughts on current Indian Dota team? मुझे तो नो चांस का टीम बहुत अच्छा लगता है. जो है मतलब लाइक जो जीता अभी. सबसे बड़ी बात गाइस, ठीक है, कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में इंडिया ने ब्रोंज मेडल ले आया डोटा 2 में. पबजी में लाया था क्या? कि मोबाइल BGMI लेकर के आया था? बोलो ना, बोलो. कोई आवाज है कहीं पर भी? कोई कुछ बोल रहा है? हाँ, उस बारे में किसने कुछ बोला? उन लोगों को प्लेटफॉर्म बुलाया, बड़े बड़े गेमिंग हाउसेस ने बुलाया उन लोगों को. क्या हो भाई, यू गाइस हैव वॉन, क्या बोलते हैं, ब्रोंज मेडल फॉर इंडिया. बुलाया किसी ने? किसी को कुछ नहीं पड़ा. सब GTA 5 खेल रहे हैं, सब GTA 5 खेल रहे हैं, बड़े बड़े गेमिंग हाउसेस. रिस्पेक्ट होनी चाहिए भाई उस बंदे लोगों के लिए जो लोग भी कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में जाते हैं, जो लोग इंडिया के लिए मेडल लेकर के आते हैं. अरे देश के लिए बोलता हूँ भाई, इंडिया का नाम बढ़ रहा है. वी आर ऑल पेट्रियोटिक्स यार. वी लव आवर कंट्री, राइट? वी लव द होल थिंग, वी लव द एनर्जी. ओके, स्मोक हुआ है, आगे बढ़ रहा है. कुछ देखने को मिलेगा. रोटी नहीं कर दिया उसको.
Outside of the vision of Secret. I mean, Secret, they know that Tundra do have a few up here in the jungle.
If they get any big kills, Secret could even look for Roche potentially.
They're going to settle for Saxa. Zayas catches wind of the Marcy off to the side. They're going for Saxa. For Tundra, definitely not the biggest of losses there. They had a few
7-6, okay.
and Secret, they weren't able to find them.
They're going to do it. They're going to go for this.
As a regular viewer of the gaming creators who can really bring a trend in gaming like Dynamo and Mortal, I, along with some of my friends, will try to convince them to actually give justice to the game. Thank you, Zen Snake, man. Lots of love, brother. Lots of love. Man, कितना बढ़िया से इंग्लिश आपने लिखा, कितना खूबसूरत तरीके से लिखा है. As a regular viewer of the gaming creators who can really bring a trend in gaming like Dynamo and Mortal, I, along with some of my friends, will try to convince them to actually give justice to the game. Thank you, Zen Snake. Thank you, man. Thank you for saying that. It happens, it doesn't happen. We don't care, right? We need to be vocal about it. Dota 2 को क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है इतना बड़ा वो? क्यों नहीं मिल रहा? आप लोग डरते हो इस गेम से? खेलो भाई इस गेम को. गेमिंग हाउसेस के ऊपर एक कोई ओनस तो होना नहीं चाहिए, right? Because they are putting their own blood and sweat. उन लोग जिस गेम में उन लोग को एक बिजनेस भी चलाते हैं, तो बिजनेस चलना है, बट पैशन फॉर द गेम एज वेल, राइट? व्हिच दैट इज आल्सो देयर ना. उसमें लोगों को करना चाहिए, उस पैशन के लिए करना चाहिए कि नहीं भाई हम लोग Dota 2 के लिए हम लोग टूर्नामेंट लेकर के आएंगे, सब लोग खेलेंगे उसमें. इंडियन गेमिंग कम्युनिटी में Dota 2 ट्रेंड होगा. कब होगा ये? आप ही बताओ, अनवेश, लवबर्ड, जेन स्नेक, चेतन दीवार, राइट, जो लोग भी स्ट्रीम को देख रहे हो पहले से, राइट, भरत भाई, मुझे क्या 20 लाख की वॉचिंग आ गई, डोटा 2 वॉच पार्टी कर दिया तो मैंने क्यों किया? क्योंकि मैं इंडियंस लोग जो मुझसे कनेक्टेड हैं वो लोग इस गेम को देखे। मुझे एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जैसी लगती है कि हमें इस गेम को दिखाऊं लोगों को, राइट, कि आओ भाई देखो, मुझे 2 की वॉचिंग आती है, 1 की वॉचिंग आती है, कोई इशू नहीं है। मेरे स्ट्रीम पर ये गेम चल जाता है। ओ नाइस, व्हाट अ वे, व्हाट अ वे। 1K का गोल्ड डिफरेंस है, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे देखना, यहाँ पे 1K का गोल्ड डिफरेंस, 8-6। हम लोग पिक्स ले रहे हैं धीरे धीरे करके। तो मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि इट इज रियली रियली इंपॉर्टेंट दैट पीपल अंडरस्टैंड। ओ अरे क्लिक क्यों नहीं कर रहा भाई? ये ओरिजिनल है क्या? हाँ ये ओरिजिनल है, दिखता वो। ऑफ कोर्स यार, अरे भाई गाइस, आप सभी लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट है, प्लीज डोटा 2 को थोड़ा प्रमोट कीजिए। डोटा 2 खेलने के लिए बोलिए, सारे क्रिएटर्स को बोलिए कि डोटा 2 खेलो, डोटा 2 खेलो। बहुत हो गया पबजी, बहुत हो गया वैलोरेंट, और बहुत हो गया तुम्हारा ये पीको पार्क, और बहुत हो गया तुम्हारा अमोंग अस खेलना, ठीक है? तो ये सब बंद करो, डोटा 2 खेलो, खेलो इसको। स्ट्रेटेजी गेम खेलना है ना, खेलो इसको, दिखाओ। इसी एक बड़े यूट्यूबर का सपोर्ट मिल गया ना मेरी आवाज को गाइस, राइट? मैं लिटरली बता रहा हूँ, बूम बाम हो जाएगा पूरा, मजाक नहीं कर रहा मैं। और उस दिन ये सारी अपील्स याद रही कि हाँ सिद्धार्थ बोलता था इस चीज को। पपी इतने साल से खेल रहा है डोटा, कितने पैसे कमाए हैं उसने, कम है क्या नेटवर्थ? खाली पबजी बना, बीजीएमआई बैन हो गया, ये बैन हो गया, वो बैन हो गया, लोग पागल हो गए पूरा। आई मेटी एक बात बताओ, गुड पॉइंट, वेरी नाइस पॉइंट, इट्स अ पर्सनल पर्सपेक्टिव, आई रियली अप्रिशिएट दैट, राइट? मैं वॉच करने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ, सपोर्ट करने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ। पहले गेम देखो तो सही, देखो कि क्या हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, कैसे जीतते हैं, क्या क्वेश्चंस तो पूछो। पकड़ नहीं पाया यार। समझ रहे हो? देखे सपोर्ट मिले तब जाके समझ में आएगा ना, हाँ भाई अच्छा गेम, इसको ऐसे खेलते हैं, इस गेम को ऐसे खेलते हैं। अरे रे पप्पी तो इस बार पप्पी जाने नहीं देगा मुझे लग रहा है। सेंटर है उसके पास, बड़ा वाला सेंटर नहीं था ना, स्टन मारता उसको। पेस बूट लिया, हिल गया, गया स्टन, ओके नाइस, निशा गया, ये मरेगा पीछे, चलो ओके रोल लेगा, नाइस, स्किटर गया, ये बच गया। यस आई मेरी टीम, मैं समझता हूँ उस बात को। तो जैसे कि मैं कह रहा था कि आई गेट इट, क्या गोल्ड स्विंग हो, 4000 का गोल्ड स्विंग होगा इस, और उन लोगों ने गोल्ड स्विंग लिया। मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि ये गेम जो है, राइट, पहले देखे, सवाल पूछे कि हाँ भाई इसमें करना क्या होता है, राइट? फिर उसके बाद यू मूव फॉरवर्ड विद दैट कि हाँ भाई देखो रिप्ले दिखा रहा है, ये लाइव कैम है, ये रिप्ले कैम है, देखो कैसे मारपीट हो रहा है। इसको ये बच्चा यहाँ पे इसको हिट करना चालू किया, एबिलिटी से हिट कर रहा है, देख रहे हो? एक बंदा चारों हीरो से घिरा हुआ और उसको मार रहा है। गाइस वो थ्रिल इसी में है, जब आप 4-5 हीरो के बीच में हो और मारपीट कर रहे हो, राइट? वो थ्रिल, इसी यही मजा है जो इस गेम के अंदर में दिखता है। वैलोरेंट में जैसे आप अल्टीमेट मारा, जेट का डैश मारा, एम अच्छा है उसका, क्या बोलते हैं आपको, रिएक्शन टाइम बढ़िया है, बस हेडशॉट लग गया, बस ब्लेड मार दिया गया। ओ नाइस 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 नाइस। अरे यार ये भाई क्या है, ये कैसे हील कर रहा अपने आप को? ऑमलेट। ऑमलेट। बहुत मजा आता है गाइस इस गेम में, यही तो मजा है, राइट? ओ नाइस नाइस। हाँ फंस गया ना भाई, वो क्या करता है? तो देखो ज़ायक, शिट यार, क्या रिएक्शन देखो। रिएक्शन अच्छा है वो नहीं था।
Tundra's damage is pretty insane.
And when they go for those plays and nines just able to sort of sit back at a distance, it's concerning.
देख रहा हूँ कि I mean like
so starting to build up these auras to even counteract and play against.
और इसके साथ में देख रहे हो कि भाई क्या शानदार तरीके से मतलब आगे इन लोग बढ़ रहे हैं पूरा। To be honest, I mean जो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में अगर आप देख सकते हो कि लाइक टॉप लेन में ये तो मैं आपको विजिबिलिटी दिखा रहा हूँ ऑन यूट्यूब, राइट? अभी मैं थोड़ा गेम लॉन्च करता हूं बैकग्राउंड में, गेम में आपको मैं जो विजिबिलिटी दिखाऊंगा उसमें आपको और मजा आएगा। गेम को तो मतलब लॉन्च होने दो, तब तक मैं आपको इस पर ट्विच पे दिखा रहा हूं। 3,46,000 लोग देख रहे हैं इस गेम को अभी, 3,46,000 लोग देख रहे हैं इस गेम को। वर्ल्ड वाइड ग्रैंड फाइनल्स है, राइट? ओ माय गॉड क्या चीज चल रहा है भाई, बाप रे बाप, वाह। अच्छा ये स्मोक करके टंड्रा ऊपर है, मतलब ग्रीन वाले जंगल से ऊपर आ रहा है। ओ इन लोगों ने देख लिया है यहाँ पर इन लोग। ओ अरे यार भाई टस गया, टस गया। निशा नीचे आया, पीछे एक्चुअली गेम आ गया है तो उसका म्यूजिक चल रहा है। एक मिनट रुकना, आने दो। डिलीटेड भाई डिलीटेड, देख रहे हो गाइस, डिलीटेड लिख रहे हैं लोग। टस गायब हो गया एक दिन में। शानदार तरीके से मतलब इन लोगों ने आगे बढ़ा है भाई। सीक्रेट तो मार रहा है भाई उसको। अरे चलो भाई मैच चल रहा है, पहले मैच देखते हैं गाइस। लेट्स वॉच इट गाइस, लेट्स वॉच इट। इन गेम के अंदर में दिखाते हैं आपको मैं मैच। अभी यहाँ पे नहीं दिखाएंगे, अभी यहाँ पे दिखाएंगे गेम के अंदर में। ओके रन बाय रन, रन रन बोल ही दिया उन लोगों ने। You honestly know they said that again, run man, run away. बस लोड हो रहा है गाइस, एक मिनट रुकना। हो गया लॉन्च हो गया गाइस। ओके अभी मैं कास्टिंग की तरफ जा रहा हूं। कास्टर्स का भी मतलब वो है, इंग्लिश कास्टर्स। वॉइस को बढ़ाना पड़ेगा आई थिंक।
Secret tried to step out for.
They found Puppy.
They're going to be able to get on the easy kill. Taken down. Zayats tries to roll in, but there's no place for him here.
Puppy picked
by Team Secret failure, most trash team on earth. Hi Ram.
Caught by the stun anyway, so likely dies. But now it's an option.
रोशान ले रहे हैं। रोशान में ये आइटम मिलता है, इसको लेने का रीइंकार्नेशन जिसको बोलते हैं, उसको लेने के लिए जा रहे हैं। अगर
shard as well. Skeeter's going to be loving that.
This Tusk brain, bhai.
Actually passes it away. Looks like he's going to give it to 9. Okay, so more ways to
कौन खेल रहा है Tusk लायक? भाई बेकार.
So they can actually hold
रद्दी
it.
खेलता है
So we're
भाई.
talking more, so much about damage mitigation.
देख रहे हो?
But
Look,
this is another element that I
he
feel we don't
jumped
really get to
in,
see too
think
often.
and save
You
Chen.
fight inside the
What's
bubble.
Yeah.
Your lash says bristle. The damage might not be there.
It's going to be a fair bit of protection. Indeed, able to be kept consistently up and out on the field.
And things are starting to get a bit scary because the scaling for Tundra is getting quite strong. Even the Marcy level 12 is online. BKB is on the horizon. 12 on Phoenix. Game plan for Secret is starting to get kind of dissuaded.
Oh my god. Oh my, deleted, bhai. Deleted, bhai.
He's very deep.
They might be able to do something about the familiars as well here.
Big pickup.
वो scepter क्यों नहीं ले रहा है भाई?
A rare one as well there from 33. Out on his own. We'll be out now for 40 seconds.
Can they turn it into more?
Is there something they can do with this one?
Yeah, they have to push out this bottom lane. Top is being dealt with Puppy, but do they have an opportunity to go for anything here?
Sax is very close to his BKB.
Yes.
Ready once again, you know, Tundra support, so many games where their supports just turn into additional cores. Also to Marcy, very much sort of the direction that Saxa will go as the minutes pass. Skeeter, so having his blink dagger done, may have killed 33, but it definitely feels like there's not a whole lot they can do with that. They're looking towards 9's Tempest double at the top. See if they can sort of burst through that, get a bit of extra gold for themselves. They will, they'll take it down.
Have to go for the top play because if you looked at the side lanes, mid lane,
फिर से आ रहे
Phantasm was pushing it.
भाई इन लोग के पास में क्या wards नहीं है, ये 1 2 3 ward डाल के रखा हुआ है. इन लोग का wards कहाँ है? ये देखो, ये देखो.
Full axe on Crystallis.
फिर पकड़ेगा उन लोग को.
It does not quite at the timing that they would have hoped for, especially considering the decent start they did have to this game. Zayat, the one left behind up top.
पता नहीं फीड कर करके खत्म कर देगा पूरा. 5 बार मर चुका है. देख रहे हो? क्या हो गया खत्म. खत्म.
He's so farmed. 6,000 ahead of his counterpart.
खत्म guys. देख रहे हो ना फीड पर.
Find these fights where Niche is able to pop off, get the kills, somehow take down this Arc Ward, and it's going to be a lot of money if they're able to do so.
It's not an easy task.
He's got his Crystallis done.
पुश करते रहे भाई, पुश करते रहे, पुश करते रहे. इसको ऑलमोस्ट हो भी गया.
We'll see how explosive he will be if he's able to get in to the center of the fight with the waveform, stand his ground between the BKB and the Manta that he has.
He's going to need as much. I feel like it's really appropriate that he's gone this time.
Actual
physical damage as possible, because as we were saying, you know,
नहीं,
they have so many
नहीं था.
different ways to mitigate that magic damage that they always tend to do.
Actual नहीं था, actual ये है.
As well too. So yeah, straight physical damage, go waveform attack target, and with that, with the goo as well. So he could be dealing a lot of damage, but so far Tundra.
Arc Warden के पास देख रहे हो? ग्लपनीर आ गया.
5K
जायक भाई, जोकर ही है भाई, लिटरली बता रहा हूँ.
Nowhere near as terrifying as the numbers were showing at this moment in the game. In game 1.
पता नहीं क्या गेम खेल रहा है वो बंदा.
Very much feel that.
क्या आइटम है उसका?
One more fight. If the next fight crumbles for Secret, that lead's going to triple.
20 मिनट तो हो ही गया almost.
Cannot afford to lose another team fight here against Tundra. At the moment, very much seems like opting to wait out the Aegis the Skeeter has. Not looking to head straight into anything for this final minute. But Skeeter has that second life.
Again, pop those Phantasm to send out to all these side lanes. Bottom is being pushed, but immediately 9 goes down. So again, sticking together Tundra, and they will just find a freebie.
जाया गया. भाई feed.
One that they catch with the farm that Skeeter has, and now they're completely distraught.
They've got drums for these birds. They've got the sidekick we're going to see on the bird. But look at the speed. Look how fast it drops.
It's going quickly. Fortification is there from Secret.
They've got the Rezo. They've got Char on Rezo, so he's going to be able to slow down a little bit with these chain stuns.
We'll see if Nisha can do anything here as he's ready to TP over. Help out with the defense.
Oh, this is dirty. Look at these birds. Birds with magnetic field magic resistance. The attack. I mean, they're so strong.
They are huge annoyance to deal with here for Secret. We'll go for the resummon.
The stun.
33. It's low.
मरता ही नहीं है भाई.
Left on the Aegis. He's going to back off. We'll see them catch out the two of them with the root. Skeeter focuses in. RPM going down. But for those final few seconds of the Aegis, he's ready for round 2. Saxa, he'll charge him with the unleash of the BKB. Quickly turning towards him with his right clicks. They'll put an end to the master.
bhai.
Chrysalis, Skeeter at 33, they get back in on top of the bristle, they take him down. Nisha popping the BKB. They're using to retreat back up the high ground. Skeeter, he's in straight away, blinks up into the high ground. They've got the lockdown over towards Nisha. Waveform back up in time. Nisha gets away, double buyback from Secret. They're putting everything into this defense, but Skeeter's in with the chaos ball over towards Resolution. It doesn't matter though, Skeeter goes down. Secret with the 2 buybacks, they'll be able to hold and push Tundra back.
Nisha able to stand his ground there. Look at the damage done. 9,000 damage from the Morphling. The buybacks coming perfectly.
Bhai sahab.
क्या
मारपीट हुआ भाई.
But they'll want more.
They gotta push forward for sure.
Chrysalis spending up for that one.
मिल गया.
To the side, Zayats. He's got the catch there. The gap control onto Snake King. Snake King popped the supernova, but Chrysalis is in. And he's ready to help take the egg down. Secret. They'll find him down bottom. Rezo. He's got his eyes on Nine. Stun has already been used. He's out in time. Nine able to get away before Nisha's able to put a stop to him. They'll still clean up the double. A Secret with this sort of pushback.
9 second cooldown भाई.
Bottom lane. Able to get the creep waves back under sort of their momentum.
इन लोगों के पास में Diggins होना चाहिए मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है. पता है क्या?
Away from Tundra here. Close the gap. Close the lead that Tundra's had for sort of the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, this time it's Tundra fueling themselves a little bit too much in that fight and just get counteracted from those buybacks. The damage. This time Rezo's able to hold his ground.
Push कर. Push top push.
We're very much seeing it. You know, you get
अरे यार push कर देता है भाई. इसका ultimate नहीं है 60 seconds पे है.
Immediate smoke.
Exactly what Secret's doing.
Yep, they got to smoke, sweep the map. They still have some heroes dead. Ults on.
चल.
Yeah, they've got to keep
Pitch. Nice.
So to find 33 off to the side. Protect himself for now, but they'll surround him, and he's got nobody else in the area. So 33, he'll go down. Secret. They continue to play it hard and fast, fighting back at Tundra.
A huge place, really. Those buybacks are really coming into play. 33, even he accepts his that he had the Aeon disc locked. He's like, no one's coming to help me. As Secret find their way back into this game. Nisha, he's massive now. Level 20 about to be taken. Also, Daedalus is finished.
Big damage to come out from this morph.
He's going to be able to focus fire these targets a little bit better.
I mean, it was seen, as I say, so many times before. Nisha on the morphling. This is the hero. You want to have him in on this sort of position. He can absolutely carry any sort of game to the later stages when he's on his morphling.
I'm just saying.
Top lane. So of course now done.
I'm just saying, just don't be at one place. Oh.
Overwhelming amount of damage there from Skeeter and the Phantasm.
भाई क्या damage दिया
no
उसको.
idea that was going to come. Usually you'd be able to maybe play around with the pounce coming in or the rebound coming in from Marcy.
क्या नहीं दिया
Did not
उसको.
expect that hex from the tree lines. Roche, it'll be a long spawn, 2 minutes. Zayats ending under a ward here. Very careful how far up he
भाई
is.
मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आता ये बंदा हमेशा मर रहा है. Core staff है इस बार. Core staff है, guys.
They'll want to contest, and they do not want Tundra getting this next Roshan.
Nice play from Nisha. The illusions down bottom, we see them cutting the wave. So making sure that they always deal with those lanes. It seems like it's always like the most important thing when you're playing versus Tundra. Keep that lane
भाई
equilibrium.
मुझे ये समझ में नहीं.
Will be addressed immediately. Line shows up.
भाई एक बात बताओ, ये इसका तो Tempest double है ना, इसका last kill है ना ये.
It really is. See if Secret can set up in a fashion to make sure that they are ready to take this fight around this area.
Important to look at these buyback statuses at the moment too. So.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What?
Simply sort of maybe just a hotkey issue or something. It's going to be fixed by a quick reset here for Snaking. Very much, yeah, the moment that we're going to see them leading towards now. He's back in. Let's see if he can use his courier now.
Oh.
Quick check.
Look at lane positioning at the moment.
Snaking is saying he is not able to actually use the courier. Hotkey नहीं चल रहा था.
But the moment Tundra have lanes in a very good position.
Let's have a look.
Phantasm is up in a moment as well too, so they're going to be able to keep going for this shove play. And yeah, Roche constantly going to be getting scouted. And the important thing is too, Secret doesn't know about that.
देखो drum of endurance आ गया.
The one that was scouting side support, that's a very sneaky one.
This is going to help Maharaj Chaos Knight को.
It's not a good sign.
Uh-oh. This courier's bug.
Let's see if there's going to be a hopefully simple solution to this.
A standard unlucky.
You can say so. Yeah, unlucky.
And that Nisha smile.
See if we get this sorted. Bit of a, you know, not really something you can play on with.
Locked.
So a big thing really to look at is, I mean, this hex is going to be a big one, really.
Looks like we're just getting this checked out now on the stage. Should be enough fix. I mean, not something I could say I've run into before, right?
I've had it with neutral items sometimes when you're trying to take it with wars and smoke. It doesn't have a neutral there.
So I think maybe the speed that we did have to reconnect the first time round could have been without a client set, so probably go for the full restart this time round.
Hopefully, if not, he'll be able to at least drop the wards and give them to a different courier so somebody else can bring them, but...
Be ideal. This pause coming, very important moment of the game. 17-17 here, 35 minutes in. Without a doubt, very much getting much more of a balanced game of Dota 2 on our hands this time round. Secret, they've dealt much better with what Tundra's brought against them this time round.
It's really neck and neck. Just because, I mean, especially how big Nisha really is. How much going to be able to do with this Daedalus. Approaching his second item afterwards, too. Survivability will be there for him. Let's see.
Let's have a look. Just cross, ladies and gentlemen. So going to be all working after the pause. Let's see.
Doesn't look
it looks good. Oh, he said
no, it's spazzing. I actually see it. It's like it's like stutter walking actually in the base, I think. Second, it tried to move. Yeah, it says retrieving items. See, look. Click on snake items. On the actual courier, it's a buff.
Okay, now we're giving it another try.
Usually he tries to pull it from, well, he dropped it. There we go. Looks like we're good to go.
A little bit of, you know, a way to break out of a bit of a soft lock that was there on the courier, but it's all good. We're all good.
I think we all needed that. You know, a little bit of a reset. Okay, let's get back into it.
So, you know, that was always a bit of a concerning position, but we're all good. We're all good. It has been fixed. We'll see if it shouldn't be an issue down the line. Maybe the courier was just sort of stuck or something, but it's good. It's all good. We're back on. And around, of course, the focus. Next up for both teams going to be this Roshan. Less than a minute until it's going to respawn.
Wow, Nisha already.
All satanic.
He has it.
He's getting the items, Nisha. He's getting the items to be able to do this. Still, yeah, obviously a huge gap in net worth between him and the Arc Quarter, but that's what going to be expected up to a certain point at this stage, especially with the amount of freedom that Nine's had. Nine, of course, this game 4-0-5. It's a pretty much complete free farm across the map.
If they can get the hex, though.
They're able to get that opening. The snowball save, though. It's going to be there. Give Nisha a bit of a chance to break out of this initiation from Tundra. They jump across sides, looks towards 33. They push Saxa out towards the side. Nisha beating him down, takes out the Marcy. They look towards the Tempest double next. Tundra losing that Marcy, losing Saxa like this. They're very careful about how they commit for the fight further.
Beautiful play, really, from Zayats. Just immediately, that's the big thing they have to watch out for. It's just the chain control. If they can chain stun, chain hex the Morphling, that's the way that Tundra kills him. I mean, all eyes on Zayats to go for those saves.
Oh, there's again the hex. So Zayats is by his side.
He's got to be there
every single time. Zayats making sure that there's a chance for Nisha to fight back. They catch him with the further stop. And Nisha's in so much trouble. They've taken him down.
He bought out.
Out for 80 seconds.
He didn't have BKB still available, and they just commit for him. I don't think Seagate saw that.
All the apples are satanic to rely on, but even if he gets that off, he's getting caught in the stuns.
Oh, boy.
Almost certainly.
And, I mean, Roche now is for the taking.
It certainly is.
It's a big
Perfect time for it to be back up here for Tundra. They head over to the pit. And with no Nisha, no Zayats, nothing that Secret can do about this. This is going to be a free Roshan here for Tundra.
And Zayats is there. He's there perfectly to try to go for the save. You have BKB Manta still on cooldown. The double roots, you see the Gleipnir coming in. He's able to cover. So much control. And yeah, Aegis Cheese, Refresher Shard.
No, who's taking the Refresher Shard? Who do you want this on?
Usually it's the Phoenix, but let's see if he does opt to pass it to somebody
very
else.
Close to hitting the level 18 as well. So the Supernovas have the potential to be huge.
They have this ward up top too. Rezo. There's a hex.
There's 9 again.
They've got the chain stun.
Finding the opening, in with the rebound as well. Toss back with the dispose. They take him down before the hex comes to an end, and any opportunities there for Resolution to respond. He's out for
Resolution down, guys. उससे बात कर रहा था.
Without Nisha, Tundra, they're straight down the mid. They take out the range racks, and they'll look to get the melee racks as well. Chrysalis trying to force them away from it, but they don't get found him. In fact, they're just going to get aggressive on him, drag him back in. He has to put the BKB here as the Phantasms continue to take down the melee racks. The full set now in the mid, removed here by Tundra, and they're sticking around. 9 up towards the top of the Tempest double. They're trying their best to force out this buyback from Resolution. Another tier 3's gone. A second set of racks exposed. Tundra dies. Are they going to be forced back at all? Fortifications popped. Sinisha on top of the Tempest double. It's soon to come to an end. Nisha's been caught by the Southern Snowball. It's there. Zayas able to bail Nisha out. That initiation there from Tundra. Nisha pops the BKB, looks towards Saxon, but Saxon pops the BKB, turns towards Crystallis, disposes there. Crystallis is down. No buyback for him. There's 100 seconds now without their Bristol. Rezo, his own BKB to come to an end. He has to back off. Nisha's also going to be so careful. They'll lose Puppy. 2 heroes dead, no buyback on them. Tundra, they take a full second set of barracks.
They're just so good at just resetting and poking.
भाई क्या खेला है Tundra यार?
Waiting for the perfect opportunity.
I mean, they're not going back anywhere.
No way.
Tundra deserves to win the TI.
They couldn't even touch the egg in that last fight.
I mean, we've seen with it, so the purchases from Crystallis, he did spend up. It would have had buyback back in 3 seconds, but he's 700 gold short of it.
It's all gone. I mean, the way they kill those buildings is
Mega creeps हो गया.
fast. I mean, the terrifying thing as well is indeed, yeah, Skeeter still with that Aegis, Snaking still with the refresher shot. There's no reason, no need for Tundra to back off. They're looking to close this game 2 out. And the tier 4s fall. Secret, they'll look to smoke up. One final attempt to stop this push from Tundra, but the Ancient's falling so fast. Rezo looks to jump in. Skeeter will drag back Resolution. Resolution trying to get the heal off with the Bloodstone. They'll keep him alive. The hand they've got from Puppy will protect him for now. But the Ancient's still dying here to the familiar Secret. They're trying to push them back, but it's not going to be possible. GG is going to be called. Wow. As game 2 also going to Tundra, who now lead the series 2-0 against Team Secret.
Oh my God.
The series 2-0 against Team Secret.
I mean, I feel like the whole game kind of flips the script, everything looking kind of even. 9 gets this hex, immediately the game just becomes fully in their favor. A couple picks.
Wow.
The way they can poke and prod, force BKBs, reinitiate, re-go. Beautiful to watch. Tundra just continue to be on another level in these team fights.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, in regards from game 1 to game 2, definite sort
Much
of
closer.
improvements overall from Secret, but still, just the way that Tundra are able to shut these games down. And even to the point as well, with their draft, we knew that the win was going to come in a bit of a different fashion regardless from what they did in game 1. And, you know, the fact at the end of the day is that 9 on the Arc Warden.
What a beast.
8-0-9 Secret, they were just never able to catch him, Fog.
No, he kept the distance, he was like the initiator half the time too. It felt like he did pretty much everything for this team, catching the split push, etc. Remarkable game from Tundra.
Well, as we said, a bit of an improvement maybe from game 1 to game 2, but it really feels like Secret, they've got to step it up so much more to have any sort of chance of stopping Tundra in their tracks, as Tundra now leading the series 2-0, just 1 win away from taking the championship.
Thank you very much, Odie, Pixel and Fog. Welcome back to our panel. And it doesn't seem to matter what lineup they play. They put on an absolutely clinical game of Dota. One mistake and then it's just, thank you very much, it's our map. I'm joined by TK and Sheep. I'm just amazed with Tundra right now. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It looks so dominating. You know, it's like, is it a grand finals?
2-0.
I feel like they just keep on pulling heroes out of the bag, right? Like even this Arc Warden, and it's not like they're picking heroes that they're constantly playing, but they make
it's
it
all
look
illusion.
Like they have so much practice.
Illusion.
Meanwhile, Secret, at the same time, I think Tundra is in their head again. Like, you can't play against an Arc Warden and let it be all alone on the bottom lane for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yep.
Just using that double Midas off cooldown.
Yeah, and this was the big turning point in this highlight here. Secret, after quite a dominating early game, moving from tower to tower, they just kind of fall victim to that kind of choke point fight. And unfortunately, even if you are taking some of these earlier towers, feeling that you're taking the map away from Tundra, like Lizard just mentioned, you're not stopping the Arc from farming. So at some point, you are going to hit that boiling point where Tundra hits a team timing and then gets to set the pace of the game themselves.
How many ways they have to initiate, Shipo?
I mean, they kept gaining ways to initiate throughout the game. That was like what I found the most impressive. When they finished this Gleipnir and stuff, they're starting with that and going into the Marcy Dispose. You know, before that they're using Marcy. Later they get the Hex. They're creating their own ways of initiation. They're sitting with 4 heroes in the trees waiting for Resolution the Strike to just come up the lane and then pick him off like that. They are bleeding Secret dry.
And again, they're just getting multiple ways of gaining info, gaining vision. Like before you had, I don't know, Brood Mother Naga. Now you have this Arc Warden just spamming spirits everywhere. You have Visage as well. And speaking of Visage, it wasn't only 33 Visage, it was a Visage with a Marcy. Now you have a sidekick on those birds. The objectives are just melting.
Yeah, just the fact that you have as well, like 33 in lane, it's a Visage killing the Bristleback. Like this lane, you're not meant to win it. When you pick Bristleback, you're meant to beat the Visage in lane. So Tundra already just excelling inside that laning phase and just kind of catapulting themselves to kind of weather the storm. And maybe if that Visage lane didn't go so well for Tundra, you could argue that the Bristle will be a little bit bigger. The pace Secret could be a little bit better. But the fact that you win that lane, it stalls it out a little bit longer. So Tundra then eventually, like we already mentioned, hit this beautiful team timing where they just punish Secret once again in game 2.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Chrysalis still had a decentish timing. They stacked the Ancients hard.
Yeah.
And of course, yeah, Skidder here, the carry for Tundra. He's just had not only a great performance, but a great team enabling him. And I don't think he's put a foot wrong, really. He's always known what he needs to do, his objectives, and of course, his team fighting skills.
Final match आएगा guys. अगर टंडा जीत गया तो बस TI जीत गया वो. Final.
Building into a very early mage
देखते हैं.
slayer. He is mitigating the damage that Lashrak is dishing out, and overall just being a true team player, just being up front, helping the Visage and the Arc Warden do the majority of the work.
Again, just look at the stats that you see here, right? Like this is his first TI. He's hitting firsts in multiple categories. Like he is unnerved. He has unlocked his ability just to enable himself, enable the team. Again, we've had so many interviews where they just feel like everything's clicking, everything's right. And again, we're going into a game 3 where it feels like Secret just has nothing to answer yet to Tundra's playstyle.
But in defense of Secret, this was a better performance than game 1.
Yes, they adapted a lot. So from game 1 to game 2, you can clearly see how the cogs were turning with Heen and Puppy's mentality on how to approach Tundra. They needed to take towers early. They wanted to take away the map. Don't allow that fortified style of Tundra to set into play. Unfortunately, that didn't then lead to them dominating the map, them holding a aggressive position, because they faltered a little and Tundra then kind of sneaked their way through into the map and played again. So I think if you're going Secrets looking at this again, game 3, it's we need to do what we did in game 2, but better. We need to execute faster, quicker, take away the map. Don't let them even get that up.
Sheep, do you snatch, do you ban the Lash? Do you leave it in the pool? Do you pick it?
Oh,
you just
no.
lost twice with it. You lost on mid, you lost on offlane.
Yeah, I don't know if they need to ban it because I don't think Tundra are interested in taking it. Yeah, like it feels like they have a very solid idea against the Lashrak. I also feel like their way of drafting versus the style is not working either because they've tried this like Magnus strat with Ember, like ways to clear all these illusions and stuff, and it's not working. They've tried Bristleback and Lashrak. Also here is typically thought to be good against these illusions. It's not working. I feel like at this point your draft needs to go more in the direction of taking your own map control, you know, fighting back against Tundra, because they are just able to play the map too well. You have to break that. That has to be the goal of your draft.
And this is something you mentioned, Lizard. The Arc Warden sat on the Tundra's off lane for 5 minutes, but Secret didn't want to engage. They were not interested in going down and making moves there. Instead, though, they did have the Dire jungle, and they did pick up a few kills. Do you think it was too passive to play around the jungle and not take on the Arc Warden, who was played by 9?
Yeah, I feel like it's easy to be complacent when you're playing a draft such as Secrets. You have this Morphling, he is going to be the ultra carry late game. The problem is you're playing versus an Arc Warden. You won't get to the late game if you let him roam and do whatever he wants in the first 15 minutes. He just gets too big, too fast, and gets that hex fast enough. You've seen what happens.
Well, we have to see what Secret are going to do for game 3. But right now, I think we need to hear a little bit from Tundra, because before the grand finals, they sat down with Avo.
Welcome, Tundra Esports, to the grand finals round table. What is a peak Tundra game? What game do you guys think expresses your playstyle the most?
I can say that to me it's not about the heroes. Like for me, like the peak Tundra, in my words, would be controlled chaos. I think that's how we describe us.
Wow. Very cool. Is it a close relationship between you guys?
I think it's very important to be close to one another, to be able to function as a team. And I think right now, like I really enjoy spending time with all of the guys. I think it's like it's also
Thank you, Zensnake. And final match is coming up, so I wish you all the best. Do watch it when I'm doing live streaming. Please do join in and support me in Dota 2 streams as well.
I mean, it feels great.
Okay, follow me on Insta.
Dream it to be.
अभी मैं GTA 5 रोल प्ले करता हूँ और उसके बाद सीधा फिर रोल प्ले के बाद सीधा मैं Dota Dota खेलता हूँ. So please do drop in
second place with DC.
my appeal. Thank
in
you.
that tournament, you came in as the underdog, right, into TI, or at least maybe not one of the favorites. Do you feel like that this tournament?
I would say so. Like I feel like after the results in like Saudi and the Arlington Major, like we kind of had some pretty bad results, so people weren't like looking at us as like one of the contenders, which I think like in hindsight it was a very good thing to us. Even after we lost, we kind of said like, no, it's good. Now we can go in as the underdogs, you know.
How do you guys feel about snaking as a captain?
He's always trying his hardest, and I think he's been doing a really great job. Like he's always managed to stay positive, even through kind of our rough times.
I feel like he's done a great job. I feel like sometimes as a captain, people fall into these traps where they kind of like, they had like maybe a bit too much in the ego and they believe in their ideas too much and they don't try to empower the teammates. But I feel like Sneh has done a good job of balancing this out, like empowering the teammates' ideas and also like believing in his and trying to make them work. So I feel like he's exceeded my expectations for sure.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think he's very great at enabling players and their ideas.
We don't need like a strong leader in terms of someone that makes all the decisions. I'm really happy that we kind of have a captain in him, but he still listens to everyone. We still make decisions together and everything.
But you guys seem to all have your own ideas of Dota, and you get to put them in your gameplay, right?
Yeah, everyone has like, especially when it comes to the different lanes, I'm happy that everyone gets to play the lane
See this, guys.
want to, how they want to.
Then sick devil है क्या? पता नहीं मुझे नहीं मालूम.
Mid lane, Sneh is gonna support me.
खबरासी.
I'm curious about that. When you first described your idea of the mid lane to them, how was the conversation?
I think it started with Winter Wyvern.
Winter Wyvern?
And I was just playing the hero in a pub, and I got pushed into playing it in scrims, basically. It's not like I was saying from the beginning that, oh, I want to play this hero, it's so broken in pubs. I started being more open to the idea of playing different heroes, and every time like I started winning with things, people saw it and supported me and pushed me as well. I think everyone is very open to trying new things in his team.
How are the feelings towards finals?
I try not to think too much about it because I think the more you think about it, the more you'll overthink things, and you should just treat it as another game you're playing. It's not a big deal. Obviously, there's going to be a big crowd. You just have to mentally prepare yourself for that in advance, so then you're not overwhelmed by it by the time that the crowd is there.
I'm excited, honestly, which is a very good thing because I'm rarely excited. I was very much like emotionally neutral, so I just want to go in these games, like play my game and just have fun and like show some good Dota to the viewers. So.
How does it feel to play in front of a big crowd at TI? Is it different than when you play like in the majors or anything like that?
For now, it has been easier than all the other crowds I've played in front of. I really feel like all the things come together this TI. Like so many moments, so many losses in the past year that taught me specific things. I use them now to win.
I'm just excited that I've been playing this game for like 15 years now.
15 साल से खेल रहा है Dota को.
Combined, and I finally get the opportunity to play on this arena and get the grand finals. It's been a dream of mine for many years, and I'm just happy and grateful that I was able to accomplish it. Like, yes, this is kind of going to be the biggest game of my life, but I think something we've been working about with our psychologists to kind of try and lower the stress is that all our hard work has already been done. Like now, all we have to do is just go and play. So what I would like to do is just try not to think about it too much, pretend this is just a regular game and just go and play.
It was always my goal to come to TI and to win it. And since I've made it to the finals, I'm very happy for myself and for my teammates that I managed to do it. And now, you know, it's the final step. I'm ready to take it.
It's been like very long and very stressful road even in some ways. And you even have this feeling of being burnt out a bit, but now it's finally here. I'm just super happy, and it's like the only thing left to do is just play.
So there we have it, Tundra sitting down with Avo, and I just got to congratulate whoever the psychologist is. Either you've just worked magic and they're doing meditation, or you've got them all on meds, because they are the most chill team. That's a grand final, pre-grand final sit-down interview. They were so calm. They're here and they just want to take it. and they might 3-0.
I feel like they could just win like 4 TIs in a row right now. Like, if they keep like, I mean, like right now, like if they play tomorrow another grand finals and then another one and another one, like the fact that they're all 5 just in the same mindset, answering in the same tone of voice, like they're just.
A unit.
That is scary. Like they are one.
I did like the fact though they did ask everybody what snaking like as a captain as he sat on the end of the table.
How did he drive them? Like
he's just going,
He's just sitting there and listening as they praise him for like 10 minutes.
But they should. I mean, they made it to the grand finals, and you know he's very chill. And 15 years of Dota, from Dota 1 to Dota 2, and we can take a look here some of the win rates versus Puppy, and there is snaking.
He's positive.
Exactly. This is the most important thing. So the other day I was looking at snaking win rate versus Puppy, and I saw Noxel starting to tweet about it. So I went onto that Dota, looked a bit deeper, and yeah.
Ramsey's तो आया नहीं भाई. Ramsey 666 बहुत अच्छा player है.
50% win rate positive against Puppy. Only 4 players. Everyone else
What
is
is
sub 50%.
में?
So snaking today with his victory, yesterday, bumped him up
Alliance,
to over 50.
blog.
Now he's winning the 2 games currently. He's now 51.8. If he wins the next game in this grand finals, he'll then leapfrog Bulldog and be 2nd place. Again, it is insane.
But with what number?
With a 52.6% win rate.
Oh, I love it when you talk numbers.
There we go. Oh, you like that? But yeah, everyone, all the Tundra fans, they love snaking right now because he clearly is the secret source, maybe, for understanding that Puppy mentality.
When's the last time you've been to NA? Tell the truth.
Last time?
Tell the truth. What's this NA copium over here?
What? They're literally like insane. Like again, to be clear, Secret, they have to do some mad work in this interim. They need to properly break down Tundra, understand everything that's happened in TI in a single like 15-minute break, because Tundra is looking flawless.
I don't know how you're meant to do it in time. I actually genuinely, they've tried like 3-4 different strats and like this was meant to be their idea. We're bringing in the Chen. We need something to take objectives. We need towers. They took that Roche in 14 minutes. Like they were doing everything right, and they still crumbled. Their strats were just not like up to par with Tundra.
And it's not just the heroes, right? Like if you look at the players, it's. In the first 2 games, they literally switched up the roles. Like you had Crystallis playing a carry, then he was literally the offlane Bristleback. It wasn't some Midas Aghanim's rushing Bristleback. No, that was Vanguard BKB. He's just going to stand in front. Nisha was the Leshrac, the mid laner, the classic playmaker. Then he was the Morphling, the ultimate win condition. They're switching everything
Resolution
up,
ko
and
khelna
nothing
chahiye
seemingly works.
If they have to focus on one particular thing to improve, you know, draft, map control, team fight, you know, in terms of draft for the team fight, because they can obviously team fight, but they just seem to be just outmastered a little bit. But what's the one thing that you would want Secret to kind of really have a conversation about in those 15 minutes between game 2 and where we're going in game 3?
Would you like to take it?
I think you just reset it, right?
Oh,
like,
okay.
But you've got to change something. You need a reset, but it's...
I mean, maybe it is just draft, like... I've seen a lot of success on the Rezo, Crystallis, Dawnbreaker. Like, that's not getting banned in first phase. Maybe that's something to explore as a strat. It's something that lets them fight globally and often, like, it covers a lot of your heroes. This heal might let them turn the fights around.
I'd lean more on conviction. When you take an area of the map, they want to be able to play there. Don't allow Tundra to be able to skip back out and then start skipping the waves that way. So if you have this early aggression, make sure you have extra catch to get there.
We'll see, because they're time for Team Strat. Talking over. Puppy with Team Secret will re-enter the arena. If they are to take this, it needs to be a reverse sweep. Sitting with a 2-0 lead, Tundra calm, cool and collected. They are smart, but Snaking said in his interview, do not overthink it. Don't try and get too smart, and that's exactly what they've done. They've just been able to play their game, and it's Team Secret that need to break it. This could be a 3-0. Tundra scary right now.
Local,
even though it might not be the, you know,
उस पे host होता है, वहाँ
as a
खेलते हैं.
fan for either of the teams, you want, you know,
Match
an
predictions
absolute, you know,
देख रहा
amazing game of Dota with all the back and forths.
ये noise cancellation करता है अंदर में.
If Tundra can take this 3-0,
इसे कुछ आवाज सुनाई नहीं दे.
Now let's be real. We
Lose
want more
करता है
games,
पूरा.
right? We want more games than just the
Noise cancellation
3-0.
headsets.
But if you're Secret as well, you just need to focus on yourself. Like you can't let Tundra get into your head like in the last best of 3. Focus on your drafts. Focus on what made you get this far, because nothing works against Tundra if you're focusing on their heroes and banning them out.
This is one of those grand finals where if Tundra win it 3-0, it's like the celebration, like the pro enthusiasts will be like, they just played such beautiful Dota. And this will now be like, how do we want to play Dota? The whole shift of DP season will be, we'll look at Tundra. How do they skip waves? How do they always have the same element in every draft, even though heroes are different?
Is there something you'd ban out, Sheep? Like, is there a big element of Tundra that needs to go?
I don't know. There's too many heroes to ban for them. When I looked at last game, I think the biggest crack that I saw in their gameplay was when they were repelled from Secret's base and they were suddenly on the back foot. We have to get out of here. And I think Secret took advantage of that really well for a short time. They were chasing them down lanes. They were getting pickoffs. They were forcing them to use their ults, and they kind of fell apart for a moment. Like, they didn't reset properly. Their resetting was usually really good, but when they kind of had to re-engage in the map, it felt like they were just kind of getting picked off, like on their Visage top. Stuff like that, if they can just apply more pressure from the side of Secret, like maybe Morphling is too slow of a hero, maybe they do need to just go all in on that hard tempo, all 5 heroes, go, go, go.
Full divide Dota.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how LGD started getting taken down at Arlington, for example.
Now, how dangerous are Tundra going to be with a 2-0 up? Because already their drafts are hard to ban out, but now they have options. They've got games in the bag to kind of, I'm sure they don't want to throw one. You're shaking your finger at me, T-Gov.
No. You watch that interview, they are one. You know, they say draft, there's no need to change. We are winning. We shall win. We shall pick the same heroes. We have exactly. We have the second lowest hero pool in all of TI. We just continue winning. Like, they don't need to change.
Imagine Aoi, right, staring at you with an expressionless face. He shrugs his shoulder. Why change it?
When they can communicate, you know, telepathically, that's when it will get scary, but it almost seems like it at this point. But can Team Secret bring it back? That's what I want to know.
I completely agree with what Sheepo said.
Focus on their draft, not the enemy.
Focus on their draft and their gameplay. If they could be a little bit more aggressive, if they could be a tiny little bit faster like they were once they defended their base, it looks like they had that game back in their control. But then a couple of mistakes here and there, they just need to be more focused. I know it sounds like such a generic thing to say, but the moment they got the game back, they fed a couple of kills, unnecessarily kills on the side lanes.
Yeah, and on top of that, have something that can kill Wraith Pact. A hero that can just get in there and kill Wraith Pact, that's like one of the biggest problems. They're playing with so much damage reduction on the side of Tundra. If you're able to deal with that and their map control and like how they do it, those are just the 2 biggest things, I think.
So who are those heroes? We look at Snapfire or?
Snapfire is a little difficult because she has to really like walk in there, but yeah.
We'll see what they do. Well, we're ready here, and I hope you are at home because we're going to go into Game 3 of the Grand Finals of the International.
Team Secret versus Tundra Esports. Grand Finals Game 3.
Tundra Esports turn to ban.
Thank you very much, James. And yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about ready to get this Game 3 underway. So far, Tundra leading the way 2-0 against Team Secret in this Grand Finals. Once again, Seb, No-Tail and Fogged here with me for the draft. I mean, boys, 2 games now where Tundra, they've looked scary. We saw in the second game, Secret maybe trying to break successfully into sort of this sort of impenetrable force that Tundra hold the game hostage with, but it still wasn't enough. Can you see them taking it to the next level, or are you concerned for them now going into this Game 3?
I don't know, there's
Game 3 guys,
names I could find, you know, around
अगर ये वाला गेम जीत जाते हैं तो win हो जाएगा उन लोगों का.
But Poppy would be one of them, right? I mean, Poppy, Heen, they have so much experience. Of course they can. Of course they can. I want to believe they can. You know, I want more
Monkey ban.
Yeah.
Tusk ban.
I want to believe too. The copium tank is pretty low right now. It's running very
Doom
low.
ban.
I think Orange player was feeling it last game. I really think for Secret they need to commit. They need to push it to the limit. You know, I think Nisha was having an incredible game. I don't think they missed a few moments last game that could have turned into. They could have made the game look a lot more.
Illusion based heroes को ban करो थोड़ा.
They have some ideas. They seem to
Naga Siren,
heroes like the combinations, the Arc
Brood
with the Visage too. We haven't seen this before.
Marcy.
Yeah, and now we're
Secret.
at least seeing Secret get their
Resolution खेलेगा इसको.
Marcy hero. So I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to have a hard time believing that Tundra can be broken.
I mean, there's one thing maybe we haven't seen as much in this Grand Finals from Secret is like full-on lane dominance.
Yes.
You know, Marcy could kind of draw the, lead the direction, lead the back into, crushing 3 lanes, and maybe Tundra just doesn't come online. You know, we've seen NetUp like 33 play Brood against Secret in the upper bracket finals, and that's probably one of the worst Brood start he ever had in the entire tournament, and that's what Secret did to him. And yeah, they can do that, so it could be one route.
That was with Monkey though, and Monkey has been banned in every game.
Anti-mage क्यों नहीं आता? Anti-mage agility based hero है. Mana pool कम होगा तो बस boom खत्म.
The lane in last game, and
At least वो rat तो कर सकता है ना अगर rat करना चाहे तो.
I feel like they banned the Monkey maybe to threaten the Brood, but Secret still let the Brood in, and they decided to ban the Tusk instead. So I think now it's like, Tundra, do you still dare to Brood? Like, you want to test our ability to counter Brood once again? And Tundra is like, no, let's keep it open and let's decide a little bit later what 33 is going to be playing.
Yeah, he has options, right?
Yeah.
Like they're just going to save him for later on. He'll have a bunch of cool options. And you're going to be forced
Taaf
now.
क्या कर रहा है? पीछे देखो, नाच रहा है.
Naga Siren, they're still going to have to take the same initiative that they did the last time. They're still going to stick with the Lesh.
I mean, I don't think it's wrong for them to stick with the Lesh. I think Lesh had tons of openings in both games. Resolution was playing it really well, and it opened up this morph pick, but they were second pick. I mean, I think this game's going to be really hard also because it's drafting order. Like, it's extra tough for Secret to figure out what they want to do because they can't keep it open until the end.
Guys.
They might go back for the Dawnbreaker. I mean, we haven't seen them. It's been ignored the whole series so far. But I also think rightfully so. But I don't know what Secret are going to do with first pick here, like for the next phase. And yeah, we have to really look at the bans, and they have to coerce them again into something that is
Tide ban
for them. Yeah. Meta is having a field day right now, you know? Like the Brood is still in, Tide is getting banned.
Naga Siren आएगा.
Secret need to pull out some aces.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to keep
Naga
track
Siren
of,
आएगा.
but to be fair, probably their best bet is to build on what they want to do.
Illusion base ही मारेगा उन लोग.
What's
Illusion
gonna get in the
base
way.
से
So
problem है
if
इन
they
लोगों
believe
को.
that this Naga is going to stop what they want to do, then sure, ban it. Else you might as well play against it. Obviously, it
या
is
तो
scary.
नागा बैन या तो नागा
Tundra's
ओपन.
best heroes,
मतलब ले
so
लेगा
at
या
this
तो
point
बैन
feel
करेगा.
like
नहीं
all they
बैन
have is
करके
best
लेगा
heroes.
या तो
So
फिर
you might as well.
Yep. It's the Visage,
Always a
Naga.
substitute, right? Like, as we saw, we saw a lot of times a bunch of different heroes for 9, but then, I mean, we were all sitting there and we're like, wow, this magnetic field, this Arc Warden just buffing everyone out, making them like immune to damage. It's something you pulled out of the field.
That was nasty.
I mean, I wonder if the statistics, I mean, there are probably some stats for the damage reduction that teams have pulled off, like between Wraith Pact and Anchor Smash with
the pipes.
And with the pipes and stuff. And I feel like they must now be up there, right? Especially with the Arc Shard. That's something new.
Mage Slayer as well too, right? Like it seems like they always just have layers and layers and layers of it, which, I mean, you guys are very familiar with, of course.
Yeah, I love myself some damage reduction. Spectre, nice.
Yeah.
Good times.
Stampede.
Stampede. IO.
I mean, we'll see. I think Secret is debating whether or not they want to target the Naga. They're probably, because theoretically you could consider that, you've got yourself a Leshrac against the Naga or Leshrac against the Slark, which are the very popular skitty heroes. Yeah. Maybe Nakes should take higher priority, for instance, if you just look at matchup to matchup.
Yeah.
But it's, you're one game down, like one game away from getting eliminated, as in like losing
Secret
the
का pick करना है. अच्छा ban करना है. सोच रहा है कौन सा ban करे.
It's a hard call.
Oh my
Test
god,
ban.
they banned a Brewmaster.
Brewmaster ban किया.
Interesting too. Yeah. I feel very scared of the Naga. That's me. Like, I would not choose to play against it. But like Seb is saying, what are you gonna choose to play against? They beat the Visage before, and it all looked very doable last game too. Like they had moments in this game, even though they missed, I think, a few opportunities. It does seem like I don't really know.
Kanka ban.
It's just now, so many options.
So they banned the Kanka out, and I think that they're really threatening, the Brood second phase with the Kanka ban as
Brood
well.
Mother.
I would really
pick आ जाएगा
उसका. Address the Mirana, like address the Moonlight Shadow, because I think it's actually
I
what
think
makes these
Naga को ban करना
heroes
चाहिए.
really scary, because they really get to disengage. Like this Tiny is gonna throw his spells and not get punished for it.
Naga Siren को
Same
ban
with the
करना
Naga in
चाहिए.
the other game and the 9 heroes. Like I would want this hero to kind of, if they get too close to the action, to die.
What about Zeus?
Yeah,
Zeus for
kind of heroes like
Zeus Lash might be a lot of the same thing, but I wonder, like you play against Mirana Naga.
Yeah, I think like very reliable lockdown. I don't know if it's Disruptor, if it's Zeus, ulti. They need to find a way to stop Tundra from, poking, kind of, slowly. Beating them down, like kind of
जैसे ही ban करेंगे इन लोग का chance आएगा इन लोग Naga pick कर सकते हैं.
Moonlight Shadow, like
long range, disengage all the time.
A lot of those heroes are left in the pool. The Life Stealer we've seen that's countered the Leshrac a couple times that we haven't seen Tundra go for too much. It's been banned a lot of times. The Naga Siren's still in, so what's their option? I mean, they get their Pango instead.
Life Stealer को ban.
Leaving things open for their last two picks, right? Now they have 33 as the pick of the litter, 9 Skeeter does as well.
इन लोग क्यों नहीं Naga Siren लेते हैं?
When they were second pick, they picked the Saksa, the Snake King, and the 9 kind of trio because these guys actually play as a trio. They play a lot in the fog of war. As we said, you know, they feed on skitters and 33's map pressure. So this is what they want to play with. You know, this is what they want to counter the Lesh early game tempo with, and now they're just going to decide how to set their side lanes up for success.
And this next pick for Tundra is so scary. I mean, for Secret to pick, they maybe still want to address the Brood, right? Because, I mean, sure, Pangolier could be Neta hero, could be the 9 hero. Now,
Crystallis actually has played a lot of Marcy position 1. I don't know if he's done it officially, but in pubs he's been playing it a lot. So I think that's also an option, and maybe that's a hero that he feels like will counter Neta's fall no matter what.
But isn't it really hard now? Like, you're also afraid of the Visage, Brood. I'm just thinking Neta hero, now you pick the Silencer, like,
I feel like if it's a +1 Marcy, I think
Brood Mother ban नहीं हुआ अभी भी. Brood Mother आ जाएगा.
I like the global, like,
उन्होंने खेला हुआ है.
against Thunder.
Naga Siren में बोला ना लेना था इन लोग का.
So now the Brew ban makes sense, right?
Yeah.
At least in a way.
Makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
अब Brood Mother को ban करेगा इन लोग.
From Tundra. That is a...
I think it's a good approach.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
लगा Siren तो लेना ही था. लगा Siren लेगा.
Also for the Mirana, we're talking about the Moonlight Shadow.
Naga Siren नहीं लेना था.
I think
I like the pick, but the only thing that scares me is
Naga Siren नहीं लेता तो होगा नहीं.
The hardest game to play, and you're picking something you haven't touched yourself.
इतनी illusion based hero है.
Smartest at playing with it, so perhaps also playing against it. So you know, it's like
सबसे अच्छे farmer को लेना चाहिए इस hero को.
Theory-wise, I like it.
समझ रहे हो guys?
What they picked before didn't work, right? So isn't it?
Resolution Misha में सबसे best farmer को जिससे सबसे ज़्यादा last hit बढ़िया हो जाता है.
Back against the wall, it won't get harder for Secret than this. 2-0 in TI finals, surely.
Now I wonder if this is Naga +1 or
Arc Warden नहीं करेगा. Arc Warden इतना style नहीं है.
I have not seen Secret.
Brood Mother
Does Sayak play +4 Naga?
Naga Siren खींच करके ही बहुत बड़ा बात काम कर दिया इन लोगों ने.
Yeah. So it's really hard to guess what they're going to do with it. This Marcy could be core or support, so that's the flex, basically.
Beastmaster लिया.
The 33 hero, it's a beast into Naga.
Final है इसका जो वो core को ban करेंगे इन लोग.
No, but I've seen Naga suffer a lot on the lane. Like, you think it's illusions normally versus Beast?
Troll.
Beastmaster has skill points, so you can put in different things, and it turns out that you can actually get a really good lane versus illusions. Like, one Avalanche plus the Beast, if you catch him summoning it, then you're left with, just a naked Naga who only has Riptide.
Yeah.
Everyone has massive wave clear. It's like the typical Tundra. Every single person can push from the fog, clear.
हमको लग रहा है इधर में वो आ सकता है.
Gonzalez has played this in the past. I've seen him play it in the past in pubs.
क्या नाम है उसका यार?
You know, I think it's a fantastic hero for Tundra.
I see Secret it. I mean, Tundra for sure is gonna hate the
Enigma आ सकता है Secret
का against them. They really want to, and also they do have nice wave clear. I mean, Pengo's pretty nice. Beast is also decent, but maybe Naga's still too much.
Naga will overwhelm it eventually.
Yes, at some point. At some point, this bottom and tiny, they can't push back against Naga.
I want to ask, what's Tundra going to ban here? What are they banning for? Are they banning for a Nisha mid hero? Are they banning for a resolution offlane hero? I mean, I'm assuming that they're assuming Naga's one.
I think the offlane heroes are more problematic than the mid heroes.
Because it could be Sayak hero coming up too, and resolution playing the
Marcy.
The Marcy also.
Or it could be a Naga 3 or 4, which is maybe a little bit more crazy.
I wouldn't assume it, but of course.
Could be.
I mean, that's probably more likely. Now we see the troll ban too. We've seen Rezo play Marcy.
Troll ban, देखा?
Wildfires and stuff like that. He was playing offlane.
यार दिमाग कितना खूबसूरत तरीके से मैंने लगा troll ban हुआ.
I think it's very positive.
It's tricky. It's tricky. We'll see what Tundra is gonna do.
Love the prediction, man. Love the prediction.
Taking a guess here.
यही का prediction मुंह से निकल रहा है.
So whatever they're gonna ban is gonna obviously tell us where they're placing the Naga.
Enigma को ban करेंगे क्या?
Assumingly, or what they.
Enigma ban इसलिए क्योंकि ये और ये melee heroes है 3.
What Secret is going to do.
और इन लोग एक combine में आ सकते हैं.
Lots of going on.
There's a lot of pressure on these.
Lot of is happening.
Okay, so
Shaman.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
अरे Darkseer को भी ban कर सकता है उन लोग. लेकिन Darkseer को करके फायदा नहीं है.
Most likely on Marcy.
I think it's a very interesting read on the game, right? Like, why do they ban Rasta here? What does Rasta make? I think it makes sense with the Naga, right? It's like it's a lot to do with the Naga and what you're saying about like this hard lockdown, not letting heroes like kite around you. Shackle can be an incredible tool.
Draw ban कर दे भाई.
Poor lockdown, like it's only less.
नहीं draw का फायदा नहीं है.
Which is very.
Speaker यहाँ पे ban है draw.
This hex could have helped a lot.
Yeah, and it's also one of the Sayak classics. Okay.
Life Stealer ban.
Yeah, I think they really want the Marcy to be core. Obviously, they could still flex it. I'm not sure what resolution could be looking at.
Enigma ban करेगा मुझे लग रहा है.
Other than that, Sayak has a bunch of heroes, right? Like Sayak has a bunch of heroes. He has the Earth Spirit, which is a good lockdown. He has Tusk is out.
Stage Shaker, Tusk is out. Shaker.
Turn to pick.
They do ban the Clockwork.
Clockwork.
Looking, for some reason, I feel like we might be surprised by how Secret's gonna put the heroes.
Enigma.
I mean, they could pick Nisha's hero here, right?
Spirit.
Nisha, what could Nisha be picking? I mean,
Earth Spirit.
The Zeus. I don't know if it's that good here.
I'm stuck on this
Taker.
Mercy +1. I can't get over it.
Really?
Yeah,
Tons
I
है
don't know why,
इसीलिए.
but I mean, we'll see. This is exciting.
5 seconds remaining.
They're out of time, right? Is that reserve time?
They've got
I
a little
assume
bit.
so. Okay, they've got a little bit more. 15 seconds to go.
Night stock
15 seconds to decide.
में नहीं जाएगा.
Probably your
Offline में.
fate. A lot of pressure.
Misclick.
Ember Spirit.
Ember Spirit. All right.
I mean, it's good for some reasons, right?
Yeah.
I'm not.
मुझे ये समझ नहीं आ रहा guys कि कैसे लोग आगे वाला काम complete करेंगे.
A little bit of B
कि
synergy,
if you
but
think
there's also some synergy.
एक second रुकना
It's just
guys.
not all the way.
I mean, it's a very good Ember game.
But it's good, really good versus what they're playing against. Yeah.
Ember
इन लोग क्या कर रहे हैं guys?
Tango, like, and even Roar, they have
पता नहीं
a
like
really hard time catching this Ember.
ठीक है.
He has the
First skill,
backup
second
of
skill में
global silence.
catch
He
कर
does
लेंगे.
end up catching a kind of a stun. He has the backup of sleep. This Ember can be the king of the game. You know. Nisha can
ये
pop off
थोड़ा
this.
मुझे
But do you still
draft
think that
अच्छा लग रहा है
they're doing
guys.
something weird with,
On
Marcy,
Team
or don't you
Secret
think
side.
it's gonna be?
I would assume it's a Marcy Leshrac, you know, Zach Marcy.
देख रहे हो?
Rezo
Secret
Leshrac,
का draft
Naga
लग रहा है
Sanchez,
मुझे.
and Ember mid.
अच्छा draft लग रहा है.
Yeah.
Most likely.
What say
I would
guys?
so too.
That's what it looks like.
But what is, so we've seen Nine. He likes to counterpick when he gets the chance to. I wonder if he's happy with this matchup, like the Pangolier. I mean, he has to be the Pango, right? It has to be Skitter Hero. Never mind. Medusa.
Right. We have not seen that hero.
We haven't seen that hero, right?
I think that's a first Uso.
Wow.
I mean, that's a Skitter Hero. We've seen him play it a lot in the past. Yeah.
Okay, Medusa.
Stylus is on the Naga, yeah. No funny business here.
Do they have enough damage to take down a Medusa is what I'm thinking, you know?
When Tundra starts grouping up and forcing...
It's not easy for these heroes to take down Medusa because, you know, Lesh and Ember,
Lesh, yeah.
They might lack damage.
Yeah.
Probably that's what, Tundra is trying to abuse here.
And we saw one Naga earlier. I'm trying to remember who it was from RNG. He went for diffusal on the Naga, and it could be interesting again this game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, so Tundra's plan
One
is to
guys,
get Medusa to a
देखते क्या
point
आता है.
where
कौन आ रहा है?
you can go tier 2, Roche, tier 3, and the
कौन आ रहा है?
really strong with the beast, and the sieging is going to start happening, and that secret kind of demise if it does happen.
Who
Whereas the
is
Secret, they
coming?
managed to stall the game out and start splitting, and you know, Medusa is also very punished by a map that gets spread out really quite a bit, and he doesn't like running around. So
it's funny. It feels like both teams have swapped roles in terms of how they want to play the game, right? Secret wants to be dodging, and Tundra's going to try to hit critical mass, group up around the Medusa, the Beast, and just try to, you know, end it. So we'll see how it works out. Very interesting to see how the best Naga team plays against Naga around the Medusa, the Beast. Doesn't get more interesting than that.
You have any copium left for Secret?
I do.
You do?
Of course I do.
Okay.
I want game 4.
Me too. I really want.
Oh.
Well, we'll see if we're going to be getting that here. I mean, overall as well, Fog, you know, just sort of seeing Skeeter on this sort of hero. It's been, what, 2 games so far with Tundra. Each time, whether it's been Skeeter or Nine, they've just had this core that Secret haven't really been able to touch. Do you feel that may be the case here again, or do you believe that Secret, they can make sure that neither of these 2 cores from Tundra get a free game?
Tundra are magical the way they
Okay,
make space, especially
fine.
for Skeeter, and I see 4 heroes that are pretty damn good at it. So let's see. I mean, they're the ones who know how to play versus the Nagasaran, so let's see if they can actually be put up to that test.
I hope for a 5-game finals. I hope these players are in here and really
Medusa.
enjoying the moment. You know, I hope we get some good Dota.
Absolutely, sort of final word.
चलो Medusa.
Seconds to showtime. If you're not already heading somewhere, now's the time to start. always wanted to see an ancient fall. Yeah, that stuff's over. Don't make me come over there.
Chalo.
God Gamer alert! God Gamer detected! Oh,
अरे आवाज क्यों नहीं आ रहा?
Trying to sort of build spirits coming into this game 3. As they need everything here, Secret, to try and be able to turn things around against Tundra. 2 games now where there's just been a point where it seems all over. Tundra, they've just been all over. Secret closing up the games as they wish. Here, this game 3, indeed, as we talked about during the draft, bit of a different approach from both teams.
Much different.
Tundra
Vanguard,
absolutely trying something completely different there. You know, obviously, Aoi mentioning that cosmetics were a bit of an influence in terms of why Skeeter's running the Medusa in this match. But regardless, you've got to imagine they still pick it because they feel that it's going to have its strengths here. Something that other teams have not been able to find in any of the games so far here this international club.
Yeah, they probably feel like it can get to the scaling point, but the laning phase could be incredibly difficult. This is a very oppressive lane that Secret does have down here. And Mirana, I mean, we've seen Snaking do fantastic work on it, but sometimes you just can't really protect these cores. There's a reason these like Medusas and Clinks have not been picked too often. Their lanes can just get completely shut down. So let's see if Skeeter and Snaking are able to do it. Right away, we're seeing those immediate tangos. 4 or 5 of them are already being passed off to Skeeter. He's gonna have to bring more down because of the harassment that's coming out.
Of course, one thing that's going to be feeling good for
Yo,
Secret,
guys.
seeing already some action from it here down bottom. Zayat's getting his hands on the Marcy this game. One of the stronger heroes from the tournament.
They don't have one of those heroes that really benefits the most.
Guys,
off
this is
the
the grand
sidekick.
finals.
Usually you do see like
Last
when
game,
Tundra does try to opt for it, they have like 2 or 3 heroes they can throw this sidekick onto. Not really many on Secret where it's like, wow, amazing sidekick. Like sure, the damage bonus on an Ember can be decent, but Nagasaki getting sidekicked up isn't really the best. So it's gonna be more of just this ganking Marcy in particular.
And do you feel a bit more comfortable overall with Secret's approach? You know, this game, Crystalis, playing what you could only describe sort of as a more traditional carry, right? It's not this Pudge or Bristle that's going to look to be forced to get involved at an earlier time. He can look to sort of take the game a bit more on his shoulders as a harder carry as the Nagasiren in this game 3.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, like he should be able to, eventually definitely take over the map, and they do have those elements to be able to push and abuse those side lanes. It's very, like 702 were saying, it's like the script has shifted completely. It almost looks like a Tundra draft on the Secret side, except for the silencer. So could definitely see Crystalis perhaps get to that point, but let's see if he's able to with the pressure that comes out, because Tundra, as you said, super oppressive. But looks like Skeeter, he's having a little bit of a rougher one, as we've seen Snaking actually getting a lot of last hits in this lane 6, because Skeeter's being pushed off a lot from the aggressiveness.
I mean, that's sort of something to be said there. Snaking, making sure that not too much is getting missed from the both of them.
Yeah.
I'll see top. Puppy, just going to look to chase out Saxa a little bit. Saxa will be fine and into the trees. I mean, mid lane, this time round, having the Ember Spirit here for Nisha. I mean, what's sort of your thoughts on this hero? I mean, she picked later on in the draft. Is this a game where Ember Spirit's going to have the luxury of sort of darting around the team fights, or is there a few concerns for Nisha?
Definitely some limited disables on the side of Tundra. He could have a spectacular. However, Ember at this tournament has been having some difficulties, of course, kind of committing into fights. You kind of just run out of steam at some point, it feels like, on this hero lately. So we'll see what he's going to be able to make of it. Top. Saxa.
He's trying to trade with Puppy, but Crystalis will step up, make sure that Saxa can't continue to stand his ground against the silencer.
Now we see the build, of course, from 33. It's Axe Max, but also just he started with the Sage's Mask straight into the Bassi, starting some Mangoes. It's typical approach from Tundra, and just keeping the spam on. You see he's top CS.
And sort of a Secret, you know, in terms of, obviously we talked about how Tundra can deal with the mid from Secret. You know, for Secret, how well are they going to be able to deal with 9 when he hits this point where he's coming in with those early rotations, heading to the side lanes with the Rolling Thunder here? Can they deal with the Pango's aggression?
He could be big problems. I think we have to watch for these globals, if he's able to catch it, like in between these rolls and stuff like that, how much Puppy's going to be able to do to catch this with the combination of Nisha. They do have burst damage to be able to just kill this Pango in some situations, so.
Well, so far in the mid, Nisha, a decent bit of a lead here, 29-5 against the 21-2. He's best with a consistent slight spam here onto 9, keeping him low.
Both kind of doing the same thing to each other, keeping each other just at gankable levels. And it's a bit scarier, I would say, for the Pango. He actually has to go back to base because there's a Marcy. So whenever you're getting put low, you always have to expect this rotation to come in. So we do see 9 is forced back to base.
Yeah, we did see Zayat, indeed, step over to that area, see if that opportunity was going to be had. But as you say, 9 plays it smart.
As soon as he goes missing bottom, even for a couple seconds, they do have to be very wary of it. Snaking. At the trade, he's got 2 in Starstorm too.
True, Zayat does get too low. Snaking will look to jump in and burst through him.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more hits and he would have.
Guys, literally, like...
The bottom lane, it was a bit of a slower start in the first few waves. Looks like Skeeter's able to pretty much catch back up here to him. The amount of fun that Rezo's getting out of this, 26 for 7, 23 for 6, and he's got this full wave coming against him. Skeeter, despite the early pressure on him, dealt very well with those first few waves, those first few lanes that they've had to match up against Secret down here.
They've been so good because of this Mirana, really. Like, Snaking's actually being able to bully and make sure that Skeeter's able to have a decent laning phase because these 2 points in Starstorm. He's able to trade with pretty much anybody. Here we see this rotation coming in.
He's already used the swashbuckle.
6.
And he has indeed hit the 6, and Alamy 9. He's more than fine. In fact, trying to use that ult to set up a bit onto Nisha, but the Remnants are the ready. Nisha himself in the 6. 9's able to roll across, pick up that arcane rune. And Snaking and Sax are heading over to help. They're jumping with a rebound. Science goes down. They'll even be able to turn over towards Nisha as well. But 9 will die for that effort. Maybe feeling a bit stronger than he was there, charging forward with the backup of his 2 supports. But 9 ending up losing his life off the back of that aggressive play.
Nisha does incredible physical damage right now. The corrosion and the blades of attack finished.
There's so much damage yet. With maybe 3 points in slide.
Yeah, maybe thought he was going to be a little bit tankier, and immediately they rotate in Zayats, they fill up the bottle, so looking to play around Nisha as much as possible.
Absolutely, yeah, Secret showing that they can bring their supports mid as well. Sure that Nisha continues to have that edge in this mid matchup. Only about a 600 gold difference, a lead here for the Ember Spirit. Nisha playing it well so far.
I mean, that ends up being the decision there, so Secret, they're going to be like, okay, no longer can we really pressure the dude. So early game, we're just going to look to buff up this Ember Spirit so he can be the one to kind of take over the map. Since Naga's now having her own free time, they're just going to be like, all right, Rezo, you're sacked for the moment. We'll deal with this Medusa later on. Still keeping the silencer even around the mid lane.
$33. Looks like he'll give some of that top lane to Saxa. 33 will start to clear a bit of the stacks. Prepared here in the triangle.
Yep, he's got his helm creep finished up too, so now he can look to actually pressure the lane. Once he's got this creep, he can go back up there.
Bottom lane. Taking a bit of an effort onto Skeeter. Mana's starting to get pretty low here. Damage from Zayat and Resolution. Snaking on target though. Holds back Rezo. Limits the ability for Secret to continue to chase down Skeeter, but seeing heavy pressure now from these 2, and it's going to become even more. Secret, they're bringing in Nisha to make the aggressive play down. Skeeter immediately out of the area, does not want to mess around when these sort of rotations come out from the mid.
The earlier ward that Snaking placed for to watch the rotations of the Marcy, actually this time catches the Ember Spirit, making the rotation down. So Skeeter, we've seen him, actually last game did the same thing. Got pushed out of lane relatively early. We'll go to jungle, and Snaking's going to sit in the trees and sap.
And it's this timing again, really. So this 8 to 9 minute window where both games, Secret, they have been allowed to get this early tier 1 tower. So once again, get some good pressure on at the moment. Snaking, same position he did with last game, sapping the XP that he can. Over in Secret's half of the map though, Sax has got a bit of a catch on to Crystallis. Crystallis incredibly low. 9, he's ready to jump in with the Rolling Thunder. That's Crystallis gone. So while Secret put the pressure on down bottom, Tundra make the most of that information to catch out Crystallis alone.
It's so much pressure. As soon as the Dominator's finished up on the Beastmaster, he's shoving the lane in. They're looking to catch behind, and yeah, Saxa, he finds it. Even now going to take away some of this jungle, take away the bounty rune as well. And look at Snaking. It looks like he's potentially maybe trying to drag a wave or something. And maybe try to grab that, but unable to because he's getting chased. Does mean that they're not going to get the bottom tower on the side of Secret, and top tower is going to drop to the side of Tundra. And Snaking is just base making. Oh, unless Rezo reads him.
Nicely done there from Rezo. Zayat's able to jump in and throw Snaking back into the clutches of Resolution. They'll get themselves a kill out of that Secret.
Oh, beautiful play from Rezo.
And see Nisha just diving in sort of pretty deep into Tundra's half of the map. Trying to really keep Skeeter on his toes, make sure this Medusa doesn't feel too safe to farm. Even this sort of deep area on their half.
He's not really at risk of too much. Like, they have to bring so many heroes to kind of punish this Ember Spirit, so really like the play from Nisha. He's just keeping this Medusa low, keeping him scared, because if a +1 hero comes in, it's a free kill every time. And now, with this, potentially able to take this bottom tower, point put into Edict. So we'll be able to match that move from Tundra up top.
2-2. 10 minutes in. Similar to sort of the close start that we were getting, at least out of the game 2. of this grand finals. Secret very much having their own strengths. Overall, though, see top of the board there, 33. He's making the money on this Beastmaster.
We've seen this from him a lot on his Beastmaster, especially being top net worth when it was very popular. He was playing it so much. And we'll see now if there's going to be a play from Secret to look to invade the Ancient area, because that's kind of like the Medusa these Ancients. In the past
Dota OP लिख दो यार.
They actually don't do this for Skeeter because he's usually playing with these illusion heroes. So let's see if they are going to look to punish him.
And sort of in comparison to the drafts that we have from Tundra in Game 1 and Game 2, would you sort of consider this Game 3-1 a little bit more vulnerable in these sort of early stages? Like Secret have a bit more of a chance of shutting them down early?
Yeah, absolutely. Medusa
takes
some time before she wants to show up at all. So it does feel like they can look to be playing pretty
कितने
aggressive.
लोग
Just have to
देख रहे हैं इस मैच को?
Nine in particular. I mean, he's the big playmaker. If they can kind of move away from the Pangolier.
Let's see if he seizes the opportunity to go for
3 lakh.
Sentry down though for Saxa now. He knows that
3,58,000.
Tough grab though. Nine is still, I mean, really lingering in the back line.
He still wants to maybe do something.
He's got to fight the flank.
He's a bit low on the mana as well. Won't have too much to throw out here. There's the opening for 9. In with the Rolling Thunder. They'll pop the global.
The creep takes the arrow.
Stun. He won't quite connect, and now Rezo tries to turn, but the global comes to an end. Saxa turns with a combo. Avalanche toss to take him down. Resolution falls, but Sax has the backup of Nisha. Secret, they'll be able to take something in return. Oh, maybe no. He's out for the swipe, but he goes for the TP. But Nisha will be able to dive in with the Remnant, pick up a couple, maybe more. Chains her up. He has enough mana to stop the TP from Saxa. Puppy's here as well. They'll chase out the Tiny, surround him in the trees. It's a triple kill for Nisha.
What a play. Skills up the Searing Chains after he gets the kills. Immediately has enough mana to do it too. Beautifully done.
This is exactly what Secret need to be seeing from Nisha. They have to have him just step up to the next level, something that he has done before in some of the series here during the playoffs. They need Nisha to be on top form to have a chance against Tundra.
And you see why they put so much emphasis on him in the mid lane. Fill up his bottle, do everything you can to make sure Nisha has this game so he can make that space for this Naga Siren, who now, Crystallis free in the jungle, and they have a regen rune sitting bottom. So Zayat, he's camping it for Nisha so he can keep his impact on the map. All about this Ember Spirit for Secret.
Skeeter feeling confident enough to step up in the mid. Secret, they'll definitely make a jump on this. They'll get him with the opening. They've taken out his mana. The damage has been done. A risky position for Skeeter to find himself in. Secret, they don't hold back at all at making that jump. They know that Medusa is in a completely dangerous spot, and it hurts. That's Skeeter out of the game for 20 seconds. Secret, they managed to put some pressure on the mid, and of course this is just continued gold and XP being fueled and funneled into this Ember Spirit.
Still has the regen running, so he's full HP, full mana for this push. They can still have to fight if anyone does come in, and Tundra doesn't feel like they do want to fight here. Dropping too fast. Big moves.
Now let's let this one go.
And tons of space. Crystallis now able to rotate down toward bottom.
Oh, भाई फिर पकड़ा क्या?
I mean, 9 is keeping his eyes on Crystallis, but of course at this area, out on his own, not able to sort of make any sort of move or aggressive play. It's not until he has the Diffusal Blade done. When that's there, he might be able to look for some solo action.
I was looking to see if we would see that build queued up also for Crystallis, because I believe Nota was mentioning, I think it was Hector who did it actually in one of the games as Naga when he was playing, and he went this Diffusal Blade, and it was very strong. So if he can opt to do that, if they even want to.
I think
the thing is, though, do they even want to though? Because like the Medusa, maybe they don't feel like they even need it. I mean, how little this hero's been played.
You might sort of see the argument for just getting that Skadi online as soon as you can. Of course, Skadi's going to have incredible benefits of limiting the Medusa in these fights.
This time around, really finding their footing. Now for Tundra, playing around 33 is probably the best option. Helm of Overlord is finished, so he is a big problem for Secret.
Resolution's pretty vulnerable. As 33 opens up with a raw, easy
Wow.
kill there for Tundra.
Roll लग गया ना उसका.
That's the big hero that they do have to watch out for. And yeah, snaking with these Moonlight Shadows, this has kind of been one of the biggest things that Tundra's been able to play around.
Yeah, you got to watch out for the Ember Spirit next fight. He's got his Maelstrom done and a DD in the bottle.
Oh boy.
You don't want to fight around this Ember unless you're guaranteed to have the lockdown. And of course, this is a point where Raw has been used. Nisha is going to be able to play with that timing in mind. Not too much that he has to threat when he turns up these team fights.
And there's Global available too, so even if the chain stun comes out, like if Saksa finds an avalanche, they can probably
feels strong, he's ready to go in chains, followed by the Global Silence. We'll see the runner, he's taking, try and get off to the side, but the slight's there. They take down both supports.
And they might even get the Helm. They will.
Extra 250 gold, I believe, going the way of Resolution, so more money for him. I'll speed up the Bloodstone. Really is, you know, so should being able to step it up a bit more in game 2, but here in this game 3 is Ember Spirit so far. So good here with these early plays. When he's hitting sort of on towards the level 12. Once he gets that item done after the Maelstrom, we'll see what it's going to be. If he feels he needs to get the BKB, play some sort of into some sort of safety for the next item. But at the same time, as we say, with sort of the lack of lockdown, he might feel that he can just build up that damage, continue to play aggressive.
I think he probably wants to look to play as aggressive as possible. The space for Crystallis is amazing right now. He's just having the time of his life on this Naga Siren 2K lead. And Secret, they're still clustered together. The lanes are all in a good position for them, so they can just keep looking to fight. Even though they don't have global.
Beastmaster. Oh, God.
With a slight change. Running off to the side, they're going to dispose back onto Saxa, but Science and Puppy just get shredded by 33 and his Dinosaur. As Tundra, they're ready to see if they can catch more Snake. He's in with the arrow, quick with a slight change. Nisha's just able to take him out amongst them, but Tundra, they continue to get more. 9 rolls in, takes out Rezo, who's got his eyes over towards Nisha. It's pretty deep here. Towards the tier 2, they'll continue to try and chase him, chains back up. Well, Nisha stops to sort of dig there, a bit risky. He's going to get caught by the avalanche. Nisha goes down. As Tundra, they hit back hard, straight down the mid. They take out 4.
And now Secret, they're looking for the fight. They're like, we don't have global, but we don't really care. We can still look to get this, but an avalanche from the high ground. I think catches, what, 3 heroes? Axes as well from the Beastmaster, catches multiple. Tundra in position perfectly to counteract Secret.
Yeah, as we've seen time and time again for Tundra this series, they know when to go. You give them any sort of opening, and they just go straight for it. And both supports taken out, and then they know it's their time to run down it. And it is this sort of timing as well. 33 for the most part. He's been getting so much farm out on his own. Now he's looking to play with the team, set up action, rolls back up, opens up on a Resolution, TP's gets burst. Here by 33 and Saxa. Tundra, they're really starting to get the ball rolling once again.
I-33 is just a monster. 3-0 and 3 every time he shows up. They're just
so
level.
Farm. Look at his farm.
He's level 14 as well.
And so much pressure as well. 17 minutes in, this tier 2 starting to fall. Tundra, they're sticking around here on the aggressive against Secret.
बहुत damage लगता है
भाई. He does have the global up.
They have to try to take out this 33 Beastmaster somehow. He's doing way too much damage. Crystallis is still getting all the space in the world, but that is a pretty devastating hit. Losing Nisha like that.
Absolutely. We're going to get to see Crystallis have an impact this game that he just hasn't had in the series so far.
Sure.
Both game 1 and game 2, he just never really got the farm, pretty much stuck at the bottom of the cores. It will be a different story this time. So Crystallis, he'll absolutely feel a bit more powerful when those inevitable team fights occur that he has to turn up to.
That being said, also though, Skeeter has started to get ignored a little bit because of the moves Tundra's been able to counteract for Secret. He's got Manta. Now he can freely push out those waves without having to show his face. He can actually survive in most situations.
That's very true. I mean, as you said, on the Medusa, you're always going to have a for time opening up in this sort of game. And Skeeter, arguably, he's got through that tough spot.
He got through one of the tougher ones, and he's always going to have excellent Mystic Snake targets. You just throw that onto the Lesh in most situations, you get so much mana back in the fights. Secret have to be careful in these next few moments. Can't make another mistake like that. Gotta smoke up. Nisha's still having quite a bit of gold in the bank. 2,600.
See Snaking poke at the wave mid, but they want something much bigger than that. They want 33's life.
This is the best kill.
See if they can blow him up here with the combo. Straight in, but already 33's off the side. They find the change. Saxon's here to help out. Rolls back up. They turn with the roar onto Resolution, holding back the Leshrac. They'll turn his attention over towards Saxa instead. But Tundra, they want to look to try and take this fight. 9 rolls up straight up to the high ground. He's got the opening stun on the Resolution. The roll continues, of course, through the song as Resolution's taken out. At 9, he's ready to close in on Crystallis as the song comes to an end. Illusion's back out for Crystallis, snaking. Jumps forward with the Starstorm, trying to burst Secret down low. The curse kicks in onto 9, so no further spells available to be casted on the chase.
But now
Resolution's gone. 33 as strong as ever, steps over into the Roshan pit. They were so close to maybe catching 33 by surprise, but they couldn't quite find the initiation off the back of the rebound.
They waited.
They're trying to poke at them here, Secret. Sort of deter Tundra from committing to the Roshan, but it's rough.
They waited a little too long, it felt like, on the Global. Every spell got casted, and then Global comes out. The Roar and the Avalanche was already there to kind of let 33 get the distance. So Secret, again, they have to be careful with these mistakes. It's gonna get punished every single time. Tundra is all at the ready to look for these fights, and now with Skeeter at the ready to fight, they're gonna look for their own battle in 4 or 5.
Skeeter's ready to join in. He's got a point in the Stone Gaze as well. So ready to pop that ultimate. stop Secret from being able to sort of take the fight head into them. Brings in with a jump. He gets the toss back. They'll get the quick pick onto Puppey. Puppey gets burst through. Rebound in from Zayas over towards Saxa. The stone gaze has been popped here, so Secret, they can't come in for now. Is actually going to end up tanking the roll there off the back of one of the illusions. Rezo's going to attempt to run down Tundra with this in mind, but off to the back lines. 9 straight in on top of Zayas, controlling the Marcy. Good bounces here off the cliffs. Leaving Zayas no option to escape. 9 takes him out pretty much solo. Jumps over the swashbuckle. Stun will connect though. 9 is falling low. Nisha has the damage. They take down 9.
Can they chase for more?
They've got the curse onto 33. Rezo pops the Bloodstone, getting that mana back up. He's ready to chase. He's closing the ammo to the Beastmaster. It's going to be another for Secret. Triple kill for Nisha. Only Skeeter and Saxa left here for Tundra. Saxa, he still wants to fight. Jumps in with the toss. The avalanche onto the 3 of them. They're taking out Resolution. There's going to be a buyback from Zayas. Secret, they're putting everything into holding this fight, keeping Crystallis safe. Nisha, he's solo on mana. He hasn't really got much, but obviously trapped up on the high ground. He's got one more slide of fist.
Burning.
But Skeeter, he's burning off the bullet for the Dragon. 33 kills him off. Skeeter will surely die here. Can they really get him out? Oh, but they're going to get him out.
Is he really going to get him out?
They can't close the gap. Skeeter's going to live.
God.
He's going to live.
Oh, Nisha gets stuck in that little spot on the ledge.
The Dragon, the burn, he feels it there.
And the whole fight too. A fight that lasts, I mean, what feels like almost 2 minutes. The Hawk is scouting everything in all these situations too. Tundra, amazing at the way that they can reset from these fights. With Secret, they do get some big kills.
I mean, yeah, more, sure. Nisha dying at the end of it. I mean, look at his case, 10-2-2. He's still doing everything he can here to hold on to this game against Tundra. But in these fights, Tundra's still able to take to sort of the next level once again in this game 3.
I mean, look at the start too. The arrow does connect on the Naga. They're almost able to get the roar, but 33 unable to get it at the start there. Crazy chases.
I mean, Skeeter being able to walk away as he did. That's definitely going to feel frustrating there for Secret.
I mean, the way that they're able, just the reset, the constant reset and jump forward, the way they play around these cooldowns. Saxa, how many avalanche toss combos was he able to get in this one? How many axes did you see thrown out?
Well, she's Skeeter about 2,300 gold away from the Skadi. If they couldn't kill him easily enough then, once he's got his next item done, he's going to be such a huge terror in these team fights.
Crystallis too, though, still getting big. The Orchid is finished, so he also has a level of control, perhaps, to catch this Pango.
They're ready to make the move. They know Roshan's up. They don't want to head straight into the pit. They want to try and get a pick off first. Secret relatively prepared, though. The 4th and grouped up. Rezo, the one to be pushing out alone. TP on cooldown for 9 seconds. We'll see if he's able to get out of this area of the map in time.
They always have the Hawk scouting out, trying to get information. If they get the initiation onto one of the big heroes of Secret, it's going to be a really tough comeback. Even though they have global, one of those heroes will probably die instantly if Tundra does get that jump.
Secret as well. They, Skeeter pushing out the mid lane as kind of aggressively as he was over on Secret's half of the map. Secret, I suspect that something's up. They're sticking together, and now, sort of keeping the timing in mind, knowing that the smoke from Tundra's probably come to an end. They might try and sneak a Roshan off the back of their own smoke, though, rather than look for a kill. They're straight into the pit. 33 shows bottom. They know that they've got a bit of space to go for this. The question is, can they do it fast enough?
It looks like they do with the Unleash. It's about to drop down. Tundra do have the split push coming on, but yeah, this Roshan.
That's a big move from Secret. A smart timing there with the smoke.
Now Rezo probably feels a lot safer. He can charge in, almost BKB done. He's going to be able to commit into those backlines easier. Secret find themselves a pretty big window here.
Let's see what sort of the play is to be here from Tundra. A bit of a different position to what they've been in before in the first 2 games. Secret having this first Aegis on Resolution, but for the most part, very much has been the core that Tundra have struggled the least with taking down. Now he's got that Aegis. Tundra, they're going to have to think twice about how they go about these team fights. They're still going to try for it, though. They're in with the Moonlight Shadow 9. Quick burst onto Puppey.
What's that?
Caught out the Panga, but onto the side. Zayas been caught by the Roar. 33 commits straight down, takes out Zayas, but Nisha's in. That's 9 out of the fight, and Nisha, Crystallis, in for more, diving over towards Saxa with the Ren, and Saxa tried to toss him back, but with the axe, Nisha, he's still got Remnants to play with, closes the gap, 2 more kills for the Ember Spirit. Nisha now up to 12 kills here, 24 minutes in.
They get the initiation onto the 2 supports, but Nisha, Secret, they're all there at the ready. Yeah, this Aghanims saved the gold, got those big kills earlier, finished it up, another 3,000 gold for him too.
I mean, he's getting to play exactly the game as you sort of expect him to be able to in this sort of draft.
Limited
and he's
control.
playing it perfectly. Nearly hitting level 18. He's got 3k gold in the gap, in the bank, ready towards his next item.
And Crystallis is
He's
starting.
a problem.
Crystallis is starting to get toward critical mass as well. Heart almost finished up. So, you know, Seb No-Till, they're saying, could there be some damage issues perhaps versus this Medusa? It's starting to get to the point where could there be damage issues to deal with this Naga Siren too? With the way this game is going, with the way Secret's been able to play around Nisha.
No, very much so. Crystallis. Very, very impressive looking this game. Something that we have seen him bring out. In the first two, Puppey. Wants to get caught out quite a few times. He's going to throw himself into this fight. They want to try and take this secret. There's not Nisha, who go up the first few remnants. Resolution and Crystallis are heading over. They've lost both support Secret, but it looks like the Cores still want to try and take this fight.
The Scotty.
And Resolution, he's walked into this. The set up into the arrow. Rezo, he's out the once. I mean, can they protect him a second time? They do have the song.
It's only level 1.
They might have to use it here to disengage. I don't think Secret.
It's tiny though.
They're not going to want to stick around for this 9.
It's only level 1 song.
He's in with the checks. He's got the slowdown over the diffuser blade over towards Crystallis. They jump in with the combo. Crystallis getting burst down to half health. Gina in up top and then the roar. The swashbuckle. He's gone.
They have the damage.
And they're ready to look for more. He's put the BKB resolution, but Skinner in position on top of him with the Scotty. Puppey back in action. Pops the global. They'll kill off 9 for the dive.
Skeeter free hitting.
The rest of Tundra, they're still pushing on. Under the tier 2, it's Resolution down.
Nisha.
He's got one more remnant.
He's got 2.
He's going aggressive.
Nisha. And now Skeeter.
Look at the catch. The dispose. He's going for the TP. Have they got anything to stop it?
They do not.
They don't. Skeeter's out. I'm going to feel that fight all in all. Certainly could have gone a lot worse there for Secret. A very bold decision, right? They lose their 2 supports. They still try and force something with the 3 cores. Doesn't look too great of a move when they lose the Aegis as quickly as they could, and Resolution dying very quickly. But somehow, some way, they're able to punish Tundra a little bit for that aggressive move towards Secret's own tier 2.
I mean, it's the Nisha show, really, right? He's the one who's doing all the damage in the fights. If he's not controlled, he still is able to do a crazy amount. But they do get the Naga. That's the big kill. Skeeter survives, and they get Crystallis this time.
Yeah, 15, 2 and 3 here from Nisha. He's giving it his everything, and he has to.
Full Kai Assange finish up after his shard and his Aghanims. So his damage still crazy. However, his damage is incredibly good versus everybody except for the Medusa. That is still the issue. So Skeeter is still finding this footing. He's just still behind this Naga Siren in farm.
At this end of this fight, once again, you know, Tundra, understandably, they're like, it's only the 3 cores. We can chase these heroes down, get some more out of it. But they end up losing heroes themselves. Quick unleash from Zarts. We got out a Sentry Ward and a Courier from this. Tundra. Move forward towards this, but Secret, they have the full 5-man in the area. Nisha very much fit to fight.
And Puppey now has an Aeon disc, so if they do catch him in some of these situations, he will get the glove off for his team to follow up.
Certainly will allow for a chance of a bit of a different outcome, as we've seen pretty much the last 3 times. They always find him and sort of force Puppey to either not get the global off at all or use it in inopportune moments.
We see Cloak of Flames now picked up for Crystallis, so he's Waves tankier for his illusions as well.
See there on the win probability, still very much a strong belief there in the power of Tundra, of how much farm Skeeter still has and how much farm 33 does. You know, 33 gets to play these fights with his Summers alive and sets up with a roar. His impact, it's going to be big in these team fights. Secret holding the high ground. Tundra trying to break back into their own jungle with this smoke.
They have this ward. They see at least 2 or 3 heroes right now in Secret.
It's a difficult area to fight, even if they're making the jump off the back of a smoke.
They see Puppey with the Aeon disc too, so maybe gonna look to poke and prod and force it. Rezo forcing bottom tower with Edict. Almost drops down. And Tundra, they opt to just go out.
Yeah, they have no interest in defending this tower for now.
Yep, looking to probably finish up the next 2 items. Skeeter still not feeling too strong. He's going for the Maelstrom build. He's starting to feel that Naga Siren will be an issue.
All right, okay, yeah, going full in on the dealing with the illusions. And understandably indeed, with how much farm Crystallis has, continuing to hold on to that top spot in net worth.
Neck and neck game. Closest of the 3.
Yeah, as we've seen sort of the trajectory of the series so far. Game 1,
वाह भाई.
Game 2, Secret very much.
Last game में देख रहे हो क्या scene है भाई. फिर भी like Tundra
Game 3, Secret in the best position they've been in today in terms of being able to take a game off Tundra and holding to their chances here in the grand finals.
And in terms of scaling overall with their draft, right? They have the Marcy who's going to be able to scale really hard. Nishas have this fantastic game. Crystals is at the top of the net worth. So, and scaling, they should be able to deal with this Medusa as long as she doesn't get too big like a Rapier at some point. Eventually, you do feel Tundra can start to fall behind versus what Secret.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But that's been said a lot of times for Tundra, and Tundra has done some miraculous stuff.
This is a team that can very much find a win in a situation. One of the reasons they've cruised to this grand final straight through the upper bracket. Tundra, they have so many strategies for every single possible position they can be held in.
Look at this flank. In Shadow, they see the smoke.
He's gonna look to jump for the backline. The global silence out, but the Rolling Thunder's already there. Crystalis trying to keep them safe here with the Siren Nisha. Swing it over towards the backlines with the Remnants. Crystalis having to back away from 9 over the river. Resolution and Nisha.
They're on Crystalis
to the south, but Crystalis needs help. Maybe that disposes their precise is not enough. Nisha, see if he can get any sort of a cleanup. Jumps in with the Remnants. He's trying to chase down Snake King, but they've already lost 2. They'll lose Zax as well. Tundra, they'll take the fire around the mid, and they'll look for more. Over towards the chase on Rezo. He's got the BKB, but skidded in with the Scotty slow. Rezo goes down as well.
लोग सीधा जाएंगे mid tower.
And Nisha, he's still got Remnants to play with. Should be all right. But the root.
Mid tower जा रहे हैं.
It's the Hawks crashing down onto him. It's a little bit more, but not enough. Nisha still able to get away. I mean, lucky enough for him, 33 hadn't quite picked up the Hex. Next time around, the Hex, it will be there. 33's got it done.
But they just, this fight, they just get the perfect wrap run. They stick on Chris, and nobody helps. He gets a global to kind of cover him, but nobody else is able to actually get him into a better position.
I mean,
they full focus him.
It very much was a case of just biting off a bit more than they chew. You see, so the plan here from Nisha, he easier kills, and then off to the side, sort of this heavy attempt from Secret to sort of commit in and try and help out Reza, you know, get this kill on Saxa. All this sort of split focus means that Crystalis, he's tall.
No help whatsoever, and they do have enough damage. If they're able to stick on him like that, they will always have enough damage. Siren, Tundra now 4K lead. Right after we're saying that perhaps
पता नहीं क्या सीन है भाई
find a beautiful angle and finished up for 33. So for Nisha, he's actually got a much harder game in front of him.
He's got to be careful. And he's across with the stage resist the Kaya stand. She's trying to get the linkers off. In the mid, they get the toss back into the arrow, into the next. They lock him down. Nisha's gone.
Oh boy.
They
instant
have
smoke.
The power to deal with him right now.
They're feeling themselves. Instant smoke. They want more. 70 seconds.
9 बहुत अच्छा प्ले किया भाई. 9 ने बहुत खूबसूरती तरीके से प्ले किया है इस पूरे गेम को.
They know this lead against them, and there's got to be sort of that really concerning feeling just sort of deep in their gut. When you get behind Tundra, you struggle immensely to get a hold back at the game. It's something that teams throughout the entire TI have struggled to do. Trying to turn around against a lead at this point. Only very few have even come close to being able to do so. Secret, they've got to do something this game.
It's a huge death too. Such a long time. The Ember Spirit off the map. You can see Secret's kind of stuck in their base. Crystalis is really being, I mean, pretty aggressive being on here. He can even get caught pretty easily if there's just like a Hawk scouting him. So he's really pushing the bit of hero down here. And Roche, it's gonna get scouted instantly. It's gonna spawn, and they'll have a small window to actually go for it.
Don't know if Secret's going to want to do anything about this whilst they don't have Nisha.
It's going to die so fast as well.
It really will.
With 9, all that minus armor.
Secret, you know, out of all the heroes, Ember Spirit may be one of the ones that could have gone aggressive dive in to try and look for a steal. It breaks the 4 of them. It's so hard to do. Of course, Outpost under Tundra's control, so no real easy way for Nisha to get over here in time. Roshan gets taken ages into the hands of Skeeter, and Secret, they may have come too close to the pit already. They jump on a Puppy, they put the on this. It was the Rolling Thunder. Down across the stairs, Puppy falls, and Zayats, he's got to run. Uphill miss there, protecting him from that first instance of the Skadi attack. And Zayats, he's still got no chance of running. He's able to close on Rezo, gets the toss back. They take the Aegis, they take 3 more kills from Secret.
It's the way that, I mean, they're fighting the Roche, right? They're killing it. They're like, oh, we got this. So they Moonlight Shadow, run out, and go for catch while they're doing the Roshan. Tundra just on every single time, the way they take every single fight.
Yeah, Secret starting to crumble a little bit once more. They've got to pull themselves together.
But how now? Skitter, he's the one full critical mass. The Mjolnir's done. He's got Shard.
I mean, at the least, a Crystalis on the Naga side. Do this. Keep some of these lanes, split push out, cut the creep waves, limit the areas that Tundra's able to push in on, but already this top lane, it's hitting the tier 3s. Tundra look to try and push on a high ground here.
And the big... When is he going to be able to feel strong enough to get into a fight himself and do what Nisha's doing? He's 1-3-2 on this Naga.
He's trying to get the axe here to sort of have that extra setup, but...
Will it be enough? Is it going to give him damage to actually walk into these fights? It doesn't feel like Tundra. They've covered all their bases.
And they're so... Let's push 3 minutes still on the age. So much time to play with, where they can look to take so much from Secret.
It's dropping for free. Nobody wants to step up and who's getting tossed. He's got the Ags.
Saxa! He's in with the combo. They catch Science out to the side. The arrow connects as well. Swashbuckle won't quite clip him. Neither will the axes, but nine.
Let's get line.
With the rolling thunder. Finishes off Science. Over towards Crystalis now. The global silent. Back to question for now.
But they're not able to make anything of that global.
Got to keep that distance throughout the remainder of the shot. And seconds with their Zayas Marcy.
Another toss.
Saxa. The setup down to Crystalis. The follow-up X as well. He's been locked down. They've got to get Crystalis back to safety. He's walking back to the fountain. They'll be able to allow Crystalis to reset, but the damage is done. The rags have been taken out. Rezo, he tries to come in, but he gets too close. Rolls up. Rezo's out for 70. No, but the last track.
They can't kill anybody during the global. They're just on full retreat. Secret starting to look impossible.
It just doesn't stop it from Tundra. Once they've got a hold on the game,
Bhai
it's just this
sahab, kya
immensely
khela hai
tight grip.
yaar.
You cannot stop them. 12k lead.
This is one fight really from Tundra. We saw 28 minutes, right? Things were kind of even, and then kaboom. They find absolutely ended. And now Secret, they're pretty trapped. They've got the Lincolns now for Niche, but as you said, where's the damage going to be coming from? Everyone on Tundra's feeling a bit too tanky with all these new items coming out.
And just, you know, as always, you got to really point back to sort of how impressive it is for Tundra. They're doing this last big Medusa, something that no one else was doing, something that was out by the sounds of it from Maui, sort of picked on a bit of a whim. Skeeter, he got the new this for it. He wanted to play it. It's fantastic. It's up there at the top.
And it's Nisha.
And they get that opening.
They got the chainsaw.
And they get him out in time. They can't. The lockdown's there.
He's gold on the Lincolns.
Oh, he's out for 80, and Zayat also found Secret. They are crumbling, falling apart once again in this game 3. Tundra, they just know how to break you.
And they just know how to play with this vision, right? This time around, it always seems to be scouting. I believe they also now, that was the gem that they had just picked up, gave to Nisha, and he didn't last with it for very... Now it's on the Beastmaster. A full refresher, also, this Beastmaster, 3rd-3, a menace this game, 12-1-16.
My goodness. I mean, there's so much pressure on Crystalis right now to just try and keep this game going. Resolution as well, they're in their power here. Secret to just cut these waves, push them back out. Good call there with the BKB CP out. If that BKB didn't come, Resolution was dead for sure. He gets himself back to base. Secret, they're trying the best to prolong the game, buy time for Nish to get back in, and that'll be the case. He'll be back up in 30. Secret, despite this incredible lead that Tundra's starting to grow against them, they were able to hold them off, give themselves another chance. But each and every time, that chance becomes slimmer and slimmer.
I mean, the queued up for Nish. He's really starting to feel it. And I mean, Crystalis, he's got the Bloodthorn queued up. Perhaps this could be some solution to be able to focus fire some targets. But
he's got a lot of money towards it.
He does. Tundra just they're just playing so well off each other, protecting each other with Lotus Orbs, 4 stabs, etc. They have so many, 9 snaking both with those Lotus Orbs. So even if focus fired either from a net or from that Bloodthorn, they'll have ways to bail them out. So we've seen them again.
4% packet loss है. यहाँ पे दिखाते हैं आप लोगों को.
The Bloodthorn queued up, perhaps this could be some
4% packet loss है इसमें.
So much damage. With the Bloodthorn, the aggressive, you know, the offensive arms, the defensive arms,
Big thing, guys.
Lotus ready to bail Skeeter out many dangerous spots. They have everything to just sort of empower this Medusa, allow Skeeter to just enter the front of the fight. And it will be so tough for Secret to take Skeeter down at this stage.
And they're even starting to get, these tier 4 neutral items, so global starts to get addressed as well. All these dispels, Tundra continue to stay as a unit. Secret continue to be trapped.
उन्होंने guys उनको almost खत्म ही कर दिया.
Puppy. Just gonna try and come out, maybe get a bit of vision information to take the outpost back. Well, this tease with the idea.
Risky.
Take us.
Still the smoke.
Oh, do they see it? Someone pings.
I mean,
they want the bigger target.
They've got themselves on top of Nisha.
Uh-oh. Jumps left. They're pinging it.
I mean, his TP's on cooldown. That was put to a stop there by the jumper Saxon, so he has to make his way back to the base with a few remnants, but of course he's still got many to play with that Aghanim, so he'll be fine. Secret able to get everyone back to the base, but indeed Global's down. Maybe a bit of an opportunity for Tundra to once again try and take the next step, look to push down for another set of barracks. We'll see how much they want to force it.
I think they're kind of on chill mode until Skeeter hits 25. If someone walks into them, they can look for the fight, but Skeeter, it unlocks a whole new potential of the hero when you hit 25 on this Dusa, especially versus this Naga.
I mean, it's true, and sort of the big thing that's standing out as well, just sort of the levels, Tundra, they
Guys,
get so much
look,
XP from the map and these kills. Skeeter just about to hit level 25.
Yep.
Meanwhile, for Chrysalis, of course, all of his farms pretty much done by the illusions, split pushing out the map, still stuck on level 19. Still a ways to go before he's really going to be feeling in a position to be able to stand his ground against the cause of Tundra in the team fight.
And a ways to go, really. Zayats, he was getting close to BKB,
almost like guys,
12 minutes ago or something. He still doesn't even have it done.
So Tundra will win the game. देखते हैं guys, ये लोग hold कर रहे हैं, देख रहे हो guys? Level 25 तो almost हो भी गया, क्या पता नहीं मेड्यूसा का. 25 हो गया, level 25 हो गया. 25 हो गया उसका. Split shot uses modifiers. अब सोचो guys, कितना weird होगा.
Yeah, ways to just reset away constantly, which has been kind of the bread and butter for Tundra. Resetting, retaking fights over and over again. And 25 now. Dusa, Skeeter, he's got the talent. Ready for their fights if anything comes to them. Playing it safe probably though. Final game.
आप इन लोग कोशिश करेंगे रोशान के लिए, रोशान लेकर के एंड कर देंगे.
Exactly, they can taste that victory. They know how close they are to claiming that Aegis of Champions. Every single time we see Tundra take the safest route out. They do not let these leads slip away. And they're going to do everything to make sure that nothing changes from that in this all-important Game 3.
It's got to be frustrating for Secret at this point, knowing that they can't make any move outside, but at the same time also, if they give up the Roshan, they probably just know that there's no way for them to bring down this Medusa twice.
So the big item pickups that they are going to require is Chrysalis. Getting his next item done, it's going to be opted for the Nullifier after Bloodthorn, so some further aggressive sort of setup that they can play with.
Hard for him still just committing into these fights at this point. Tundra just has so much to deal with him.
Radiant with the smoke. They try to get in there with the jump on a 33. See if they can take down this big spot before we get in the roar. They're in on top of the 33. He's having the BKB on 30.
Khatam.
It's too much damage from
Khatam.
Nisha jumps in. Will be able to finish on 33 in return. And we'll see the buyback coming straight away from Resolution 9. It's got him pretty deep here to try and chase down Puppy. Still with a bit of time there for the Rolling Thunder overwatch. Resolution did buy back for this. He's able to sidestep the arrow in time. 9 out with the swatch.
Buyback, yeah.
They'll look to chase, but the pinch there before the slide fist connects. He's out to safety 9. Now they want to get back in. Saxa in with the toss go on the side. This is one locked down. Nisha out for 100.
Oh my god.
That's Tundra. They'll chase him down. Rezo.
Oh my god.
It's only Puppy and Chrysalis.
Puppy भी गया.
Tundra catch him out.
GG है guys.
They're ready to run down mid. There's a lack of buybacks on Secret.
Secret felt the need. They had to chase to try to get more of the Beastmasters dead, but they get hit with an onslaught.
No buyback on Resolution. And Nisha, he's 200 gold short.
Chat क्या लिख रही है देखो.
It's Tundra.
They're going to try to get some wrap around the Tundra.
Some sort of surprise, but it's 2 against 4.
Dire's middle barracks.
As this push is not stopping.
Tier 4's dropping.
They've got a fortification, but still it's such a long time without Resolution, without Nisha, a full minute.
And the creeps are coming in top. They can't even cut the waves.
As the tier 4s, Tundra, they're pushing on. Secret, they've got to make their move now. It's going to be now or never if they want to try and stop Tundra.
They got to just run in.
And they got to do something. The Aegis
is dropping.
Tundra, they're looking to end inside. Jumps in, but immediately to his death. Chrysalis has got the illusion.
GG guys.
Surrounded. Taken out. The Ancient is exposed. They're looking for the game. Tundra, they're on the Ancient. There'll be a buyback for Chrysalis. But literally there's nothing.
He's just getting control.
Nothing to be done here from Secret as Tundra. They're closing it up. The ancient M4.
Oh my god.
Tundra.
Oh my god, they're like TI champions, man. Tundra.
What an unbelievable story.
Wow. Well played, guys. Well played, guys. Well played. Well played.
They've solved Dota.
They broke it.
Approach every single time.
Guys, sahab. Snaking.
They always have some type of substitution. Every single player piggybacking
Wow.
off each other. Unbelievable. Snaking. 26 teams in 10 years, and he finally claims it.
Ladies and gentlemen, he got TI 11 champions.
Ay, sahab.
Incredible moments here. As you said, a team that's worked so hard throughout the year. They've had their highs, they've had their
My god, man.
matters the most here at the International Fog.
Last year, they weren't able to make it this year. They proved everybody, they proved everyone how good they truly are.
It's incredible play across the board. Some of these players, you've seen them time and time again over the years, as you said, through different teams. I mean, a lot of them individually, the other pros, they've always known that these players, they've had it in them. They've had it in them to get this far, and not only get this far, but to completely crush their opponents in this grand final. Secret, they got closer and closer from game 1 to game 3, but it was never closer enough. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Tundra.
सब उसकी फैमिली सेंटेन ये सब है.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the winners of TI-11, Tundra! Oh my goodness, great. Oh, snaking. The lost son of Salamene and his last hero. Any words for everyone out there? You've been waiting so long. It's all yours, buddy.
I want to thank everyone for coming here and supporting us and watching this grand final. We wouldn't be here without you guys.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
And I want to give a special shout out to Pierre and all the people who have supported me along the way. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. An incredible show. Well done. Well done. Oh.
Well played.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ski God here, my friend. Good to see you. I'm sorry, I'm caught up in the moment. Now, you heard about Dota from TI2. You watched them on this stage. Well, now you've broken the records. Now you're on the stage. How does it feel, my friend?
It's surreal. I don't know. I'm trying to still digest all the emotions. You know, it didn't really come to me yet, but it's fucking crazy.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Skeeter!
Hello guys, thank you. I'll close up the stream. It is fun to see them. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, soak that in. This is your first TI. Any advice out there to anybody who wants to do what you just did? Because you just became the inspiration to an unknown amount of people that will always be looking at you, the man who made it happen. What do you have to say to the future of the Dota 2 fans?
Get good.
Get good!
Get good.
Okay. I need this, man, if you can. Thank you so much. Sascha. It has been
oh my god.
6 years. You came in second place last time. I know you've been dreaming of this moment. Tell me, how does it feel now that you have accomplished it?
I mean, it doesn't feel like it's still real. Like, I'm still trying to understand what just happened. So it's like, I don't know. In my mind, it's like, I can't even believe it still.
Oh, okay. Audience, this is real!
So guys, thank you so much join करने के लिए. It was fun and well played, Tundra. Well played, man. Well played. To the entire team. So thank you guys for joining in. मिलते हैं बाद में एक नई लाइव स्ट्रीम पर. तो ख्याल रखिए. Have fun. Take care of yourselves. Right. And फिर मिलते हैं दूसरे वाले लाइव स्ट्रीम में. करेंगे आज शायद लेट नाइट स्ट्रीम हो because मैं थोड़ा बाहर जा रहा हूँ and I'll be back later. Okay. So ख्याल रखो. Bye bye. See you all later. Take care. Thanks for joining.